Today we're going to be defeating every boss in Blox Fruits, but random anime characters decide my powers. Whatever character I get, I'm only allowed to use abilities similar to what they use in the anime. And to make it more challenging, I have 3 lives total of the video. And if I lose all my lives, I have to give away every permanent mythical fruit. Here's a wheel with a bunch of anime characters that have similar powers in Blox Fruits. Let's spin it and hopefully we get a good character for the first one. Okay, let's see what we get. And we get, no, Zuko? I did not want to waste this one first. And the first boss we're going to be fighting is the Gorilla King. I'm about to firebend this boy to death. Sheesh. Zuko in the building. Even with stats matching his, we're about to pack this boy up. Look at this. Boom. Fire bullets. And last but not least, let's hit him with this fire fist. I know technically Zuko's not an anime character, but you know what? Allow it. And for the next boss we're going to be fighting, Buggy the Clown. Spin the wheel once more. Hopefully I don't get too good of an anime character this time. I want to save the good anime characters for later. And we get, oh my god, Killua from Hunter x Hunter. Killua for this is pretty overkill. I'm not gonna lie. We got the electric claw because, well, obviously his power is lightning. And as you can see, we've done a few moves and Bobby is already under half health. Like, let me hit this. Thunderclap and Flash. Boom. We just straight up demolished that man. This is too overkill. Yeah, I gotta admit though, this is a fire Killua cosplay. I gotta admit. Now, Bobby may have been super easy, but for our third boss, we have Middletown and we're gonna be fighting the Saw boss, otherwise known as Arlo. I'm low-key wasting all of my good anime characters early on. Please just give me someone bad. No, I wanted this one for later, bro. Sung Jin Woo. Goodbye, Killua. Hello, Sung Jin Woo. Now, for Sung Jin Woo, we're using Shadow and Midnight Blade just because I think these 2 abilities make the most sense for his abilities in the anime, since he can, like, summon shadows and whatnot. I've actually never read Solo Leveling, so you know what? I'm just gonna try my best. Let's keep this going. Let's pack up Saw. Boom. Hit him with this Shade Nest. I don't know if he did any of this in the manhwa, bro. Let me know down in the comments below if I should read Solo Leveling. I may give it a chance. We got the Saw right under half health though, so it looks like our low powers are working for us, boys. Oh, he's backing us up. Oh, 40 health. I do not want to lose one of my lives here. We gotta chill. Let me get some health back. Portal opening. Yes, sir. Hit him with that Midnight Blade. There we go. Get him there. And you know what? Let's finish this off with Umbrage. Sheesh. There we go. Saw down. Not gonna lie, Sung Jin Woo was actually not that good. I definitely would not have wanted to get this later on in the video. Now that we got that boss down, we're moving up to the snow monster himself, the Yeti. And let's see what anime character the wheel will choose for me this time. Hopefully, I don't get nothing good. I need to save these good ones for last. No, please. Frieza. I really wanted to save this one for later. I'm not gonna lie. Now for Frieza, hear me out, boys. Hear me out. We have Buddy Sword and we have Flame, specifically the V move. But as you can see, I currently don't look like Frieza, so let's change that. Black Frieza. Now hear me out. The reason why we chose Buddy Sword is because the X move has Death Beam. That looks pretty damn accurate if you ask me. And of course for the Flame, Hell's Core is Death Ball. Sheesh. Now Black Frieza is really overkill for the Yeti. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually upset I got this one. I want to save this for later. I thought it was gonna be lit to have this up my sleeve for the later bosses, but you know what? It's all good. Death Beam. Yes, sir. Packing this man up. Let me hit him with that death ball. Sheesh. Bro, don't even got a single chance. And you know what? While we're at it, Fire Bullets could technically just be some key blasts, right? Yeah, that totally looks like a Dragon Ball move. You've put up a good fight till now, Yeti. Now it's time to end this with this death ball. Yeah, Black Frieza was super overkill for that boss. Let's see which anime character I end up getting next. I would like to get rid of a bad character like Krillin or something like that. Nope. Looks like we're getting one of the best characters, Kaido. And unfortunately for us, this is a terrible pick this early on because we're fighting the mob leader. Nobody even knows who this boss is. So you know what? Let's hit him with that fire shower. Kaido's specialty move. Oh my god, bro's literally almost just died off that. That is actually sad. You know what, mob leader? I'll just go ahead and put you out there, misery. Boom. Straight up 3-shot at that man. Like every time I fought the mob leader, I end up getting some of my best characters. Rest in peace, Kaido. Now, at least this next boss is slightly more worthy of a good character because we have the Vice Admiral. Bro's running his triple katana. And for his opponent, give me something like Krillin or just something bad in general. Ooh, I mean, that's not bad, but I would have preferred to say that for later. Rengoku. Now with this character, it's really easy because they literally have his sword in the game. We're Rengoku and we have the Rengoku blade here. All we get is our sword with this one. Sword user versus sword user. Let's see how this goes. Let's go ahead and pack him up. Boom. Let's hit him with that Demon Slayer. Rengoku. Boom. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? Packing that man up. Got him with the burn damage and everything. He's already almost dead. It's too bad Rengoku couldn't catch W's like this in the anime, man. If he would, this man would be unstoppable. Let's end this here, though. Fire breathing. Rengoku. Burning. Wait, what the heck? Where did he go? Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Bro ruined my whole epic damn chant. All right, let's go ahead and just finish it off here. There we go. Vice Admiral down. Tried to make that epic for real, but bro didn't want to let me. Who do we get to use next? We've used up a good amount of decent characters, but for this next one, Levi. Okay. You know, this is not bad. This is not bad. One of the fan favorites. Bro, it's like I've got actual ODM gear from Attack on Titan. This is sick. Now, as for who Levi will be fighting, this is going to be a menacing one, boys. The saber expert, red-haired Shanks. Now, Spider was the only choice that made sense for Levi because obviously, you know, the ODM gear, they'd be swinging around town, flying around. But Cullis also makes sense because we have Quiet Rush, which kind of like looks like his little spinning attack move from the anime. So let's see if we can do it like how he does in the anime, swing around town with the ODM gear. You know what I'm saying? Boom, swoop down there, swing in there, boom. Hit him like that. Sheesh. Hitting him with the Beyblade combo. Hit him with the Beyblade combo. Dip out of there. Actual Levi would be proud, bro. The way I'm moving around my movement right now. Sheesh. This man, red hair, don't even know what's going on. I'm not gonna lie, this whole fighting style is actually really impractical. I'm running out of energy quick. And we have dealt like all of like 0 damage to this man's. Hold up. This is not how it ends. Air slash. Boom. Let's pack him up. Let's slice and dice him. Hit him with the Beyblade move. Boom. Oh my god, dude, 25 health. Oh, yo. No shot, I'm about to lose one of my lives on this guy. Bro. Please. Boom. Get him there. Let me activate hockey. Levi totally did that in the anime, bro. This is so cursed, boys. I don't think I can fight this man like this. This is crazy. Let me go ahead and get you out of this area. I can't farm you in here. Wait, he can't leave? He can't even leave the air. Oh my gosh, boys. We can't fight him like this. Hold on, boys. The little sword Beyblade trick is actually starting to work. We're starting to make a dent in this man's health. Hold on, let me swing around. Boom. Dash over here. Yep. Hit him with that high movement just like Levi would. Mans can't even see me. I'm here 1 second, gone the next. Yo, we're actually cooking, boys. Sheesh. Hold on. Let me back up. Let me retreat just like how Levi would. Getting low. Can't let him regen. Swoop in. Get a couple hits. Swoop out. Got him under half, boys. It's working. Oh, 77 health. That's not good. Hold on. Let me dash around. I can't lose one of my lives here. I cannot lose one of my lives here. Remember, boys, if I lose all my lives... Oh my god, no, bro. That right there is one of our lives down. But you know what? We gotta go ahead and finish the job before he just regen. Oh my gosh, we have to kill him all over again then. That right there was one of my lives, ladies and gentlemen. We have 2 remaining, and if I lose the rest of them, I have to give away every permanent mythical fruit in the game. That is like hundreds of dollars right there. So I don't want to do that, which means we've got to cook this man's right here, right now. Let's hit him with the Levi special one more time. Dash around, boom, and saber down. I let you down, Levi. That was terrible gameplay on my part. On the bright side, we got that terrible character out the way. We won't have to get him later in the video. We're gonna start needing to get some good characters now. We can see it's heating up quickly. And we get him, Ichigo, literally him. Now with Ichigo, we get only one thing and one thing only, the Dark Blade. Why? Because of this little ability right here, which looks just like his Getsuga Tensho in the anime. And for my opponent, I'm gonna be fighting the Warden himself. This is actually kind of fitting, I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and just make this quick because we gotta lock in, boys. We can't afford to lose anymore. I'm not taking this guy lightly. We're gonna hit him with our final attack right off the rip. Getsuga Tensho. Already under half. Sheesh. Let's hit him with these M1s. And bro is done. That was actually really easy. Like, I don't even feel satisfied. Like, does this look like the face of a satisfied person? No, I don't think so. Who do we get next? Ooh, that's interesting. Gaara. That was pretty self-explanatory what I get as Gaara. We obviously get the sand fruit. That's literally just what he does in the anime. Sand coffin right here. Sandstorm. And since it's all pretty damn accurate, I could literally just use every single ability from here. I don't have to limit myself. Just because Gaara pretty much does all these in the anime. Let's be real. Let's go ahead and just make this quick though. Boom. Desert Blade. Hit him with that sand coffin. Sandstorm. Yeah, this is so fire, bro. This is so fire. I can just use all the abilities because Gaara did every single one of these in Naruto. One more should do it. Sand coffin. Just for good measure. Sandstorm. That should do it. Light work. All we have is one final boss on the prison remaining. Swan. Random wheel. What fate will you choose for me? Oh no. Oh no. I didn't want to use this one this early. Eren Yeager. Now there's only one fruit that makes sense to use as this particular character. The Buddha fruit. Sheesh, man, it's becoming a straight Titan myself. I'm afraid this man Swan has no chance, not against my Buddha powers. Let me just hit him with everything. Titans totally did this in the anime. Tell you what, they did do this. Definitely grabbed the dude like that. They didn't do none of this though, I will say that. Twilight of the Gods, that I just pulled that straight up out of nowhere. Let's go ahead and just make this quick and easy. And you know what? Since Eren is the attack Titan, I will allow myself to use M1s with this. But to make this canon, I will finish this off in style like this. Retribution dash, boom, slam him down. Totally canon. We've seen Titans do that plenty of times. 5 bosses left in first C. At this point, I'm hoping to get actually some decent ones. We're getting towards the end of first C, which means bosses are going to start heating up. Let's see what we end up getting. Oh, Sukuna. Now, hear me out, boys. Hear me out. You can't say this ain't a fire Sukuna fit. For the boss I'm going to be touching down with, it's going to be Magma Admiral. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I using Spin and Dragon Talent with Sukuna? Well, for Razor Wind, we have the Dismantle and Cleave move. And the same could be said for Air Slasher somewhat. For Dragon Talent, we have the X move, which is Sukuna's Fuga. Can't tell me we ain't cook with that one, boys. Sheesh, we cooking. Hit him with that cleave, boom. You know what? Let's even use Talent Lighter. Grab that, man. That's something Sukuna totally did right there, bro. And technically, Infernal Vortex, that right there, he definitely did that in the anime, bro. When he exploded that whole thing, sheesh. Ooga. Hit him with that. Boom. Dice him up with this. Dice him up with this. Oh my gosh. We are cooking, boys. We are cooking with Sukuna. It was nice knowing you, Magma Admiral, but it's time for you to say goodbye. This ain't even the strongest form of Sukuna either, boys. But I wasn't trying to spoil y'all. And with Magma Admiral out the way, our next boss is at underwater. And in this building here, we have Fishman Lord. And his opponent that he will be facing, no, Rob Lucci. Oh, I didn't want to lose Leopard this early. That is a L. That is a L. Well, we got our first One Piece character of the video. I've sprinkled out a few of them throughout it. Let's go ahead and just make this quick since we've got Leopard. Obviously, it's pretty self-explanatory what Rob Lucci's abilities are. We have the Leopard Fruit, ability to transform into Leopard, and use Rokushiki abilities. This boy about to get all the Leopard spam up his back. Pause. Boom, boom. And last but not least, boom. That was so damn underwhelming, bro. The spam, he just couldn't handle it. 3 bosses in first C left. To reach our next boss, you've got to go to Sky Islands, go up this little cloud, break this little area here. He will be right over here. We have Whisper. Back to the Wheel of Doom. Let's see which random anime character I'll get. Oh, no. Oh, no, bro. Why? Luffy with the rubber fruit. And you know, we got to go with the Gear 5 for this. Let's make this quick. Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop. Boop. Pow. Sheesh. That man could not stand up to the Gear 5. Not today. We have 2 bosses in first C remaining. And if we go all the way over here, we'll run into our next one, which is one of Luffy's easiest enemies, Thunder God in Nell. Second to last boss in first C. Let's see which anime character we end up getting for this. No. Oh my gosh. Naruto. That's literally my best character in the entire kit. And we got him in first C. I ain't gonna lie, this outfit of Naruto is pretty cursed, but we got the kitsune. Sheesh. Kurama turn blue, boys. Kurama turn blue. And we could pretty much use most of the abilities from kitsune. Like, for example, this M1 here. Naruto definitely did something like that. As you can see, we've evolved to have 2 tails. It really just almost like Naruto's Biju mode in-game. Main ability we got, though, that we're gonna be using, Foxfire Disruption or Tailed Beast Bomb. Looks exactly like how it did in the anime. I suppose we also could use this just because it's just a rush, which Naruto did in the anime as well. As for Cursed Enchantment and Tails of Burning Agony, I won't use those because those are the least similar to what he used in the anime. But enough wasting time. It's time to finish this with Tail Beast Bomb. Hey man, he ain't got nothing on Naruto. This was literally our strongest anime character of the video, I promise. And unfortunately, because we used him now, we won't get to use him again later in the video. And now for the final boss in first C, Cyborg Frankie. Can I just get like a trash character? Feels like I've used all my aces in first C. Just give me something bad, please. Oh, that's fitting. We just got Naruto, so of course we gotta get Sasuke next. I am an Avenger. Okay, that was cringe. I'm not gonna lie. Now with Sasuke, we have 3 different things. We get Gravity Cane, which I'm not gonna use in the moves. We just have it for the sword. We get Rumble, which I'm only gonna use for Sky Judgment. Kidding. Boom. And then we get Dragon Talent, which I'm only going to use for this move. Fire Style. Fireball Jutsu. Boom. Ember Annihilation. Makes perfect sense to me, boys. This is a good Sasuke if you ask me. Closest build we can get to Sasuke in game. Weave those, weave those, weave those. I'm hit it with that Fire Style Jutsu. Boom. This is a perfect Sasuke if you ask me, man. Perfectly accurate to the anime. Cyborg Frankie's right under half, though. We got this in the bag. We got this in the bag. Slice and dice him with the swordsmanship. Slice and dice him with the swordsmanship. Boom. Back up. Fire Style Fireball Jutsu. Oh, we're 200 health, 200 health, 200 health. You know what? I gotta hit the dash combo. I gotta hit the dash combo, bro. Let me snipe him here. Boom. Let's end this in style, ladies and gentlemen. Let's end this in style. Kidding. Disappear with the thunderclap. Boom. Wait, that didn't kill him? All right, you know what? I'll end this with the Fire Style Fireball Jutsu. Katon. Go Kakio no Jutsu. Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. Sheesh. Feels like I used up most of my good characters first C, but we still got some good ones in the rotation left. Let's see what we get for the first second C boss. And we get... Ooh, interesting. Saitama. And for our first boss of second C, we have Diamond. And with Saitama, we only get superhuman, nothing else, because, well, he literally only uses his fist in the anime, no weapons or anything like that. Now, we can't can't use any of the abilities other than Beast Hour Pounce, which I'm gonna say is consecutive normal punches. Pretty fire if you ask me, boys. But all we get is just our fists against this man. I think we should be straight with it, though. As long as we just dodge and weave, use our abilities, we should be good. It's time to finish him off here. There we go. And another M1 there. Finished him off with just a normal punch. Who do we got next? The useless spring user, Jeremy, and his opponent. Let's see what anime character we get next. It'd be nice to get a different anime. But we're back to One Piece, it seems, with Whitebeard. The One Piece is real. All right, enough anime impressions for today, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's hurting my voice, man. Let's make this quick. Let's be real. Jeremy ain't got no chance, and he definitely wouldn't in the anime against Whitebeard. Whitebeard would literally sneeze at this man's, and he'd probably get backed. I almost feel bad. There's literally nothing Jeremy could do that could hurt me right now, man. I could be deliberately trying to sell, and I'd still probably win. This next ability will end it all. Fatal Demolisher, straight into the dual tsunami. There he goes. Third second C boss of the video. We have the Blind Warrior, Fajita, and we get Natsu. Yes, sir. Now, Natsu is a very simple character to get down. I mean, he just uses fire abilities throughout the anime. So we're using Dragon Breath with all of the fire abilities in here. Pretty damn accurate if you ask me. That's all we get, just the fire abilities. The rest, we're just gonna have to cook. Oh my gosh, my health. Okay, Natsu is not cooking. Natsu is not cooking right now, bro. Either that or I just gotta lock in. Let me try to avoid it. Hit him with that. Get him there, get him there, get him there. Let me hit him with this. Boom, boom, boom. Hit him with Drive Explosion. Oh my god, I'm 900 health. I'm 900 health. Come on, Natsu. Come on, Natsu. What is it? What is it your anime does? Power of friendship? Well, unfortunately for me, I've got no friends in here. Literally, it's just me in the server. Maybe that's why I'm losing right now. All right. We've got Fajita right about half health. It appears my strategy seems to be working. No. That is another life right there. Natsu, you're not cooking for me. You're so garbage. You are so garbage. We have only one life remaining, ladies and gentlemen. If we lose it, we have to give away every permanent mythical fruit in the game. So I've got to lock in. No more games. No more Mr. Nice Natsu. No more Mr. Nice Natsu. We're about to lock in and hit him with that Fire Dragon Roar. Boom. Finish off with this. Okay, that didn't finish him, but this should right here. Okay, that also didn't finish him, and we're getting low once again, but there we go. I would say that was very much in Natsu style right there. Lose the first battle, come back, win the next battle due to the power of friendship. Okay, that was actually really cringe, I'm not gonna lie. Let's just move on to the next character. Now I'm starting to worry. Now I don't want to get any bad characters. And just as I say that, we get Krillin. Luckily, the boss we're fighting is not difficult at all because we're fighting Smoke Admiral. Now you're probably wondering why I decided to choose Diamond for Krillin. Because since we have to use Encrust, I no longer look like Krillin. But the thing is, we have this move here called Solar Flare, which is one of Krillin's main abilities in the anime. And then we also have this move right here, Diamond Tail, which I guess you could consider blue key blasts. So yeah, that's what we're using, boys. It's Krillin for you. All right, Smoke Admiral. You know you would never stand a chance against Krillin in Dragon Ball. Let's go ahead and just make this quick. Solar Flare. One more attack should do it. Solar Flare. Smoke Admiral down. Krillin actually putting in work cooking for once. Sheesh. If only he did that in the anime. Now, so far, we've had a pretty decent time with the bosses. Yes, we've died twice, but we've managed to get through every single boss. This next one, though, I'm actually terrified of. Don Swan. This boss is terrifying because when you get him low, he goes into a second phase where he regens all his health and his damage gets increased. So if there was any boss where we need to get something good, it's this one. It's literally this one. Please, Wheel, give me something good. And Spider-Man. Now, I know what you're thinking. This is not an anime character, but I needed a couple filler spots, so Spider-Man fits. Yes, sir. Spider-Man in the building. Well, specifically Miles Morales, just because I like him better. Now, I'm not gonna lie. We literally couldn't have gotten a better fruit to face this guy than the fruit he literally uses himself. Like, this is just fate here, boys. I won't use Heavenly Punishment just because that is like the least spider move of them all. However, all the other ones I will use as, you know, they seem like something Spider-Man could be able to do. All we have to do is just run and just weave and we should be straight. I'm like literally so glad we ended up getting this fruit because if not, I think we would have died otherwise. He should be transforming to phase 2 very soon, right about now. There he goes. Okay, now he's at phase 2. He's gonna deal more damage and he went back to full health. He also has a few new moves in his move kit. Oh, that's good damage right there. Let's go long range, thermal laceration. Okay, yep, avoid that. He's right under half. We got this. One more move should do it. Boom. And Swan down. That was one of the bosses I was worried about most in Second Seed, but we just barely managed to get through it. Although we're not out free and clear yet because we still got 2 very strong Second Seed bosses to get through. And the first one is Awakened Ice Admiral. Now I'm praying we start getting some of the good characters because we cannot afford to die anymore. We've almost made it to the end, boys. No, that's actually the worst one I could have got. No. Spike Spiegel. Now, I'm sure a lot of you don't know what this guy is from, but he's from the anime Cowboy Bebop. And in that anime, the main thing he uses is guns, like pistols and weapons like that. So unfortunately, the only thing we get is this flintlock. Let's see how much damage this does at least. 1M1 does 1652. Okay, let me use disabling shot. Okay, let me use rapid gun. Okay, you know what? Maybe we can make this work. Maybe we can make this work. If we just outrange him and don't get hit by his stuns, we should be straight. All we have to do is just keep shooting this man. Boom. Oh, we're doing pretty good damage. 4,156. That's not bad. That's not bad. I'm literally in the air. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hold on. Meet him with this. Boom. Meet him with this rapid gun. Yes, sir. We hit him with that American style. You know what I'm saying? Let's finish it off with this rapid gun. Boom. Ice Admiral actually went down with ease. And all we had was just a flintlock. Okay, Spike. Okay. I was sleeping on you at first, but I wasn't recognizing your game. Now we have our final boss in the second seed. We got through this one quick compared to first. Tide Keeper. This boss I'm also a bit worried about because he has the ability to summon his own sea beast and hit you with that double team combo. So we kind of need to get something good for this one. I can't settle for something bad. Please give me a good enemy character. Please. Oh, that's interesting. Yummy. That is not bad. Now, I haven't personally watched Black Clover yet, but I know in the anime he uses dark magic, so the dark fruit is perfect for him. Let's go ahead and cook this man up with the dark magic. Sheesh. Darkness World. Hopefully he did this ability in the anime. I don't know which one specifically he did. I just know he has dark magic, so we're using it all, boys. Uh-oh. Already? The fight just started. Why are you 2v1ing me already, bro? All right, no worries. We got the dark fruit. I think I can cook with this. He's literally interrupting my move. Okay, this is gonna be tough. This is actually gonna be tough. No worries. Let me weave that. Yep, ken that. Genius. Let me wait till he does his roar. Do this. Okay, get some good damage there. Boom. What? Oh my gosh, yo, why did the dimensional slash teleport me to the damn sea beast? This is not good. My health. Okay. Hold on, boys. We gotta lock in. By locking in, we gotta run. Ken that. Okay. Wall the darkness. Hit him there. Okay. Ooh, 1400 health. This is like an unwinnable battle, boys. We're on our last life, ladies and gentlemen. I can't afford to make any mistakes. We have to play this perfectly. Oh my God. 900 health. We need to leave. I'm not taking no more chances. This has been a difficult fight, I'm not gonna lie, but it looks like we're just gonna barely be able to pull through and make it to the third sea. Just 7 more bosses to go through. Luckily for us, the remaining characters, except for one, all are pretty solid. I think we should be good, ladies and gentlemen. We may be able to pull this off. And we get Gon. Okay. Now, for our build with Gon, we actually have an interesting build. I mean, we're using Bomb in Superhuman and Ghoul, but hear me out. With the Bomb fruit, specifically targeted Bomb, we have the John Ken Paper. Well, if you use your imagination, that is. And with Bomb Grab, this is kind of like John Ken Rock. I mean, like, it's a close range move and it's explosion. Seems pretty close to me. And Superhuman, obviously, well, Gon is just basically, he's an enhancer in the anime, so it just makes sense to have Superhuman. John Ken Paper. And with that John Ken Rock, and while we're on the topic, for the last thing, the reason we have Ghoul is so we can do the Gon Anger transformation. Sheesh. It's the closest thing I can get, ladies and gentlemen. It's the closest thing I can get. John Ken Rock. Let's finish it off with John Ken Paper. Sheesh. That's pretty damn accurate if you ask me. This is exactly how Gon looked in the anime. Next boss, Island Empress. Only a few more characters we can get left. Let's see which one we get now. Ooh, we get Pain. Now, unfortunately for us, Pain is going to be a tough one. All we can use is Superhuman X, which is technically Almighty Push, and then Gravity Cane Z, which is Universal Pull. Those are the 2 moves I've allowed myself to use with this just because those are the only ones that make sense. I can also M1 just because, well, Pain can obviously punch with his fists. Hit him with that Universal Pull though, and let's just keep going to town. Island Empress. Almighty Push. Hit it with that Universal Pull. Yes, sir. This world shall know pain. Especially Island Empress. She about to know pain after this. Sheesh. Oh, she's actually fighting back. Hold on. Let me stop that real quick. Oh, my health. Okay, you know what? I think it's time to pull out Shinra Tensei. I'm really low right now, but so is she. I think we got this, boys. It's time to finish this off with one more Shinra Tensei. Sheesh. Only a few more bosses left, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got like 4 more to go. We have been on a roll. Let's see if we can keep this up. Oh, yes. This is what I wanted to get out the way. No, not him. Oh, well, Todoroki. That's not bad. But you know what? I think Todoroki's actually a really good pick here. We only get the ice fruit, unfortunately, but I think that'll be just enough to deal with this lady. In fact, it should be perfect. We get M1s, we get freeze, we get the stun. Look at this. Stun him there, M1, and we get the accuracy. Glacial Shards. Todoroki 100% did that in the anime. Like, no joke. If only I could tap into Todoroki's flame side, that would be dope. But you know what? I'm grateful we got the ice side at least. Because this, golly, boys, we are cooking. Like, look at this, bro. Look at this. Finish her off with some M1s. Oh. I'm getting low. But you know what? We finished it off with a cold storm. But for the next boss, we will be going up against the Captain Elephant. Low-key, I want to get Genos out the way because he uses such a trash fruit that I don't want to have to deal with. And we end up getting Gojo instead. Now, this Gojo one may be a bit of a stretch, I'm not gonna lie. But we've got blue here. We've got red here. And of course, with the ultimate, we've got hollow purple, if you use your imagination. Kind of cheesing, I ain't gonna lie. Kind of cheesing. But you know what? We'll take it. Because this is the closest thing we got to Gojo's abilities in-game. Now, based off of how this is going, there's no way we're gonna lose because obviously Gojo's the strongest. So let me not waste your time. Let's make this quick. Reversal red. And now let's finish it off with this. Yo, I'm Yo, I'm on point with the anime impressions today, boys. Sheesh. We may have won with the Gojo because obviously he's the strongest, but this next boss I'm a little worried about. I'm not gonna lie. We have Beautiful Pirate. Similar to Don Swan, he has a second phase where he gets stronger and goes back to full health. If there's any boss I should be worried about, it's this one right here. Unless we get like Goku or something, because Goku will cook. And we get my worst nightmare. Genos, Rocket, and Bazooka. We're cooked. We're cooked, boys. We're cooked. I mean, at the very least, it's a good Genos cosplay. I mean, gotta give props for that. And you know what? Forget that. We're gonna give it our all, boys. We're gonna get it our all. We're not just gonna sit here and give up. We made it this damn far throughout the video. We're gonna get this W. We're packing this man up. I'm telling you right now, we're packing this man up. I also switched over to Cyborg just because it makes sense. That's literally what Genos is. I have no idea how we're gonna be able to pull this off with just Cyborg, Bazooka, and Rocket, but we're gonna try. Fortunately, though, I don't even have all the abilities on my bazookas. So this is really scuffed, boys. This is really scuffed. I do have Cyborg though, so I'm allowing myself to use V4 if we end up getting it, that is, just because that's exactly what Genos would do in the anime. Mans would get upgraded just to be able to do V4. I promise you he would. We do get the Cyborg V3, which is going to help us deal extra damage and take less damage, so that is good. But you know what? Low-key a strat, I can use the bazooka M1s. I don't even have to get close to them. Oh, that's fire. That's fire. We actually may have this one in the bag, boys. We actually may have this one in the bag. The M1s actually do a good amount of damage. Look at that. 2,832 per M1. We've done well to last this long, but I think we may be able to go all the way and finish this boy off. We're not losing here, boys. Not without a fight, at least. He just went to second phase. Now all we gotta do is just redeal all the damage we just dealt, and he just attacked me once. I'm almost dead, boys. Oh my god. This is not good. This is not good. This is not good. Okay. We just gotta play it safe. We should be good. Ultimate crash out. Let's get it. Let's get it. Boom. We got V4. There's no way we're gonna lose. No way we're gonna lose. No way we're gonna lose with V4, boys. One more hit. Airstrike. There we go. Finally. Oh my gosh, that was so close. That was so close. But somehow we managed to end up doing it with Genos. The literal worst build of the video, I'm not gonna lie. With Beautiful Pirate out the way, we have 2 final bosses remaining. And up next, we got Longma. We got the hardest one out the way, ladies and gentlemen. Smooth sailing from here. Hopefully we can get something good. And we get Nezuko. Really? I was not expecting to get her this video. I ain't gonna lie, Longma, you going down, bruh. You going down. All we get as Nezuko is Sanguine Art and Ghoul Race. But against Longma, I think we shall be fine, boys. We're gonna be straight. This is actually pretty accurate to her powers, like fully in the anime, bro. Like, this is how her powers actually looked. So this is fire. We got Ghoul too, so we can keep just spamming our abilities over and over and over and over again. This is gonna be easy breezy lemon squeezy. Look at it. Look at it. Straight in the corner. Can't even fight back. Got my V3, Devour of Worlds once again, Scarlet Tear, Bloodbane Drain, finish him off with just the M1s. That man out there screaming for help, can't even do anything about it. Getting packed up by a little girl, bro. Really? Getting packed up by a little girl? Just like that? Come on, Longma. Who would have thought Nezuko would be one of the best anime characters of the video? That was just straight up easy. One final boss stands in my way, ladies and gentlemen. One final boss and 1 life left. Can we win? All depends on which character I get from here. We can either get Tanjiro, Zoro, Madara, or Goku. Let's go ahead and spin and see which one we end up getting. I hope for my sake, I hope we get Goku. And yo, this is actually fitting. This is actually fitting, boys. Goku, the strongest for last. Final fit of the video. Goodbye, Nezuko, and hello, Goku. Sheesh, this is such a fire Goku fit. Now with Goku, we're using God Human fighting style, Ghost, and Human race. You're probably wondering why I'm using Ghost, but you know what? Just let me cook. I'll explain it shortly. So with God Human, obviously, this is just tailor-made for Goku. I mean, this fighting style, Goku does every single one of these things in the anime. Human, if we end up getting V4, it's gonna be like Kaioken. But as for Ghost, we have Cross the Underworld, which is basically Kamehameha. That's the closest thing to Kamehameha in the game. game, boys. Let me cook, boys. Let me cook. Now, hopefully we can end up getting Kaioken. Oh, I just got the craziest sniper right there. That was actually insane. Let me hit her with that Kamehameha. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? That just totally just Kamehameha. Hold on, let me chill. Let me run around. Please. Don't hit me. Sniper there. Hit her with these. Get like this. Oh, she still sniped me. Okay. Keep moving 3. Yes, sir. We get increased damage. Weave that. And 1 and 1. Probably would have been better me using Rumble now that I think about it, because Spirit Bomb. But you know what? I wasn't really thinking in the moment, to be honest. Get her there. Boom. Get her like these. Should be good. Yep, avoided that. Actually, we didn't avoid that. I got hit straight on by that. Square on. We have 2,700 health remaining, boys. We gotta chill. Okay, how that? Oh, I avoided that, then walked into it. Okay, boys. This is really tough. I'm about to die, but so is she. How will this end? I'm still only 50% of my V4 bar. I don't think we're gonna get V4 this fight. We can't rely on it. So I've gotta beat her this way. Okay. Avoid that. Hit her with the Kamehameha. Woo, wait, we're cooking, boys. Going with the Soaring Beast. No! Oh my god, that was crazy damage. Crazy damage. Please, boys. We have 1,900 health. Okay, they got. Get with that. Boom. Let me back up. We need to move. We need to run. There we go. Soaring Beast. Boom. Get it with this. No. 1,000 health. Run, boys. I'm literally one tap, but so is she. Come on. Boom. Get her there. Okay, weave. I know she's gonna hit me with that Buddy Sword X right now. Yep, there we go. Now's our time to shine, boys. Weave. Yep. And 1 and 1. We're gonna finish this off the Goku way, boys. Yep. And 1. Finish her off with the fists. Sheesh. Oh my gosh, boys. You know what they say, man. Ain't nobody beating Goku. Goku beats all. This wheel right here has pretty much every One Piece character that has abilities and powers and Blox roots. Let's go ahead and spin it, and hopefully we get something good, because as I didn't mention earlier, I only have 3 lives. If I lose all 3, the video ends, and I gotta get rid of a permanent kitsune. But we get Aokiji for the first one. That's not bad. Now, unfortunately, every character that I use, I have to remove it, so I can no longer get that character or use those powers again throughout the video. Luckily for me, I ain't worried about it, because our first boss, we have the Gorilla King. But hold on, boys. There's still one more thing. Yes, sir. Aokiji in the building. All right, so first boss we have is Gorilla King here. I have reset all my stats, so my stats are pretty much completely matching his. I don't really think we'll have much trouble, though. Ice is pretty overkill for this man. Like, look at this. Ice Bird, boom. Man's already dead. Lethal Surge. And if I need it, just M1 this man. Sheesh. Just pack that man up, and all I got is like level 1 stats. All right, that was our first boss, Gorilla King, out the way. For the next boss, we have the man, the Emperor, the Jester himself, Buggy. Let's see which character we get for Buggy. Hopefully we don't get a really good one. I'm not trying to use up all my good ones off the bat. And we get... Okay, that's not bad. No, bruh. Sabo? This early on? Mans does not stand a chance. I got the Flame Fruit, Pipe, and Dragon Breath. But no more wasted time. Blue Fire Bullets. Hold on. Using Flame is way too easy. Let me just use Pipe. Pipe Ignition. Boom. Dragon Blast. Let me throw him some Dragon Breath in there. Where you think you're going, Buggy? Where you think you're going? Trying to run now? Hold on. Boom. Oh my god, bro has only hit me once. This is about to be a straight wipe, bro. This man never had no chance, man. Let me finish you off. Boom, like this. Hell's Core. Goodbye, Buggy. Just wasted a really good character on that. Just give me some bad ones. I don't want to be using all of my OP ones right off the start. Like these first 2 bosses. No. Uta, bro. I can't believe I'm really about to just use a sound fruit against this weak boss, Shark Saw, bro. Let's waste no more time. Let's just get it out the way. Let me hit this man with these sound abilities. Fortissimo. Boom. Symphonic Radiance. Oh yeah, that boy has no chance. See, let me actually get my tempo meter up, fully maxed out. Hit him with that ult. Yeah, buddy's done. You ain't about to hit me with that Kiribachi, my boy. Oh yeah, I can just outrange this dude. He's literally stuck on the fountain, bro. Crazy part about it is I'm literally just decimating this man, and I don't even have correct stats. Like, I have lower than what I'm supposed to get. He's a level 100 boss. I should have like 100 in each stat, I believe. All right, Arlong, it's time to end your suffering, my boy. It's time to end your suffering. Goodbye, Uta. Now, so far, this has been pretty easy. We've been blowing through every boss. However, later on, the bosses will get more difficult. And remember, I only have 3 lives, and if I lose all of them, the video ends, and I've got to get rid of a permanent kitsune. So I definitely don't want to lose, especially not in first C or second C. I won't feel bad if I lose in third C, though. That wouldn't be bad. No. What? Yamato. There's no shot I'm getting rid of literally the best fruit in the game in first seed. On a Yeti boss of all bosses. This isn't even a real boss. Now, Yeti is a level 110 boss, so I'm putting every single one of my stats to 70 each. I think that's pretty fair. I'm still under level, but since I have kids today, I'm gonna be honest, I'm about to just blow through this man. Foxfire Disruption. Boom. Hold on. Let me pack him up. Curse Enchantment. Boom, boom, boom. Let me hit him with my Iron Mace. Raimi. Okay. Wait. I don't have one of those abilities. Okay. Well, I guess I can't do the Thunder Bagua in this one, bro. Let me hit him with this. Boom. There we go. Foxfire Disruption. Sales Burning Agony. And GG. What a waste of such a good character. Our best character. That is our 4th boss out the way. Yeti. We still have 12 more to get through in first seed. Let's get through this quick. All right. Next character. Let's see who we get. Hopefully we don't get a good character. I want to get all the bad ones out the way. That way we can get smoothly through this. And Magellan. You know what? That's not that bad. Losing Venom to Surly's not terrible, I will say. Magellan in the building. Sheesh. All right, say less. Let's waste no more time. Let's just get rid of this irrelevant ad dude. Nobody even knows who this guy is. Mob leader? Like, this dude is not in One Piece, bro. There he goes right there, though. Bro, so fodder. Took me like 5 seconds. I didn't even get time to commentate. Spin the wheel once again. And we get Bartholomew Kuma. That's not bad. I'm actually glad we're doing this. Now, I ain't gonna lie. This Kuma outfit is a bit wonky, but hey, let's get this over with, bro. Let's get this over with. Go ahead and pack this man up. This man don't stand no chance. Heavy pain. Boom. Huh? Yo, what is up with this lag, huh? Okay. I don't even know what's happening. I don't even know what's happening right now, bro. Pack this man up, hit him with that torture. Boom, hit him with these, Can't let this man hit me at all. I have like very low health. I feel like if he hits me once, I'm gonna die. So let me just use my distance, do it Kuma himself. Uh-oh, damn. One attack did like 200. Yeah, I'm good. Actually, I got armament now. I can use armament now that I got past Snow Island. All right, boom. Torture. That should kill him. Yep. GG's, my boy. 9 more first seed bosses to go. But Saber Expert, we meet again. How crazy would it be if I got Shanks when I'm fighting Shanks? That would be wild. No way. I got Roger, Shanks Captain. That's crazy. This is actually a terrible pick for me because I only have Cutlass, which only has me 2 moves, Quiet Rush and Air Slash. I don't know how we're gonna do this, man, but let's go ahead and try it. Let's see. Hit him. Oh my god. Yo. Wait, what level is this boss again? 200. Oh, I need more stats. 156 in sword. Now we can box. Let me see. Boom. 300. Yo, hold on. I need to choose this, man. This is the only way I'm gonna be able to beat this man. Look at this. Hold on. Quiet Rush. Okay. Yeah, we're about to cheese this man's like this. Matter of fact, I need even more stats in here. We're gonna put 200 because he's level 200, so we gotta match that. Quiet Rush. Boom. We're about to die. Hold on. Let me back up. Hold on. Let me hit this man. Air Slash. Boom. All right, we almost got him down, boys. We nearly died, though. I'm not gonna lie. Look at my health. 300. We got down to 200, like right now, bro. Hold on. Couple more hits. Let me weave. Let me use his ability first. Come on, go ahead, use it. There we go. All right, man. We should be good. Boom. And with this, there we go. Saber Expert down. Yikes. I thought I really had that one in the bag easy, but it turns out I struggled quite a bit. Definitely happy to get off Gold Roger, man. That was one of the ones I wanted to get out the way quick. Let's see who we get next, though. No. This is a good one. Big Mom. This is literally one of my best ones because not only do we get Buddy Sword, we get Spirit. These two together is wild. But we are now on the prison island, and we're not just going to be facing one boss, we're going to be facing 3. Warden, Chief Warden, and Swan. The reason I'm doing this way is because they're literally like all on the same island and super close together, so let's just get out this way. I need to add a lot more stats to Blox Fruit, though. These are like level like 300 bosses. I'm adding like 300 to my Blox Fruit. Come here, boys. Boom. Pack them up. Let me throw my spirits out there. Wrath of Ra. Let me rope in this man. Snipe him there. Get all 3 of these boys at once. And at times, hopefully I can pack these boys up. Crossfire Grass. Boom. Wrath of Shoe. Hit these ones. Pack this man up. Boom. Packing all 3 of these boys up at the same time. I'm telling you, man. I'm genius. Hold on. There we go. Back up. Some spirits. Oh, no. That's crazy. I was talking to I didn't even mean to do that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is one of my lives out the way. We have 2 remaining. I gotta be careful, boys. I gotta be careful, man. There's no way I'm gonna lose again to these boys. Maybe taking all 3 of them on at the same time wasn't a smart idea. Looking back on it now. But we got it in the bag. Now, boys. I ain't worried. Let's get it. That's 2 of them out the way. And we just need Swan. Boom. Let's get him. He's almost dead. Hit him with that. Get some burn damage off that. Wrath of Shoe. There we go. Swan down. 3 for the price of 1. That is 3 whole bosses out the way. 5 bosses remaining left for first seed. Told y'all these bosses would be heating up, boys. We already lost one of our lives in first seed. I gotta lock in. I gotta lock in. Please give me a good character now. Ooh, Marco. Not bad, not bad. Unfortunately, with Marco, we don't get any other weapons or accessories. We only get the Phoenix Fruit. However, the benefit is I have regeneration flames. There's no way I'm dying. Now, Magma Admiral is a level 350 boss, so you know what? I'm putting 350 in every stat. We're almost through first C. We only got a few more bosses to go. After this, 4 more remaining. And you know what? Just to ensure this W, I'm going Phoenix form. Straight up, I'm going Phoenix form. Hit them with Commission Flames. Flaming Exodus. Yup. Pack that man up. And I think when you're in full form, the flight becomes a move, right? Oh yeah, it does. Okay, fire. Let me untransform. It's just easier like this. Last but not least, another Flame Exodus. Magma Admiral down. Look at that, man. He's so happy, man. He's so happy. That would never go like that in One Piece, by the way. Like, the Marco would get packed so quick. Luckily, this ain't the real anime, though, boys. This ain't the real anime. Let's see which anime character we get next. Oh, no. Rob Lucci. Not only do I get the leopard fruit, I also have access to superhuman. A very good fighting style. Let's just go ahead and make this quick. Let me pack this man. Fishman, Hordy Jones up. Boom. Conqueror gun. Hit him with this. You thought it was over? Hold on. Hit him with that finger revolver. You know what? Let's just transform. Let's make this quick. Pack this man up. Boom. Go ahead, transform. Go ahead, transform too, my boy. Wait. Did I just get him stuck in the wall? I got him stuck in the wall. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Where is he at? Oh, he's under there. Okay. This actually works to our benefit, boys. This actually works to our benefit. Okay, never mind. He got unstuck. All right, hold on. Boom. Get him there. Damn, he's doing damage. Hold on. This man doing damage. He's scary. Hold on. Let me spam all my abilities. You know what I'm saying? The typical leopard combo. Boom. Transform. M1. Any last words? Wrong word. Pack them up. 3 more first C bosses. Next stop, the Sky Islands. And we're fighting none other than the Weisper boss. The boss nobody literally cares about. Nevertheless, it is a boss we have to get through. Let's go ahead and spin and see what we get. Hopefully we don't get a bad one. Give me someone decent. Not bad. What? What am I even saying? I don't know what type of English I was speaking, but we got ace. But flame fruit twice in 1C, yeah? That's pretty interesting. I don't think this will be too much trouble, to be honest. All we gotta do is just run around, spam our abilities, and we should be straight. Hell's Core, boom. Prominence Burst. And last but not least, let me hit you with that fire pistol. There we go. Weisper out the way. Second to last boss in first C, we have Eminem, the man himself, the rap god. And for this one, I'm actually going to set my stats right. Like, there's no shot I'm about to fight this man with incorrect stats. 600 in each stat. Spin the wheel again. What character shall I get now? Watch this be the one where it actually gives me a terrible character. You know what? Never mind. That's not bad. Boa Hancock. Sheesh. Oh my gosh. I don't know about y'all, but I do it. Hold on. Let me chill. See, the cool thing about love is I don't even have to fight. I can just do this, use my ultimate, let that man do all the fighting for me. Look at it. This is a max level, like, minion right here, bro. I can just sit here, hands off the keyboard, and just vibe. Look at this peak gameplay right here. Get a minion. Damn. And Nell just got packed up and mans didn't even lose 25% of his health. Hey, Boa got it. Boa got it, bro. And now for the final boss in the first C, Frankie the Cyborg. And for the character, we get Doflamingo. Bit overkill, isn't it? This one's kind of dope because not only do we get the spider fruit, we also get an accessory, the Swan glasses. Or the pink coat, whichever one you decide, but you can't wear 2 accessories at once, so unfortunately, we can't have both. Here we go, boys. Here we go. Swing it into action. Let me hit this man. Over here, the sniper. You know what I'm saying? Silk Prison. It's about to be a breeze. Mans ain't gonna know what hit him. Let me activate armament. Weave all those moves. This was too overkill for Cyborg. I feel bad for the poor man, the poor little Cyborg. I haven't even used my ultimate yet. Let me hit him with it. Heavenly Did you just interrupt my Okay, bro. Okay, you want to play that game? I was trying to be nice to you. End it for you quick. But you wanted to interrupt my ultimate when I was trying to showcase it off, bro. You're gonna pay, my boy. Matter of fact, let me just put in some extra stats just to make this easier. Hold on. Boom. Over here, the sniper. Boom. Heavenly Punishment. Got that, man. Wait, how is that missing? Oh, there it goes. That's crazy, though. Half of that didn't even hit. Hit him with some more spider moves, since that's literally the only thing we got. We don't get any other weapons with Doflamingo. Wait, technically, doesn't Doflamingo use a pistol? He does use a pistol. Hold on. Let me see. Flintlock. Might as well, you know what I'm saying, just to be canonically accurate. Disabling shot, bro. don't even know what that does. What does that even do for him? Does it actually disable his moves? I actually have no idea, bro. But Doflamingo used the flintlock in the anime. That's 100% canon right there, man. So I'm using it. Hit him with this rapid gun. You know what I'm saying? Hit him with the multi-shots. And last but not least, Heavenly Punishment. Hopefully this packs this man up. Okay, never mind. What about this? Overheated sniper? Okay, never mind. What about this? Thermal lacerate? There we go. First C out the way, ladies and gentlemen. That's all of the bosses in first C. Kind of sucks because we got some of our best fruits in first C. Like we got like leopard and kitsune. I wanted to save those for second C because it's gotta be a lot more difficult. Anyways, enough yapping. Experienced captain, take me to the next level. All right, now in second C, we have a lot less bosses to go through than we did in first C, considering there's only 7 that we can actually fight. However, each of the bosses that we are gonna fight in second C are way stronger than first C, so we have to hope we don't get a bad fruit. And remember, we have 2 lives remaining. But for the first boss, we go to the cafe and go up in the flower fields. You have the master of the longsword, Diamante, a family member of the Don Quixote family too. That's interesting since I'm still Doflamingo. But let's see which one we end up getting for this. Diamante is pretty weak, so I don't need anything overkill. Please don't give me anything overkill. Oh, wait. That's too bad. That's too bad. No. Buggy? This is not good. Now, unfortunately, with Buggy, we don't get anything other than just the chopped fruit itself because he doesn't use anything in the anime, like no weapons or nothing like that. And they don't even have anything else in Blox fruits, so this is gonna be tough. I definitely got to get my stats right. Let me see. What level is Diamante even? Level 750. Oh, yeah. We're getting our stats right. We're getting our stats right now. Melee 726. Defense 731. Blox fruit. I'm putting 786. I don't even care. Let's go ahead and make it quick. Tackle. Boom. 756 damage for tackle. How much does dance do? Let me see. Please do a decent amount. 1,102. But those 2 moves together did like no damage to him. Okay. What about party? Will this do any damage? Okay, I see his health like inching down. Just barely. Oh my god, we're taking a lot of damage. We're taking a lot of damage. Bro, how is it that my one thing with chop is that I'm not supposed to take sword damage? But he's literally hitting me with a sword right now. That is insane. Stop complaining though. Let's just go ahead and just pack it up. Nothing we can do but just deal with it right now. Hopefully we don't die from this man's. I'm praying. If we end up dying to the first boss in second C, that'd be crazy. We're already at only 2,000 health. Let me run a little bit. Okay, yep. Coming to him. Use dance. Come on. He's already at half health. We got this in the bag, boys. We got this in the bag. Oh my god, only 1,300 health. Okay, we gotta chill. I ain't gonna lie. I'm hitting the Buggy special. We're running, bro. We're running. Look at the face. It fits so well for this moment. All right, let me hit him here. Okay. Party. I gotta hit the dash. Get this regen, bro. We're literally at 1,000 health. This is so crazy. I'm having to run so bad right now. Hold on. Let me just bait him. Use your move. Okay, let me hit him with these. Okay. Tackle. Yep. Go ahead, use your move, my man. This is so intense, bro. I ain't going outside. I ain't going out like this. Buggy ain't an emperor for nothing, bro. Hold on. Boom. Here we go, boys. Couple more hits. Dance. One more. Tackle. Boom. There we go. Oh my gosh. I didn't think we'd be able to do that. We almost died so many times throughout that fight, but we did it. At least we'll never get this trash fruit again throughout this video. Wheel of Fate. Give me a decent character. Not too good though. Save Whitebeard and Katakuri for last. Save it, please. Ooh, Crocodile. I'll take that. That's not bad. That is not bad at all. Now, unfortunately, in this game, Crocodile doesn't have any accessories or weapons. I mean, I think this was a pretty missed opportunity. He literally uses a golden hook. So we only got the sand fruit, but I think that should be enough against Jeremy. Only one way to find out. Desert Blade. Boom. The benefit to this is I do have long range abilities and I can trap him like this and do stuff like this. Sand tornado. Deep sand. Yep, just chain together my moves like that. Oh yeah, we got this, boys. Look at it. His health's already going down. We're GDs. We're good, boys. We're good. Okay, weave that. Sand coffin. Snipe him there. Stand around a little bit. Desert Blade. Hit him with the 2 moves. We're good. Sand tornado. Get caught in that. And even if I ever get low, I could just do this. Tornado flight. Fly up. Mans can't do anything. He has no aerial abilities. All right, here's how I'm gonna do this. Deep sand. Boom. Hit him with that. Sand coffin. Right. Desert Blade. Boom. Double hit him. When he comes down, use this. Oh yeah. He's almost dead. One more hit. Finish him off with the sand coffin. Man's in there screaming, help, I can't breathe. Jeremy down. That would be a crazy way to die. Die by suffocation from sand? That's insane. Next up, the Fujita boss. We're gonna need a good build for this one. This guy's moveset is annoying. Spinning the wheel, and we end up getting Luffy. Okay, I'll take that. Now, getting Luffy actually was not that bad because technically Luffy does know Rokushiki moves. Like, he knows the shave or whatever. So I'm gonna say I can use Superhuman with this plus rubber because this man Luffy knows how to do all the Rokushiki moves just by watching Blue now. Let's make this quick though. Let's make this quick. This is technically a canon fight because this man done fought Fujitora before in the anime at Dressrosa. So, you know what I'm saying? Technically, we're also in Dressrosa as well here. Only difference is this time, we ain't about to lose. Technically, he didn't lose the Fujitora, but Fujitora definitely let him run away. He would not have beaten him. So we haven't used this. Jet Gatling. Pack that man up. Uh-oh, we got hit by a meteor. Oh my health. Bro. We're actually getting packed. I told y'all this man Fujitora had an annoying moveset, and this is like me with his stats. So if I was higher level, it wouldn't be that bad. Oh my gosh. Boys, 700 health, 700 health. Chill, Fujitora, chill. Pack that man up. He keeps just spamming the meteor. Oh, 200 health, bro. Luffy, you're letting me down, bro. You're letting me down, Luffy. I haven't even upgraded my stats in a while. We're still only level 700 stats. This man's level 900, but I think I could do it with level 900 stats as long as I avoid all these meteors. Boom. Okay, hit him there. Boom. No. That is our second life out the way. We only have one more remaining. If we die one more time, the video ends and I have to give away a permanent kitsune. No more games, Fujitora. Smash, cannon, boom, GG. Fujitora out the way. 1000 melee, 1000 defense, and 1000 Blox fruit. No more chances. The thing about this next boss, boys, is he has 2 different modes and it's got me kind of worried. We have Don Swan. This is one of those bosses where I literally need to get a good character. If we lose on this is the end of the video. And we got it, boys. I'm not even worried. Kaido. Now, the cool thing with Kaido is not only do we get the dragon fruit, we also get this iron mace, just like we did with Yamato, which I'm going to be honest, we're not going to use, but you know what? It's there for the cosmetic, just to make this character as accurate as possible. I think with dragon, we should be completely straight against this man. Like, there should be nothing I should really have to worry about when it comes to Doflamingo. Not only do I get the regular movesets, bro, I get the entire dragon transformation. And you know what? Considering I only can use this fruit once this entire video, I'm using it, boys. I'm using it. As soon as this man goes into his V2 state, we're gonna pack this man up. Heat beam, boom. Draconic claw, boom. Heat beam. There he goes. He's second phase. Now it's time for me to transform. You ain't dodging this, Don Swan. You ain't dodging this. This is not even fair. I get damage reduction in this form too by like 60%. So I'm like not taking no damage, bro. I'm not taking no damage right now. Fire Dragon Shower. Oh, there we go. I had nothing to worry about, boys. I knew it. You know what they say though, boys? When it's a one-on-one with Kaido, always bet on Kaido. You know what I'm saying? Next character, Jack. Very good and bad. The reason why I consider it good is because obviously Mammoth is really good for spamming. Like, there's no shot I'm about to lose with this. And the reason why it's bad, I wanted to save this for 3rd sea. Mammoth in 3rd sea is a really good one to have in 3rd sea, I'm gonna be honest. And the good thing about Mammoth is I do have access to 2 weapons. We get twin hooks and we get Mammoth, so that's pretty good. Also, if you're wondering why I'm still Kaido, I couldn't find a good Jack outfit, so we're staying Kaido, boys. Hold on, Wicked Ice Admiral's getting me kind of low though. Hold on, let me chill. 3000 health. I forgot. He's level 1400. I gotta put my stats in. 1400 melee defense and 1400 Blox fruit. All right, we're good now. Fossil Crusher. Matter of fact, let me just transform. I don't even want to have to worry about nothing. I'm not taking no chances. We're on our last life right now. Yep, pack this man up. You ain't getting through my defense, bro. Stampede to kill him. There we go. GG's. Oh, boys, you know who I forgot to fight? This is actually gonna be crazy. Hold on, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Man. I went straight to Wicked Ice Admiral. I was supposed to go to lava and fight this man instead. The Smoker Admiral. That's crazy. All right, let's just get him out the way real quick. No. I guess this is karma. Who would have thought I would get category my best entire character in this entire kit on Awakening like Smoker Admiral? That is insane. That really sucks, man, because with Dough, not only do we get the Dough fruit itself, and I'm gonna use it in an Awakened form, we get Pale Scarf, which increases our defense and gives us better observation hockey, and we get the Spiky Trident. Literally our best kit in the entire video. No need to guess how this is gonna go though. I'm obviously gonna win this. I've already had my stats upgraded to the 1400 stats. There's absolutely no way this man could pull off the W. Missile Jab, boom, Dough Hurricane. Yep, get him there. All right. Piercing Clothesline. Yeah, you never stood a chance. Matter of fact, I'm going to finish you off like this. As soon as this Dough Fist Fuchsia ends, Miss Pastry River. Boom. There we go. Pull this man in. Wait, somehow he gets stuck. Okay. Maz wants to delay his death, You only delayed it by a few seconds, my boy. I'm sorry to say, the fun is about to end. We have our final 2nd sea boss, Tide Keeper. This one's an interesting one just because he has a random chance of spawning a sea beast, and in which case, I will get jumped. So for this one, I'm actually relying on the wheel to give you a good character. I can't get someone bad like Bellamy or like Shanks or anything like that. No, you're gonna give me only swords. I can't believe I just got Zoro on this boss. There's gonna be a high chance we lose this. You know what? It doesn't even matter that we only got 3 swords. I'm about to pack this man up. I'm about to pack this man up into the no tomorrow. Boom. Dragon Hurricane. Deal as much damage as I can. 8,826 just from 2 moves alone. All right, hold on. Let me hit this man with the M1s. I got Observation Hockey because Zoro has Advanced Observation and Conquerors and Armament. Pretty sure Zoro possesses all 3 forms, so it makes sense. Boom. Oh yeah, we're packing this man out. Didn't even matter. 30,000 damage? Just have a couple M1s and 2 moves? Okay, yeah, we're good. We're good, boys. We're good. One of his moves. Okay, if he spawns that sea beast. Oh my god, right on cue. Okay, I should be good with the Observation Hockey on. Let me see. Does it dot? Nope. The roar instantly takes away Ken. Man's went away. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Tidekeeper's almost dead. Tidekeeper's almost dead. Come on, Zoro. Come on, Zoro. Put in work. Put in work. Put in work. Wolfang Rush. No, this damn sea beast. Dragon Hurricane. Boom, boom, boom. Look up. Wolfang Rush. Oh my god, this damn sea beast is beaming me. Bro's got aimbot or something. You ain't phased Gabi, bro. Relax. Weave that. Okay, that was the perfect Ken trick right there. All right, here we go. Wolfang Rush. GG. Oh my gosh. That was so close. That was so close. That is every single boss in second C out the way, though. 1 C remains. Kind of fitting, considering I only have 1 life left. Mr. Captain, take me to the 3rd level. This is going to be our first boss in 3rd C. Man's name is Stone. Level 1550. I don't even know who this is. Comment down if y'all know who this is in the One Piece anime. I don't. Definitely ain't worried about him, though, but I do want to get rid of some of the bad characters. Like, please give me someone like Smoker or Usopp. Please, 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 please. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. This works. Now, with Brook, this is actually a really good one because we get the Ghost Fruit, which has a lot of capabilities to it. I get to summon 3 of me. If I die, I technically don't die. I get another life. We also get the Soul Cane, which is a weapon for stunning, and we get the Soul Guitar. So it's a pretty decked out build. I was hoping to save this one for like the later bosses in 3rd C, but hey, I'll use it now, and that's cool because if we end up dying, we don't die, technically. Ghostbusters, this is the move I'm talking about, where we get 3 of me. You know what I'm saying? They use all the same movesets as me, so it's really convenient. Oh yeah, this dude's about to get packed. This dude's about to get packed, bro. Boom, boom. Look at this. Look at this. Soul Guitar. Pack this man up. Pack this man up. Spectral Release. Let me pull up my Ghostbusters again. I'm gonna let these boys do the work. I'm gonna let these boys do everything else. Appreciate you, me. Appreciate you. 3 me's. Let's see which character I get next. Let's see which one I get next. Moria. That's interesting. Very good fruit to get in 3rd C. I'm not gonna lie. Shadow's like a very like one-on-one type of fruit, so I'm glad we got this here. Now, unfortunately for Shadow, I couldn't find a good Moria costume, so y'all just gonna have to deal with Brook twice. I ain't gonna lie. Similar to what we did with the other one, Jack. Let me just go ahead and pack up Boa Hancock, which is our next boss. Boom. I didn't even upgrade my stats yet. Hold on, hold on. You know what? I'm not even gonna upgrade my stats. We're gonna keep them as they are. I'm rocking the 1550 stat points right now. We still about to pack up Boa Hancock. Boom, 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 boom. Unfortunately, with Shadow, we don't get any other weapons or accessories. Like, we literally only get Shadow. But the cool thing is, Shadow does have some cool features to it. We have this Umber Meter, which increases the damage I do for my ult. We also have Nightmare Leech, which heals me a bit. I'm probably gonna need that in a second. Hold on, let me hit him with this. Boom. Nightmare Leech. Yep. Get that little health boost. We should be good with health boost. We should be good with health boost. She's almost dead. She's almost dead. This is actually a bit of a breeze, to be honest. Can't imagine getting packed up by a skeleton posing to be somebody else, bro. That is crazy. Nightmare Leech, though. Bro, how many times do I miss that? Oh my gosh. Somber Rebellion. Let's go under Umbrage. This should be it. There we go. Boa Hancock down. That is Stone and Island Empress out the way, but we still have 5 more 3rd C bosses to go through. Kilo Admiral, Captain Elephant, Beautiful Pirate, Longma, and Cake Queen. Let's see if we can defeat them all. And obviously next, as y'all just saw on that list, we have the Kilo Admiral. I ran out of majority of my really good characters. Now I'm only with like decent or actually I take that back. Akainu, that's not a bad character whatsoever. Bump all my stats up to 1750 each. Now with Akainu, the thing that sucks is we don't get any sort of weapons or accessories. We literally only get Magma. But this is not bad though, because Awakened Magma has some of the highest raw damage in the game for fruits. So we should be good. Let's go ahead and see. How much does Magma Shower do? It's full Magma Shower, 4,738, and we only have 1,750 in fruit. That's not bad. So let's just keep spamming our moves. Boom. Pack them up. Pack them up. Volcanic Storm. 15,000 damage in seconds. Sheesh. We should be good. We should be good, boys. Does this Beast Ride do damage? Let me see. Oh, the Beast Ride does do damage. Just a little bit, though. But hey, damage is damage. But we are almost done. A little bit more hits. Last but not least, Volcanic Storm. That's Kilo Admiral out the way. 4 more bosses. I think it would have been really interesting if I had to end up getting Jack against the elephant boss. Unfortunately, though, that character got used up in 2nd C. Let's see who we get instead, though. We may be able to still get like a cannon fight. Actually, I don't even think I have any characters that are a cannon fight for that. It doesn't even matter anyways. We get Enel. Jack and Enel definitely have never met in their life. Enel's low-key a pretty cool pick because we also get Pole 2nd form, or you could use 1st form. I don't know why you would use 1st form. Nobody uses 1st form. And it also makes sense because technically, like, Enel's a Skypiea. No, he's not a Skypiea. broken. I can't even use it. Let's just go ahead and just pack this man up. Let's see how this goes. Oh, wait. 1875. You know, I got to put stats in. 1850. I'm going to just put 1850 in. That should be good enough. Let's see how this goes, Jack. Let's see how this goes. Jack versus Enel. Who would win in the anime? If y'all say anyone other than Enel, y'all are just smoking, bro. Y'all are just smoking. Hold on. Lightning Beast. Boom. Wait, would Enel actually lose to Jack? I don't know. Enel could lose to Jack, to be honest, bro. He actually might. Now that I think about it, bro. I am getting packed, though. I will say my health is going down quick. Relax, my boy. It ain't that deep. Look at this. Bro. Thunder Spirit Bomb. Boom. Weave. What? That man just pulled me back inside Ken. So that just goes through Ken, huh? All right. Thunderstorm. Lightning Beast. Back up. Just a little bit more to go. Man is just surviving for dear life. Like, how does he even have so much health, bro? This doesn't make sense. And I'm about to die myself, I'm gonna be honest. Look at this. Oh my gosh, 2,000 health, 2,000. This is crazy, boys. This is crazy. There's no way it ends here. Boom. Okay, there we go. Thunderstorm. Come on. Ooh, 2,000 health. Oh my gosh. Please hit him. Lightning Beast. He's like so close to dying, bro. He's like literally a sliver. Thunder Beast. There we go. Oh my gosh. I guess we got our answer, boys. Who would win between Enel or Jack? The winner. What the heck is happening to my face? All right, bro. I don't know what the heck is going on. That's cursed. Up next, boys, we have the hardest boss in the game. Even harder than the last one we're going to be fighting, Big Mom. The one I'm worried about the most. The beautiful pirate. If I don't get a good character for this one, I'm genuinely cooked. I need to get a good character. Please. Oh. I think we got it. I think we won. Kizaru. I've bumped all my stats to 2,000 each. I think we should be ready. Now, unfortunately, with light, we only get light, no accessories or weapons. However, the benefit to light is I get this shining flight, I could run away, and I get long range moves like divine arrow and hand of emperor. Realistically, we should be good. Only one way to find out, though. Let's just do it, boys. We also get M1s, so we can do a little sword M1s if we gotta get close, which helps us out. We have like technically a sword, like a built-in sword. All right. Quickly pack this man up. Go ahead, just use observation hockey so that way I don't take much damage. Hit him with this as much as I can. Boom, divine arrow. Hit him with that. M1. Okay, you know, let me save my dodges. I can take a little bit of damage. We got more health now. Now, the issue with this boss is this boss has 2 phases. Once I get this boss to around 30% health, he transforms, gets full health once again, and his damage increases significantly. It's kind of scary, honestly. Okay, Wrath of God. Hit him with this. Oh my gosh, how is he able to hit me from that far? That doesn't even make sense. Keep him long range. Light Free Destroyer. Boom, run away. Boom. He's almost about to transform, boys. Let me run away. Oh my god, 2,000 health. Okay, I gotta run, boys. I ain't gonna lie. Call me shameless. Say whatever you want. I gotta do it. 1,000 health. Okay. Here's what I'm doing. I'm running all the way up here, right? And I'm chilling up here. And when I need to, boom. Oh, that actually hits him. Oh my god, this is actually a pog strategy. Boys. I'm about to heal up and just hit him with this divine arrow so he can't regen. That's genius. Can I just get him to a stage where he's about to transform? Okay, hold on. Oh, there he goes, boys. You guys see it? He just went full health. Now he's stronger. Oh, I may even have to use V4, boys. I ain't gonna cap. We got him around half health, but this is tough. It's come to this, boys. I gotta use V4. I got to. I know Kizaru never did this in the anime, but we gotta do it, boys. We had to do it. Okay. Let me hit him here. Oh, we're still down with V4. Okay, let me just hit him here. Come on. We can do this, boys. We can do this. Boom. Light Speed Destroyer. Oh my gosh, we're still losing with V4. Oh my god. Okay, boys, we got this. 100%. We got this. What? Oh. Okay. Divine arrow. We can't lose. Hit him with this. V3. Hit him with this. Come on. Make him deal. Where's he at? Come on. Get him. There we go. Oh my gosh. We literally just lived with 1,200 health. I think with him out the way, we may have this one in the bag, boys. That was the hardest boss of the game. Trust me, boys, the next boss is nothing compared to the beautiful pirate, which is kind of weird. You think this boss would be first before beautiful, but whatever. Next boss, we have Longma. As long as I don't end up getting someone trash for Big Mom, I think we got this in the bag. Oh my god. This late in the game. Sanji. That is so dumb. Only having black leg and nothing else is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I bumped my stats up to 2,300 for this guy. Let's see what level is he. He's only 2,000. You know, but he's the second to last boss, so it doesn't even matter. Let's just go ahead and get this out the way. Longma, you about to get packed, my boy. You about to get packed. Boom. Pack him up. 1 bullet. Get him there. Vermilion drill. Oh, damn. He's actually fighting back. And he does damage. Okay. So this guy's like a glass cannon, bro. Low key. M1. Now, y'all boys are about to see why I said this guy is not even close to as hard as Beautiful Pirate. Like, Beautiful Pirate was like a whole damn raid boss low key, bro. This guy, he's just here. You know what I'm saying? He just be chilling. He does some decent damage, but he's got like no health. Like, look at this. We're about to pack this man up. Boom. Boom. Get him there. Let me do this. Final form. We're on our final form. Rocket kick. Boom. Wind bullet. Boom. Get him there. Vermilion drill. Yep. You ain't escaping this one, bucko. You ain't escaping this one, bucko. It's wraps now. You got packed up by a non-existent version of Sanji. The universe where he somehow knows Angel V4. Something that doesn't even exist in One Piece. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now on the final boss of the video, Big Mom herself. Big Mom is not harder than Beautiful Pirate. However, she's close to the level of Beautiful Pirate. So I need someone good. And we get Pell, the person that uses Falcon. You gotta be kidding me. Well, it's finally time we put our fruit stats to max, and every stat for max. This is the last boss. If I somehow manage to pull this win off with Falcon, I am goated. Let's waste no more time. Let's get this out the way. I could not find a good Pell costume for the life of me, so I just ended up using my own character's costume. The reason why I'm using Warden's sword is because I looked into Pell's character. He uses some sort of sword in One Piece that doesn't exist in Blox fruits. However, I did find that the Warden sword looks pretty similar to the one he uses, so hopefully y'all are cool with me using that. Let me just see if I can pull this off. If I can pull off a W using Falcon, I'm goated. Pretty sure Pell didn't have observation haki, but I'm not doing this fight without observation haki. I'm gonna be honest. Are we actually cooking with Falcon? Are we actually cooking with Falcon, bro? Because I feel like I'm doing good damage to K Queen. I feel like I'm doing good damage. Boom. Okay, pack her up, pack her up, pack her up. For this one, I won't use V4 because there's just no world where Pell would ever use V4. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, I just had to take that head on. We are not winning this, boys. We are not winning this. I highly doubt we will win this. How does that even hit me? All right. Let me do this. Hit her with that. Try to fend her off. Okay, avoid that. Wind burst. Hit her with this. Soaring Talon. Boom, boom, boom. Bone Crusher. We can win this. We can win this, boys. We can win this. Let me just run, regen. Multi-target slash. Wind burst. We got this, boys. We got this. Look at this. We got the strat. If we just keep running, we could do this. It's just gonna take us like 30 minutes. All right, boom. That's like 10% of her health out the way, and I've been fighting her for like, I don't know, 2 minutes maybe. Let's just keep doing this. I don't know out of all the characters I could have gotten why I would have gotten Pell. I don't even remember this guy. Was he in the Alabasta arc, bro? All right. Let's just keep weaving. We got this, boys. We got this. We can actually do this. We can do this. I know we can. We just keep repeating this over and over again and just don't get too cocky. We got this. Oh my god, we got hit right there. That was the first time we got hit in a while. This is gonna be a long fight. We could do it. I got her under half, boys. I've been fighting her for literally like 10 minutes. This is an insane fight, boy. Oh my gosh, bro. Hold on. Bro, she just flung me like crazy. Hold on, I can't let her regen. Okay, avoid that. Boom. Wind burst. We got this, boys. We got this. She's so close to dying. I can't believe we're actually managing to pull this off with Falcon of all fruits. Uh-oh, we're starting to get low. I got hit with a few moves. Come on. We got this. Come on. She's like literally one time. But so am I. Okay, come on. Wind burst. One more hit. We're actually about to pull this off. Soaring Talon. We actually did it! And it all starts with the worst fruit in the game, Rocket. Now this fruit, you have 5 different abilities. First one being Missile Fist, second one being Air Strike, followed by Rocket Crash and Blast Off. And even though Rocket's one of the coolest common fruits in the game, it's not in One Piece at all. Because the closest ability to One Piece is by the user Baby 5. She uses the Buki no Mi. You guys can see kind of like a Missile Fist she's using right here. But honestly, it's really just a bit of a stretch. Like that's not even close to this. So far, first fruit Rocket, I've got to put it straight in no similarity tier. But next up, we got the spin fruit, and as the name implies, everything revolves around spinning. Now in the game, this is very bad fruit. I mean, the range is just kind of really low. The damage is kind of mid. As you guys can see, it's a bit of a trend. I will say though, this helicopter flight looks pretty interesting. And in the anime, the user that uses it is named Buffalo. It's called the Guru no Mi. As you can see, it's pretty accurate in terms of helicopter spin. But unfortunately, this is literally all we ever see him do in the anime. So despite the fact that spin's pretty accurate, like none of these abilities like happen in the anime. They really just freestyle with all of this, which they did a good job of doing. But despite that though, I'm not gonna lie, I'm still gonna put spin in accurate tier. They did a decent job for what they had to work with. But let's see if the blade fruit is accurate. This used to be the chop fruit and it recently got reworked to avoid copyright. So is it still similar? Now this fruit actually has a passive that makes it impervious to all sword attacks. If I try to get attacked by a sword user, I just simply deflect all of it. And as for abilities, we have an M1 right here. We have our next ability, Razor Cyclone, which kind of launches you forward. Blade Dance, which is a barrage ability. Saw Shredder, long range ability, and Turbine Flight, where you just use your hands to propel yourself forward. And of course, in the anime, the person that uses the chop fruit, which is what blade fruit's based off of, is of course Buggy the Clown. As you guys can see right here, however, looks literally nothing like what we saw in Blox fruits, with the only thing maybe being similar is when Buggy did this. He did his little chop barrage frenzy or whatever he wants to call it. This right here where he's just throwing himself, which I guess is kind of similar to this, but not really at all. It used to be closer. So sadly, now the blade fruit's gonna have to go straight in, not even close to here. I can't justify putting it any higher. Moving on up next though, we got the spring fruit. Now with this fruit, all of the attacks are spring related based off of the name, and first one looks like this. Spring knock, kind of like you extend your arms a little bit. Spring snipe, your legs become above spring, propel yourself forward. Spring cannon, kind of similar thing, except instead of springing yourself forward, you just jump up and down. Yeah, this fruit's pretty bad. But next up, we got spring leap, just launches you forward. And last but not least, the ultimate, spring emperor. Yeah, you just go crazy with springs. Overall, pretty bad ability on Blox fruits, but that stands true to One Piece as well. Because in the anime, spring fruit is used by none other than Bellamy. And as you guys can see right here, he just did spring leap, spring tackle. Like, this is super accurate from what I'm seeing so far. But trust me, it gets even better. Because right here, we can see he's doing spring emperor. And it's literally super accurate to the game. Like, look, this is how it looks right there. And then another look at it right here, looks exactly the same. And if you can't see the similarities, you might need to get your eyes checked. But me personally, man, this is gonna be our first of the video, but I've got to put spring fruit all the way in copyright tier. This is like stupid close. And because of that comment I just made, I wouldn't be surprised if we got a spring rework anytime soon. But up next, we've got the bomb fruit. Bomb fruit's pretty decent in this game. We have a long range ability targeted bomb where you kind of just shoot a bomb where you target this, literally like the name implies. Next up, we got bomb grab where you kind of lunge at someone, grab them and explode them. Landmines where you just set mines on the floor and whoever steps on these will get exploded. Explosive jump where you propel yourself forward. And this is a weird pose. Anyways, this is how that looks. And last but not least, self-destruct. The more you hold this, the more damage you deal until it's a big explosion, which does stupid amounts of damage. But how accurate is it to the anime? I'd say pretty decent. Now, the user of the bomb fruit in One Piece is a guy named Mr. 5. And as you guys can see right here, he just used targeted bomb. He literally flicked his booger at this guy and exploded targeted bomb. Unfortunately, though, this guy, Mr. 5, does not get much screen time, so we don't really get to see many of his abilities. Most of it is just that booger flick, which is kind of disgusting. But one other thing we do get to see him use is kind of like a landmine ability. You see, he puts that little mine down there and explodes Vivi. We also get to see explosive grab right here, and that's about it. Because he didn't get much screen time, we didn't get to see him do anything like explosive jump or self-destruct. So yeah, Blox fruit's kind of just freestyled for that. Despite that, though, I honestly think they did a pretty good job of doing it based off the anime, so this is gonna go straight in accurate tier, actually above spin. Almost done with the common fruits. We have two more. Next up, we have the smoke fruit. This one, we got a lot of smoke-based abilities. First one being smoke slam, which is a nice little slam down. Smoke blast, a long-range smoke attack, which is actually a barrage. Smoke liberation, kind of like that. And then smoke bomber, where you kind of fly up and just throw smoke bombs down. One of my favorite common fruits in the game. And as for the anime, the smoke fruit is used by a guy named Smoker in One Piece. Kind of an interesting name, I'm not gonna lie, but he is absolute dookie. Like, he does not do much in One Piece. That said, though, you guys can see this is fairly accurate. Like, just for example, we got smoke blast right there. This right here could kind of be like smoke liberation, low-key. And of course, we got smoke bomber, man. They actually cooked. The only thing they really didn't do, I guess, would be kind of like smoke slam, but he's done abilities similar to that. So you know what? The smoke fruit, man, it's not gonna go in copyright tier, but it is gonna go in very accurate tier. They made it pretty close. And last but not least, for the common fruits, we have the spike fruit. Now, just showcasing this real quick, this is a pretty trash fruit, I'm not gonna lie. We have spike summon, which allows you to summon a big spike wherever you point this at. Whirlwind, which is basically you turn into a Beyblade and start spinning around. Spiky ball, turn into a ball, and you just start attacking people. And then spike barrage. Now, in One Piece, this is the user of the spike fruit, and I'm not gonna lie, it's not very accurate. The way it's used in Blox fruits is not at all how it's used in One Piece. She kind of turns her bodies into spike instead of using like long range spikes. What we do get, though, is her becoming this little hedgehog, which is exactly like spike ball. Nevertheless, though, spike fruit is pretty accurate. I'm gonna put that actually above bomb. And now we're moving on to the uncommon rarity of fruits, starting with the flame fruit. We about to cook. And flame fruit has a bunch of cool abilities like blue fire bullets. You shoot out literally blue long range fire bullets, prominence burst, a long range fire blast, flamey vortex, a vortex of flames, rocket flight, literally flying with fire, and most cool of all, Hell's Core, a literal spirit bomb of fire. We all know the user of flame fruit in One Piece, Portgas, D-Ace, or Saba, whichever one you want. And I'm gonna be honest, it's really accurate to Blox fruits. We just saw two abilities that look exactly like what we saw in Blox fruits. We got fire guns right here, which is the blue fire bullets we saw, just this is red. Of course, can't forget flame commandment, fire pillar, which is flaming vortex. And of course, last but not least, we've got Hell's Core, or flame emperor in the anime, bruh. Literally 5 for 5. All abilities 100% accurate. I told you we was about to cook. Flame fruit, man, is gotta go straight copyright tier, and I'm gonna put that above spring. I don't know how they haven't reworked that yet. But anyways, enough yapping. Next up, we got the ice fruit. Let's see how close this one is to the anime. First off, we start off with the ice spear. It's a nice little M1 we can use like a little bit of a sword. First ability, we got glacial storm. You summon a tornado of ice. Glacial surge, a nice little pillar of ice you shoot out of your legs. Frozen dragon, a long range ice dragon that stuns anybody in the area. We have ice skating and absolute zero, basically just an AoE of ice. And if we compare it to the anime, this is Kuzan, who uses the ice fruit in the anime. And we can see right here, he does ice age, which is absolute zero. He literally just froze a sea beast, bro. You can't tell me that ain't ice. And right here, we got ice saber, of course. You can't forget the ice sword. They also got that in the anime. And of course, we got Kuzan's pheasant beak attack, which is kind of like the frozen dragon attack we saw earlier. Just look at this, bro. Straight beautiful. Honestly, the ice fruit is pretty fairly accurate to the anime. I mean, not all the moves are that similar. We don't see any ice skating. Cold storm wasn't used. But other than that, glacial surge, frozen dragon, absolute zero. Pretty good. Which in my opinion puts the ice fruits in the middle of accurate tier. But what about the sand fruit, ladies and gentlemen? With this fruit, we have a lot of long range abilities, such as desert blade. We even got sand coffin, which actually stuns your enemy in a coffin of sand and explodes. Sandstorm, where you summon a tornado of sand. Tornado flight, you literally just start flying. And of course, we got deep sand. You throw out a little ball of sand, which explodes and has a big AoE. Very fire fruit in the game, and it's even more fire in the anime, because it is used by none other than Crocodile. And as you can see right there, that was the first ability we just saw in Blox fruit. So far it's pretty accurate. And of course, we got Sable's the sand tornado. Last but not least, Sable's Pesado. Look at that. Just like in Blox fruits. So honestly, if you ask me, Blox fruits did a real good job of making it close to the anime, which means this may get revamped sometime soon. Because today, I'm gonna put the sand fruit in very accurate tier, man. They made that close. But next up, we have the Yonko Darkbeard's fruit, the dark fruit. Darkness fruit, whatever you want to call it. This fruit's actually very good in the game, primarily being good for PvP rather than grinding, and we have different abilities such as Dark Rocks, a long-range rock attack or dark attack, Abyssal Darkness, where you suck the enemy in, pause, and then kind of explode. Endless Hole, you do a little black hole at the bottom that slows them. Ghastly Step, you teleport for some reason. I don't know why that's there. But last but not least, we have World of Darkness, a dark spirit bomb, which you can throw down and explode. Now for the anime, I just want to say this man, Darkbeard, is a straight menace. Like, you do not want to mess around with this guy. But as for accuracy to Blox fruits, we can see that was World of Darkness right there pretty much. This could kind of be considered like the black hole ability. Yeah, that's exactly what it is, black hole. And we even got the ability where he just pulls Ace in. Like, Ace isn't even close right now, and he just sucks that boy in. Pause once again. Overall, Blox fruits' dark is actually very accurate to the anime, although I don't know where they got Ghastly Step from. That man never did that. Hey, I'm actually gonna put the dark fruit in copyright tier. That's scarily accurate. Might be time to rework at Blox fruits the way you guys have been avoiding copyright. Speaking about avoiding copyright, we actually have one of the most recently reworked fruits in the game, the eagle fruit. This fruit obviously gives you the powers of an eagle, and we have multiple different things from M1s that you can hold and use that explode feathers, wind burst, feather storm, which is a barrage, bone crusher, and soaring talon. Basically the same thing. You just lunge forward and explode them. Now in the anime, this fruit's actually called Falcon, and it's used by a guy named Pell. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not very accurate. Like, we can see he's transformed into an eagle right now, or a falcon, but the actual abilities he uses throughout the anime are not at all close to what we have at the eagle fruit. With the only move being maybe close to Blox fruits is what he does right here. He kind of uses like a wind burst with feather attacks, and that's literally the only attack we ever really saw him use in One Piece. Which means the reworked eagle fruit has to go straight in the no similarities tier list. Which means this rework did justice if they were trying to avoid copyright, because now it doesn't even look like it at all. And now we have the last of the uncommon fruits, Diamond. Diamonds are interesting because we have a transformation, which you guys can see kind of turns us into like the Ben 10 diamond form, but this also doubles down as a move instead of just a transformation. We use it and it explodes. We also have an M1. Next up, we have Shard Storm, which is a long range kind of diamond attack. Shimmering Disruption, a close range attack that stuns and blinds the enemies, and Prismatic Reflection, which kind of reminds me of like Haku's ability from Naruto. It's just a bunch of mirrors reflecting an attack. Honestly, pretty OP. Now in the anime, this fruit is used by a guy named Jozu. They call him Diamond Jozu. That's his nickname. Get it? Because he has the diamond fruit. Anyways, he doesn't really get much screen time during the entire anime other than Marineford arc. But you guys can see right here, this is kind of like the encrust ability. So this is him activating the fruit. But the actual abilities he uses, I don't remember them being close to what we have in Blox fruits. So sadly, we don't see him do none of this or this. But technically, we do see him do this. Which I guess there's some similarity because of the encrust and then the M1 punch. We could justify putting this in not even close tier, because there is little bit of similarities, but not much. Moving on to fruit number 14, we have the light fruit. Yes, sir. One of the Marine Admiral's fruits. Now for this test, we're actually going to go ahead and go with the unawakened version of light. And you guys will see why in a second. The first thing you'll notice is we do have a little light spear that we use to attack, similar to ice. But for our abilities, most of them are just light based. Like we have light ray, barrage of light. You kind of shoot up to the air and shoot a bunch of barrages. Reflection kick. We have light flight. And last but not least, sky beam barrage. Now in the anime, this is used by Admiral Kizaru from One Piece. And we can see right here, he does the light kick. So that's one move he's got down. We even got the light sword right here. That's 2 for 2. We got the light flight right here. And we even got the little light barrage he does here, making this literally 5 for 5 from the anime and Blox fruits. It's no wonder they changed it from the awakening, because this is scarily close. It's gonna go straight in copyright tier, boys. I'm not gonna lie. Can't go anywhere else. It's main character time, ladies and gentlemen. We've got the rubber fruit next, and you know they're gonna cook for this. Now in this fruit, we have multiple abilities that also change when you transform in Gear 2, which we're gonna wait for that to go off cooldown so we can test it out. But for now, we have M1 right here, which is like Gum Pistol. We have Cannon, which is, I guess, Bazooka. We have Smash, which is Battle Axe, I think. And of course, we got the infamous Gum Gatling. Like I said earlier, once you transform, it just basically enhances all those abilities. We have Jet Pistol now, we have Cannon, Jet Cannon, or Jet Bazooka, that one right there, and of course, a better slingshot. Needless to say, it's super accurate to the anime. We can literally see him doing the Gear 2 pose right now. And throughout this entire fight against Blue and O, we can see Jet Pistol right there, which is the M1 from Blox Roots. We can see the move where it teleports above, slams down right here, and we get slingshot. And of course, we get Jet Gatling, man. Such a crazy moment right here. Needless to say, Blox Roots Gear 2 is very accurate to the anime. In fact, it's 100% accuracy. Rubber fruit goes in copyright tier. But moving on from rubber, we've got the ghost fruit next. Second to last rare. Now this fruit just got completely revamped almost 2 years ago now, and the abilities look honestly a lot different than they used to. First off, we got Shivering the Possession. Next up, we have Wandering Soul, where you're kind of just flying. We got Spectral Release, Surprises on the World, and then we got Ghostbusters. You summon 3 clones of yourself, which do the exact same attacks as you do, except they're very weak. Now in the anime, the ghost fruit is used by none other than Brook. But I'm not gonna lie, Brook does not use his devil fruit that much. Most of the time he fights with his Soul King. And honestly, when I think about it, there's not really any abilities Brook uses that are similar to the moveset we have with Ghost. So sadly, Ghost fruit has to go in no similarities tier. One more rare left, and that is Magma fruit. We're gonna showcase this one very quickly, because you guys are gonna see we won't even need to show most of the moves. First off, we got Magma Shower, literal fist of barrage of magma fists. Great Magma Hound. We have Beast Ride, which you literally start riding one of the magma fists. And Volcanic Storm, a massive magma fist that explodes into a bunch of other mini magma fists. And when you compare it to the anime counterpart, you can really see that in terms of accuracy, it's pretty down packed. Look, this is Akainu, the user of magma. He's super deadly in the anime, and literally this is what he does. He literally just throws out big magma fists or magma based attacks. It is 100% accurate to the anime, as it should be. Magma should really be no other way. So for that, it's gonna go straight in copyright tier. And that marks the last fruit of the rares. We only have 2 more tiers left, legendary and mythic. And it's fitting that we just got done with the Kainu, because now we're gonna have to move up to Whitebeard. We're moving on to the Quake fruit. Quake's got some very simple abilities. Fatal Demolisher, you pull someone in and knock them away. We got Air Crusher, you literally just throw a big wave of Quake, Spatial Shock Wave, and then now we have what Quake is known most for. It's literal specialty and flagship move, Sea Quake. You summon literal waves from the sea by how much you quake the earth. Let's be honest, you guys all know who Whitebeard is, even if you're not a One Piece fan. We can see that this is fairly accurate. He's doing the Sea Quake right here, literally punching the air and then summoning great tidal waves, which gets frozen by Kuzan. But that's besides the point. Every move we see him do in the anime is exactly what we see in Blox Roots. He literally pulls this guy in and slams his face in, just like Fatal Demolisher. And we even got the Air Crusher right now, where he just throws out a wave of just shock and quake. Let's just say Blox Roots understood the assignment when it came to the Quake fruit. That's all I have to say on that one. 2 in a row. Dang, I feel like I'm giving out a lot of copyright tiers, but they did Quake justice, bro. Let's go with a copyright tier. Will this continue though? Next up, we have the Buddha fruit. We all know what the Buddha fruit's known for. This right here, the transformation that turns you into a Buddha. Nobody really even uses all the abilities for this. I mean, we have like ability called Heavenly Impact, Light of Annihilation, which is actually surprisingly long range attack, Retribution Dash, where you kind of grab people, and of course, Twilight of the Gods. Honestly, looks very fire in the game. It's also one of the most used fruits. However, that is not the case for the anime, because we literally only see it used once, and all Sengoku does, which is the user of Buddha, is just transform into the Buddha. And then he does like the Heavenly Impact, maybe, like he kind of just like punches the ground, which which is kind of similar to this, but I'm gonna be honest, literally he didn't do any of these other abilities. Like Light of Annihilation, Twilight of the Gods, Retribution Dash, he didn't do none of those. So Buddha, man, you're gonna go straight into just accurate. We got the Love Fruit next. Ooh, the next legendary. This one's actually interesting. This got reworked like 2 years ago, and the abilities are way different than they used to be. First off, we have Heart Shot, a long-range heart bow shot. Cupid Zone, shoot out a nice arrow that has an AoE, irresistible attraction. Anyone that's in the circle gets brought closer to you. Flamingo Ride, you literally just summon a flamingo out of nowhere. Like what is this, Naruto summoning jutsu? And then Besto Friendo. Similar to Ghost, you summon a little NPC that fights for you. Now, Boa Hancock, which is the user of the Love Fruit, the anime primarily uses long-range attacks that turn people into stone if you're attracted to it, which is not at all similar to how it works in Blox Fruits. The only ability I guess you could say is kind of similar is this Pistol Kiss one. It's a long-range, just like kind of like love shot, which I guess is kind of similar to Heart Shot. Not really, because this one kind of explodes. I don't know, bro. I'm trying to see what the similarities are. It's not close. So unfortunately, Love Fruit is gonna go in not even close tier. Ooh, next up we got the Creation Fruit. This just got reworked in the game. Used to be the Barrier Fruit, which is actually really accurate to One Piece, which is why they reworked it. How accurate is it now? First off, we have an M1, which is kind of like Barrier Wall. You summon a little wall that blocks attacks, actually. And then after that, we have Batter Up, which you literally shoot yourself out of a cannonball. We have Sleight of Hand, which summons a hand that grabs people. Sword Box summons a box of... I don't even know what that is. It's kind of like Kuro Hisugi from Bleach. And last but not least, we got Magic City, which summons a bunch of barrier towers. And then we got Fortifier, which you literally just start building stairs. Which when compared to the anime, which is used by Bartolomeo, it's not similar at all. Now, while yes, Bartolomeo does have some similarities to the Creation Fruit, being this barrier wall right here, which is kind of similar to the M1. And he also does possess the ability to create stairs out of thin air, but that is where all the similarities end. None of the other abilities he uses throughout the anime are in Blox Fruits. We gotta put it in not even close tier, but I will put it at the top just because of the walls and stairs. Next up, we have the Spider Fruit. Now with this one, we get a good range of abilities like Thermal Laceration, Silk Prison, Overheated Sniper, which is a long range attack, Spider Highway, where we kind of just use webs to fly around like I'm Spider-Man or something. And of course, we get Heavenly Punishment. And as for the anime counterparts, if it's accurate or not, well, you guys can see for the first ability, he is doing the spider flight, except the strings are kind of invisible, but it's there. We also have the long range snipe, which is Overheat. And I must say, this ability is crazy. Look, he literally just sniped like hundreds of miles away from him at a city. Of course, we got Spider Web 2, which is the web-like ability we saw earlier. And of course, we got the God Thread ability, which is the ultimate of Spider, which looks very similar to what we saw in Blox Fruits. Look at this, exactly the same, making Spider in the very accurate tier. I'm actually gonna put it at the top of all these. Must say, the Blox Fruits team, they cook with Spider. Although it may be time for a rework coming up soon. Who knows? Hopefully we can get one. Next up, we got the Sound Fruit in Blox Fruits. And this one's actually an interesting one. Now, if we look at the abilities of the Sound Fruit, we can see it's music-based. And we even have something called a tempo meter, which the more we use our moves and attacks that hit, we get actually a boost. You guys can see, once we use Tempo Prestissimo, the meter goes up. And once it gets full, it turns yellow, and we get a nice little sound boost, which makes us faster and deal more damage. We have a nice range of abilities, like Symphonic Radiance, a disco ball that shoots and hits anybody in the nearby area, and Glorious Harmony, a big AoE, which looks really nice. Now, the interesting thing about this fruit is it's not based on any power in One Piece. If we look through the wiki of the Sound Fruit, specifically on the trivia part, we can see right here it says Sound Fruit is the first fan-made fruit to be added to the game. And it was a concept created by a guy named Aqua 4G. Now, some people have speculated that this fruit is actually based off of Yuta's fruit from the film Red movie of One Piece, but the Blox Fruits devs themselves claim this is not true. And to be honest, when you look at her ability and how it's used in the anime, it really is not similar to what it is in Blox Fruits. So yeah, Sound Fruit is gonna go in the no similarities tier. And with Sound Fruit out the way, we move on to the Phoenix Fruit. Now, just to make this quick, we're gonna go ahead and go in our final transformation state, because this is what people care most about the Phoenix, and look at the abilities. First off, we have an M1, which lunges you forward and attacks. We have Cremation Cannon, which is a bunch of flames, 3 to be exact. We have Swift Flight, which is a nice flight that dashes you forward. Regeneration Flames, and of course we got Flaming Exodus, which you grab forward someone, but when you grab them, you shoot up, then slam down. In the anime, of course, the main user of Phoenix is Marco, and there's 2 ways he uses this fruit. As you guys can see right now, he is in the hybrid form, where he just has the wings and he still has his physical body, which is similar to Blox Fruits, because if you untransform and use Swift Flight, you guys can see we can be in that same state. We can see he's using the full transformation right here, so that's 100% accurate. And on top of that, look at how it looks. Very similar to how the Blox Fruits 1 look. This right here could be considered Swift Flight, I guess. And we even see right here he uses the Fireball, except it's not 3, it's only 1. So we technically never seen him to use it that way in the anime. I don't know where Blox Fruits got got Flame Exodus from. He didn't do anything similar to that in the anime. And Cremation Cannon he did use, but not in this way. I'm not going to take too much points away. We're going to put it in very accurate tier. But that's about the end, because up next we got the Portal Fruit. This used to be the Door Fruit, and it got revamped to the Portal Fruit because of that exact reason. They were trying to avoid copyright. But how close is it to the anime now? So we can see this still has kind of some of its like door-like capabilities. For example, World Warp, you can teleport to any area, and it works similarly to the Door Fruit, but that's where all the similarities end. Portal Dash is nothing like what the Door Fruit had used for. Same with Quantum Leap. Parallel Escape is because you kind of go in your own pocket dimension, but let me say, this last ability is definitely far from anything we saw from the Door Fruit. Yeah, not even close. Now, the Door Fruit is used by CP Agent Blue Note. You guys can see right there in the background, there's kind of like a physical door, which is what I meant. It's the C ability on Portal. He can teleport to different places and even go in his own little pocket dimension. But the way it's used in One Piece is not similar to how it is in Blox Fruits, other than that one teleport ability. We can see here, though, he's in the pocket dimension, which is kind of like Portal X in Blox Fruits, but other than that, we don't really see him use his Devil Fruit all too much, as he mainly relies on his Rokushiki abilities. So to be honest, only two abilities that are done completely different between both of the fruits. I gotta put this in the not even close tier, I'm not gonna lie. Let me know if y'all disagree or agree with that in the comments below. But we're moving on to one of the third last legendaries of the game, the Rumble Fruit. Now this one, we have multiple different abilities like Lightning Beast, which is a long range lightning beast attack. Thunderstorm, where you just rain down a bunch of thunder that stuns enemies. Has pretty good AoE too. We got Electric Flash, which allows us to teleport a short period 3 times, and it has a charge capability, so it recharges after some time. Sky Judgment, you shoot down a pillar of lightning, which does a massive amount of stun and good damage. And last but not least, my favorite ability, Thunderball Destruction, a lightning spirit bomb, which explodes and looks very nice. But as for the anime, we can honestly see it's fairly accurate. We can see Sky Judgment done right there, which is one of many abilities that Enel does in the anime. I guess we could say this ability here is kind of similar to Lightning Beast, but not really. We don't really see him use Lightning Beast in the anime. Obviously, he does Raigo, which is the Thunderball Destruction here. And we also have him do this cool little transformation. He calls it Amaru. Why did we get that in Blox Fruits? Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, it's not that accurate. We don't see him do anything similar to Lightning Beast, unless we're kind of that team is Lightning Beast. We don't see him do anything like Thunderstorm, and we definitely don't see him do anything like Electric Flash. So really, the only two abilities we see him do is Sky Judgment and Thunderball Destruction. That said, I'm still gonna give the Rumble Fruit accurate tier because they still got the general gist of what Enel did. They just changed it up a little bit. Pain Fruit next. First up, we have Heavy Pain, which summons a paw ability that goes through enemies. We have Paw Barrage. We have Pain Nuke, which just summons a big paw and explodes. Self-Repel, which is a teleport ability, which allows you just teleport forward. And we have Torture, which summons a pink paw that does damage over time to an enemy. Kind of like poison damage. Just look at this, bro. First off, we have the teleport right there. We have the little paw, like the shooting paw right there. We got Paw Barrage, which literally looks 1-to-1 the same. We got Paw Nuke right here. Literally same animation, same looks, and even the way the move functions is exactly the same in the anime. Look at this. He throws it out and it explodes. And yes, even the pink paw. 100% of the moves are accurate to the anime, ladies and gentlemen. Kind of crazy. This is gonna go straight to the top of copyright tier because there's nothing they need to add. They've got it down 100%. And now we get to the last of the legendary fruits, which is the Blizzard Fruit. This fruit is kind of similar to Ice, except it focuses less on trying to freeze people and more on just bombarding people with big effects. Look at this. Snowflake Shuriken, Whiteout, you summon a tornado of Blizzard. Howling Wind, same thing, except it's more in one place instead of moving. We have Tornado Flight, which is the same thing. Yeah, 3 moves that literally look the same. And then we have Blizzard Domain, which is basically the same thing, except just massive. Like, look at that. In the anime, it's not called Blizzard, but it's called Yuki Yuki no Mi, and it's used by Monet. And we can see this is kind of Blizzard Domain. It looks fairly similar, but that's where all the similarities kind of disperse. Because literally every other ability she uses is not like what we see in Blox Fruits at all. Like, look at this. She's grabbing him with the snow. She's doing like claw attacks. She's kind of like a harpy too. She has even like a little snow after image or snow clone, shadow clone. Blizzard is going straight in the not even close tier, which marks the last legendary, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost done. We got 13 more fruits to go, and the rest of them are all mythicals. And it starts with the most recently reworked fruit in the game, Gravity. Now, as you guys may guess, they reworked this fruit for one reason and one reason only, to avoid copyrights. However, is it still similar? Let's find out. First off, we have Singularity, which kind of uses a black hole to suck at enemies and blast them away. We got Orbital Chain, which you summon a little turret and it shoots little gravity particles at the enemy. We got Shooting Star, which summons down a meteor from the sky, and then you kind of ride on it. You can also double down as a meteor attacking ability. You don't have to fly on the meteor. You can just use it as an attack. We got gravitational prison, which summons a black hole that sucks up anything and explodes. And last but not least, we got asteroid crash, which summons literally the most massive meteor ever, just explodes. Is it still similar to the anime though? Well, the user of it is named Fajita in the anime, and it's pretty much the same thing. He has the ability to move things or manipulate things due to his gravity. And what he's doing right here is destroying an entire city and making the city basically become a big like meteor, almost his own makeshift meteor, which I would say is still accurate to Blox, because if you get this gravitational force meter up in full, you guys will see we can do that same ability. I hold it and now it does the exact same thing which Fujita did. We summon a planetary devastation just like he did. We also see this ability right here where he kind of just summons like forces of gravity on the ground, which once again you can also do in Blox. Look at this, the M1, you can do exactly that. And the last thing that's similar is he has the ability to summon a meteor from the sky. So honestly, it's still pretty similar to Blox, except we just don't see him do this, or this. And we definitely don't see him ride on a meteor like this. That said, the core is still there, so it's gonna go in the middle of accuracy here. Next mythical, Mammoth. And for this one, we're actually going to use the anime clip first. Now, in One Piece, the user of the mammoth fruit is Jack, and we can see the transformation right here. Only issue, we never really see him actually use this form for attacking often. So yeah, really the only thing we see him do is just this, which is transformation. So in Blox, all of these other abilities we have like Ancient Cutter, True Prehistoric Punt, Colossal Crusher, or even Stampede. We don't get to see any of those in One Piece, which if you ask me, makes Mammoth not even close to you. But what about the T-Rex fruit? Now in Blox, the main thing we have for T-Rex is the transformation, and we also do get a different abilities like M1s, Tail Swipe, we got a nice gigantic leap, Predatory Screech, and of course last but not least, Hunter's Rage. You grab the enemy with your teeth and slam them down. Now here's where it gets interesting. In One Piece, the T-Rex fruit is technically not in the anime, but the closest thing is what you see here, which is actually an Allosaurus, not a T-Rex, and it's used by X Drake. And as for abilities, the only real move we see him use in the anime is this one right here, which is kind of similar to Hunter's Rage, where you kind of like grab them and slam them down. Other than that though, literally none of these other abilities were shown in the anime. So T-Rex, just like Mammoth, is gonna go not even close here. Next up, we got the Dough fruit. Now Dough actually has a ton of different abilities, so we're just gonna zoom through it. First off, we got Missile Jab, which is a nice like fist of dough that explodes, which if we look at the anime, he kind of does exactly that. We also got Scorching Donut and Piercing Clothesline, which you guys can see. Swings them around town, slams them up. Katakuri does both of these things in the anime, literally the Swinging Donut, and we have the Chestnut, or not Chestnut, I forgot what it is even called. Piercing Clothesline, Buzz Cut, that's what it's called. And last but not least, we got Dough Fist Fusillade, ladies and gentlemen, which Katakuri very clearly does right here. I mean, this is basically the same thing. The only thing we don't really see Katakuri use is either forms of Pastry River. Like, we don't really see him use this, I don't think. But overall, Dough, it's gotta go in very accurate here. Next up, Shadow, and we're gonna zoom through this one, and you guys will see why. Now, with the Shadow Fruit, we have a bunch of unique abilities, like Umbrage, where you kind of go in the air and kind of like Smoke Bomber from earlier. Somber Rebellion, you kind of shoot forward and attack the enemy with a barrage. Shade Nest, a long-range ability, which hits the enemy. Nightmare Leech, you kind of suck up the enemy and take their health. Last but not least, we have Corvus Torment. You kind of explode yourself and keeps the enemy stunned in there for very long. Shadow, however, in Blox is not at all how it works in One Piece. Gecko Moria, who is the user of the Shadow Fruit in One Piece, his primary ability is to steal shadows away from people and create zombies using their shadows. And he also has a bunch of other different abilities, but none of what we see in Blox is actually portrayed in the anime. So yeah, this is gonna go in the no similarities tier. It's not even close at all. But maybe the Venom Fruit will be. Now we're just gonna go ahead and go in the transformation state. This is what the Venom transformation looks like. And we get a bunch of different abilities like Poison Daggers, Noxic Fog, basically the same thing except does more damage. Toxic Fog, which is a massive AoE of smoke. And last but not least, Serpent's Wrath. And now for the anime. One of the abilities you guys can see Magellan, which is the user of Venom, uses is Venom Hydra. Summons 3 little Venom dragons, which is actually kind of like Serpent's Wrath, or if you really want to be super specific, Noxus Shot. We also have Crollo Ball, which is kind of like Poison Daggers. Venom Road, which is literally the Venom Flight ability I just used. We even got Poison Gas, which is exactly what I use here, Toxic Fog. And of course, we can't forget the Transformation Demon. This is the transform state in the anime. And while it may look a lot different in One Piece, I will say overall the premise is there. Venom is going to go in very accurate too. Now we're on to the Control Fruit, and this is going to be interesting. Now with this, we get to the first ability, which is Room. You summon a room. Actually, wait, I don't even know why I used this ability in here.
There we go. You guys can see the entire room I've summoned, and we can only use our abilities in this room. This is the unique passive of this fruit. So you guys can see I get levitate. I can summon a rock out of any material in the game. We also get a teleport. I can teleport into any area in the room, and I get 2 extra abilities like Gamma Rush and Echo Knife, which only works if I have a target to hit. But yeah, those abilities are pretty decent. And obviously in One Piece, the user of the control fruit is Law. We can see he did the room ability right there, and that is kind of like the levitate ability where we summon the rocks, except he just used it on a human. We can also see he does this ability right here where he actually teleports a thing instead of himself, so it works in both ways. Basically everything we've seen in Blox Roots was done in the anime. That said, control is gonna go in the very accurate tier. Now with the gas, we have a lot of interesting abilities like suffocating fumes. You kind of lunge forward and hit the enemy with some gas. Bursting vapor, similar thing, you hit him with like a bunch of gas abilities. Traveling gas, you kind of fly. And then we have smog demons. You summon a bunch of little demons and they explode on impact. Another thing you'll notice is we have this gas meter, and when it gets full, we'll be able to transform into this little gas giant. Our abilities change a little bit, but for the most part, most of them are similar. Now suffocating fume is a long range attack, and we have bursting vapor, which is a nice little gas swipe. We still get smog demons, it's the same, it just like summons more. And the last thing that changes is traveling gas is now an attack. You stab an enemy and launch them back. This, however, is not similar at all to how Caesar Clown uses gas in One Piece. He focuses on primarily like invisible type moves and some longer range type moves like gas robe right here, which we don't see in Blox Roots. He even has this ability to summon little goops of poison gas, which I guess is kind of similar to smog demons, but not really, let's be real. The only real thing we could say is like super similar to Blox Roots is Caesar Clown does do this kind of like transform gas state like this, which is a similar premise to what we see here, but it's just not executed at all the same. So yeah, there's just no similarities. I'm gonna put it in not even close tier. And with that, we move on to the spirit fruit. We actually get a bunch of unique powers with this one, such as the ability to summon little homies like this. We just summoned a little tree, and we can also summon a nice other tree. Oh wait, this is a mushroom. This is the tree. And I think there's a frog one, but it just spawned a mushroom. You guys get the point. Now our actual abilities, you guys can see we have a fire devil on this side and an ice devil on this side, and some of our abilities correlate with that. Frostfire Grass, we summon the ice ability and come out and freeze. Wrath of Ra, we shoot the fire ability and it does a nice fire attack. Sky Ruler, we ride on one of them and we basically just fly. Wrath of Shu, the ice one once again. End of Times, we combine both of them into a nice beamed attack, which when we compare her abilities to the anime, it's kind of similar. We can see here Big Mom using the ability to summon life and just create homies. Like she turns this umbrella to just a monster. We can also see Big Mom riding on Prometheus Cloud right here, which I mean doesn't look exactly the same, but it's pretty similar. And the last thing we kind of see Big Mom use that's similar to Blox Roots is where she combines all of her souls right here into one just like combined beam. She calls it Macer Cannon. Overall, Blox Roots did a pretty good job of making it similar to One Piece. I'm gonna put this in the accurate tier. It's gonna go towards the top too. Now with the leopard fruit, we have a bunch of different abilities. One of them being Finger Revolver, a barrage of just like Rokushiki attacks, which we see very clearly being done right here. He uses that against Luffy. Up next, we got Body Flicker, which is kind of like a teleport, and then After Image Assault, kind of like the same thing, I guess, which we can see Rob Lucci doing something kind of like that right here. It's called Soru. Next up, we got Spiraling Kick, which is a nice long range attack, which explodes at the end, which looks exactly like this. It's called Tempest Kick in the anime. Only difference is this one glows blue. And of course, we got the hybrid leopard form in One Piece. This is Rob Lucci's most infamous form that he used to fight off against Luffy, which we see is very accurately done in Blox Roots. What more is there to say, man? Leopard fruit has got to go in straight copyright tier. And next up, we get to the Yeti fruit in Blox Roots, which is interesting because this fruit literally was completely fan-made. Even earlier with the sound fruit, you could argue that this was inspired from Yuta's fruit, and I think it was in some way. But the Yeti fruit, it's not inspired by nothing. So yeah, this thing right here, completely made by Blox Roots, so it's got to go in no similarities, of course. Second to last fruit in the game, we have Kitsune, which is another interesting fruit because just like Yeti, this is completely fan-made. All of these abilities you see right here, Accursed Enchantment, Tales of Burning Agony, Foxfire Disruption, even Wild Assault, completely fan-made and is not based off of One Piece. All but one thing. Kitsune has a Tails mechanic, as you can see right here. And once you get to full Tails, you're able to transform into this. This is the transformed Kitsune form, which a ton of fans of One Piece have speculated is similar to the transformation state of Yamato. This is what it looks like right here, but watch when she's running. Specifically right here, this hybrid form that she uses, or I think this is the full form, there's a little bit of similarity there, but I don't think it's similar enough to say that this was referenced from that. So Kitsune has to go in no similarities tier, which leaves one fruit left, the dragon fruit. And for this one, we're actually going to showcase Dragon East. Full transformation ready. Let's get into it. Now, with Dragon East, once you transform, we have a nice little snake-like looking or eel-like looking dragon, which we can see Kaido does in the anime. And honestly, this looks pretty similar to what we see in Blox fruits. And first off, we have this little fire breath ability. We shoot fire from our mouth, which Kaido does right here. We also get this ability called Heat Wave Cannon. It's kind of similar. It's just more of a beam, fire beam. Kaido very clearly does that here. Now, this next ability, which is Infernal Pincer, is one of them that you could technically say isn't from the anime, but we'll see in a sec. When Kaido does it in the anime, it's called Tatsumaki Kaifu. He kind of just like starts spinning around, which is what you see here. Honestly, if you ask me, this is accurate. And other than that, the only two abilities Kaido didn't really do is Draconic Soar and this move right here, Scorching Downfall. Which honestly, if you ask me, even though these two abilities weren't in the anime, this is still honestly pretty close. So the last fruit dragon is gonna go in the very accurate tier. And that is all 41 fruits in the game ranked based off the anime. Now I already know there's gonna be a lot of people referencing that a ton of the Blox fruits abilities actually came from that One Piece game. I forget what it was called, like Pirate Warriors, but I mainly just wanted to compare it to the anime. But let's see which character we get for number 1. First spin of the wheel, we get, oh no, I didn't want to waste this one. I didn't want to waste this one. Endeavor? Crazy. Now obviously for boss number 1, we have Gorilla King. And I'm not gonna lie, this is the most overkill build for Gorilla King. Like, he ain't got no chance. Prominence? Burn. Look at that. Bro's already almost dead. All right, hold on, bro. Let me hit him with this. Yeah, that's GG's, bro. That's GG's. Crazy thing about that, my stats were completely low too. Yo, Endeavor was just too OP for that first boss. Now, coming up next, we actually have a brand new boss that I've never fought before. And in case y'all confused, let's teleport to Pirate Village. This used to be Buggy the Clown. Now it's some guy named the Chef. Yeah, I've never fought this guy before. I don't even know what he does. Let's see what we get for character number 2, though. And we get Zoro. Okay, this one I'm actually kind of glad to get out the way. Boring One Piece character. And here we go. Zoro in the building. I'm not even going to update my stats. We're going to pack this guy up quick. Let's see what the chef's got. Hold on, let me hit him. Wait, what? I can't M1 him? Oh, wait, I can. What the heck? Why did that first one not hit? Okay, hold on, let me see. Yo, this guy's actually cake. This guy's actually cake. Let me see how much damage he does. 40 per hit. Does he even have long range abilities like Buggy did? Oh, wait, hold on. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting all that. Okay, Chef might actually be cooking, bro. The Chef? Okay, don't let me cook ever again. That is the second boss out the way. Now for the third boss, we're moving up to the Saw boss, of course. And you know what? I actually didn't feel satisfied with the performance that I did there with Zoro. We're gonna stay Zoro. Let's be honest. Zoro would instantly pack Arlong in one piece, bro. Look at this. I'm still on 25 stats, by the way. I have not even upgraded him. Hold on. We're gonna pack this guy up like no tomorrow. Half health already. 3-sword style. Shishi Son. I think that's what the name of that was. All right, hold on. Let's pull Saw out of his misery. Oh, yo, he almost just killed me. Bro. I literally had a tickle. These are some close calls, I'm not gonna lie. What do you have for our third boss again? I haven't done this in a very long time. I think it's at Snow. Yeah, we got the Yeti now. But for boss number 3, or actually boss number 4, we end up getting Gojo. You got to be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. One of my best characters this early in? Yes, sir. Gojo in the building. Telling you right now, bro, this Yeti ain't got no chance. But before we do that, I'm actually gonna put some stats in here. This one I don't want to play around with. All right, Aka. And I completely missed that. Okay, I am not cooking, bro. I am not cooking. All right, let's do that again. Aka. Yes, sir. I think the blue one's out. Yes. Oh, something like that, bro. Something like that. Now let's do Hollow Purple, or basically kind of like Hollow Purple, combining them. Yes, that's actually crazy damage. Hold on, bro. Hold on. Gojo cooking. Let's finish this off with one more reversal red. Okay, never mind. Let's finish off with blue. Yeah, Yeti down. Just a shame I just had to waste one of my best characters in the entire list this early on, bro. The strongest, you put in work. And with Yeti down, that means the next boss we have is Mob Leader. I'd actually like to get through this one pretty quick. I hate this boss. He's the most irrelevant boss in the game. So let's see who we get to put him down. Jinbei, okay. Nice little Jinbei drip. Now with this character, all we get access to is the water kung fu fighting style. So you know what? Let's go ahead and get through this quick. Me personally, I always loved in the anime when Jinbei did that 1,000 brick fist. You know what I'm saying? Especially this Sharkman Karate. When he did that during Impel Down arc, that was fire, bro. He was doing stuff that shouldn't have even been possible. He was built different, bro. And just like he was built different, we are, man. That Mob Leader down. Although we're not going to be able to underestimate this next boss because we got the first difficult one in the game, Vice Admiral. Like, just look at that. This boy just hit me twice and I'm already dead. Hold on. And he's following me, bro. He's chasing me. Yo, hold on, bro. Let me put my character down. I hope I don't get nothing insane early on, bro. I'm trying to save some of the good ones for third seed. That's going to be the toughest. No. Wait, also no. Killua? All right, Jinbei, it's time to retire because
It's Killua's time to shine. Now with this, we get two things, electric and rumble, because this was literally Killua's ability in the anime. He had the power of electricity. Now, I could have switched over to Mink, but I didn't feel like doing that right now. Let's go ahead and just work with what we got. Lightning Beast. Yes, sir. Hold on. Let me hit him with that electric tackle. Ooh, wee, bro. We moving like Killua right here. Now, Killua didn't do this in the anime. I mean, he might have did something similar to that in the anime, bro. I don't really recall. I haven't watched Hunter x Hunter in a minute, but he definitely didn't do this in the anime, bro. He didn't throw down no whole lightning bolts, bro. He didn't do that. He did do this, though. This is Godspeed, kind of. Okay, just disregard that completely, bro. Killua definitely took a few L's in the anime. It's canon. Little canon event. It ain't gonna happen again, though. Boom. And... boom. And with this, Vice Admiral is down. Yes, sir. Pack that man up with the electric fists. Now let's go ahead and speed over to the next boss, which is actually one of the most difficult ones in First C. Red Hair Shanks. I think I actually need a good one for this. I actually need a solid one for this. And we get... oh, this is interesting. Jotaro. Good grief. Looks like we have to try for this one. But hey, y'all can't tell me I ain't cooked for this Jotaro fit. Sheesh. Now in JoJo's, the main power they use is called stance, which that power does not exist in Blox Fruit. Or so you thought. With the love fruit, we have an ability called Besto Friendo. We're able to summon a person that attacks for us. Like so. Honestly, it's kind of like a stand. Look at this. This is basically Chiller Cherry. And while this may not be Star Platinum, this is still a stand. So go ahead and get him. Stan. What? Yo, stand? Yo, my boy, what are you doing? Hold on. Let me think. Can he not get in here? Oh yeah, he can. Okay, there we go. Yes, sir. Pack him up. Damn. He's actually putting in work. You know what? That's actually fully canon right there, bro. And that there is Shanks retired. And also for Jotaro Kujo. We won't be seeing him anymore in this video. But who will we get next? Yusuke Urameshi. Yes, sir. Yusuke Urameshi in the building, bro. If y'all don't know who this is, y'all just too young. I don't know what to tell you. My unk status may be showing out a little bit with that one. But the next area we're going to be fighting at is the prison. And the bosses I'll be fighting as Yusuke will be none other than Warden, Chief Warden, and Swan. Now in the anime Yu Yu Hakusho, Yusuke had a bunch of different abilities, but his main one was what was known as Spirit Gun. He basically shot a blast from his fingers, like a spirit ball, but like a gun. You guys get the gist, bro. It looks something like this. That's pretty much what it was, or something like this. To be honest, either or. We're using both. Actually, hold on. I just realized something. I'm dealing no damage. Yo, that's why I only have 51 stats. Okay, hold on. Let me put more in Blox Fruit. Melee, 201, and then defense, 201. All right, hold on. Let's see what we deal now. Air Crusher, 660. Oh, that's a lot better. Hold on, let me hit him with that Spirit Gun. Also, I know Yusuke never did this, but I'm about to use that Fatal Demolisher. Smack him away. Actually, he did kind of do something like that in the anime, bro, from what I remember. But you know what? Let's spice this up. Let's not just attack Warden. Let's also get Chief Warden and Swan in the mix all at the same time. Let's speed this up. Spirit Gun. Splitting Beam. Yes, sir. Hold up. I'm getting jumped. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. You know, psych. Yusuke Urameshi ain't going down like that. I already done been killed once, and it ain't gonna happen again today. For those of you that know Yu Yu Hakusho, y'all get the reference, bro. This man already done died like first episode in. All right, hold on. That's Warden down. We need two more to go. Chief Warden's at half health. Swan's also about half health. Hit him again, and I died. Just hoping I can finish this without even dying, but it looks like it's not gonna be possible. Luckily for us, we're Yusuke Urameshi. We good? And now let's finish this one more Spirit Gun. Yes, sir. 3 bosses down for the prize of 1. Yusuke, you're cooked, my boy. And with them out the way, we have only 5 more bosses left in First C. And specifically up next, we have the Magma Admiral. It'd be crazy if I got like a mirror match, like Jogo or something. Let's see. Maybe it'll be a reality. Hold on. Yo, this wasn't scripted, bro. That was actually first roll. We got a mirror match Jogo. This is actually gotta be the best Jogo cosplay you've ever seen, bro. You gotta be honest. Now it should be pretty self-explanatory, but with Jogo, obviously we get the Magma Fruit in this game. His ability in Jujutsu Kaisen was he's a literal volcano. Like, I mean, just look at my head, bro. He's a literal volcano. So yeah, it makes sense that this is the ability he gets. Let me just say, in anime, bro, Jogo would be cooking. It ain't anybody that just gets complimented by Sukuna and Gojo that he's strong. Not gonna lie, he just runs into the most unfortunate people ever. Put some justice for my boy Jogo, man. He be cooking. Bro's already about to die. I haven't even upgraded my stats yet. Ain't that crazy? I haven't even upgraded my stats and bro's getting cooked like some fried chicken. And one more lava ability. I can't even see anything, but I just know I killed him because this little text up top. I'd win. You know, it's kind of fitting that I'm blue with this avatar right here, because for our next boss, we're going down to underwater. Yeah, that was a terrible joke. But next boss, we got Porty Jones from One Piece, or Fishman Lord. And for the anime character, we get Yami. Now, I'm gonna be honest, don't hate on me in the comments. I've never watched the anime. I've actually never watched the anime, so I'm just gonna try to wing it, and hopefully we get the abilities right. Actually, I'm looking at a clip right here. It looks like he actually just uses darkness-like abilities. Actually, that looks like 100% the dark fruit, so that's what I'm going with. Yeah, I said this is a pretty damn good cosplay, if you ask me. Let's get to it. I'm not gonna be making any anime references or attack callouts because I really don't know what he used in Black Clover, bro. I've not watched that anime. Comment down below if I should, bro. I've heard a lot of people say good stuff about it. Really don't know, but we're just gonna get this over with. Not gonna make no callouts. Actually, hold on. Let me bump my stats up. 201 stats is not cutting it. We need at least 425. Oh yeah, that's much better. That's much better. Yes, sir. Getting them low. After this, he should transform. There we go. Now we just got to defeat him once more. And let's end this with Abyssal Darkness. Straight to Black Hole. Yes, sir. Yami takes the W. Now we move on to Upper Sky Pier to fight our third to last boss, Weisberg. Where bro's already posed up, ready to squabble. And we get Tanjiro. Tanjiro Kamado. Hey, we're wasting it on one of the easiest bosses in First Sea, bro. I hate this. I hate this. But as for this weapon that we're going to use for Tanjiro, it's actually going to be Dragon Heart. And there's a very simple reason why. This ability right here, Dragon Blitz, this looks just like one of his Hinokami Kagura abilities, bro. You can't tell me I ain't lying. So yeah, that's all we're going to use against this guy. Let's go ahead and do it. Sun breathing, Hinokami Kagura, flame wheel, something like that. I don't know. I did not cook, bro. I did not cook. Y'all get the gist. Y'all get the gist. This is Tanjiro Kamado in the building, boys. Hold on. You know what? You know what? Let's hit him with that. Now, I'm not allowed to use X ability. I actually have that X ability reserved for another character later in the video. So we're just going to go ahead and spam Z ability and pretty much just spam all of our Hinokami Kagura abilities on Weisberg, bro. So before we actually do that, let me go ahead and get more sword stats. Let's see how much damage we're doing now. Oh, yes, sir. 1825 per hit. Yeah, that's what I like. That's what I like. And now one more. Ooh-wee. Sheesh. Easy work. What the heck? Did they change this NPC, bro? Sky Quest Giver? Bro, I do not remember him looking like this. Anyway, forget about the Sky Quest Giver. We got our second to last boss in the game, Thunder God. Hold on, why are you pulling up on me like that, bro? Hold on, back up, bro. The character we get, Gone Freaks. And here we go. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I had to get a little creative with this one, boys. This whole fit, first of all, the fit itself is alright. But as for the build, we got Superhuman, of course, because, well, Gone is literally a enhanced human. He's an enhancer in the anime. The reason we have Trident is specifically for Trident Throw, which kind of simulates his little fishing rod in the anime. And last but not least, we have the Bomb Fruit, of course, for Jajan-Ken Rock. Yes, sir. And then Bomb Grab, I guess, could be scissors, since it kind of lunges at him. That actually kind of makes sense, bro. We're cooking. Self-destruct could also just be the massive John-Ken. As I was saying before I got really interrupted, self-destruct could be the massive Jajan-Ken that he used during the volleyball match. Let me go ahead and pull out all the stops. It's time to stop playing games. Now we just have straight enhancing abilities with the superhuman. Yes, sir. Yo, we're cooking. All right, though. Enough cooking. It's time to finish this. One more John-Ken Rock. Or not. Okay, let's go ahead and do this. Easy. Gone Freaks for the win, bro. And of course, now we have the last boss in First Sea, which I still don't claim yet. The new Cyborg boss. Yeah, this guy is hideous. I miss Frankie. Petition to bring back old Frankie boss. Okay, all jokes aside, next character we get to fight the last boss of First Sea. No. Please, no. Bro, this is like my best character. Please. Goku. Bro, I'm actually upset about this. We're wasting one of our best characters literally in the First Sea. Well, obviously for Dragon Ball, we get Superhuman or Godhuman, either or. I just didn't feel like going back to Third Sea. And of course, we get Dragon for two reasons. First off being we could fly with this, which this literally looks like Goku. Y'all saw that little aura while we were flying? We also get Heat Wave Cannon, which could just be considered a Ki Blast. And then Scorching Downfall. They literally do this all the time in Dragon Ball. I mean, let's be real. But this ability right here, they also be doing. So this whole build just makes sense for Dragon Ball, bro. And I died. That didn't make sense for Dragon Ball. This is not getting it, bro. Hold on, actually, let me put my stats in, bro. I need 700 each minimum. Let's get it. Round two. Hold on, actually, this entire kit may make sense, bro. Goku's 100% used like pretty much all of this, bro. Except the transformation. Of course, we can't transform. Maybe in the hybrid we could transform though, bro. Hold on. Grab that boy by his neck. Slam him down. Yo, this is actually like the perfect Dragon Ball ability. Like, I don't even know why I never thought about this before. Hold on. Let me cook this man to oblivion. Beast Out Pounce. Conquer Gun. Thunderclap. And now let's finish it off with an infernal Okay, never mind. He's not gonna let me finish it up that way. All right, let's finish up with a Kamehameha. Easy. Yep, Goku is the strongest. I totally didn't just lose that. Bro, it's also a shame we didn't get to try out the hybrid form. This literally makes so much sense. Like, we basically just went Super Saiyan or powered up. But that there is every boss in first C completely taken out. Now it's time to speed things up in second C. Just real quick for the next boss, I get... Ooh, Saitama. Bro, this wheel literally does not want me to get off Superhuman because for Saitama, that's all we get. W Saitama cosplay, though, if I do say so myself. But for first boss in second C, we got Diamond. Let's go ahead and make this quick. Saitama would have no trouble with this guy right here, and neither will I. Hold on, actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and just do a strat. Let me just M1 him. I come up with consecutive normal punches. You can't hang with me, Diamond. You can't hang with me. Consecutive normal punches. Half health. And now it's time for a little bit of a serious punch. Yes, sir. That boy's down. Well, that one, it was a challenge and he couldn't deliver. Next up, Springman Jeremy. And his opponent will be none other than Sasuke Uchiha. Yes, sir. We got Sasuke in the building. And don't mind the outfit I got on. I ran out of Robux. Just pretend, use your imagination, and pretend I'm wearing the right fit. Now with Sasuke, we get two things. Gravity Blade and Flame Fruit because they fire style jutsus, you know what I'm saying? Sasuke does type of stuff like this all the time. You know, fire bullets. Well, he didn't do no blue fire bullets, but he did use a sword like this. The Gravity Blade is like literally the exact sword. And it has purple-like abilities, which, you know, he uses stuff like that. So I'm just going to use those two abilities. Maybe throw in a little Hell's Core too as a fireball. I mean, Vortex, he probably did something like that too. But you know what? For the most part, we're actually going to stick to just Gravity Blade because in Shippuden, he did use a lot of that, his little sword. Let's go ahead and make this quick. We've got to raid the Leaf Village. How's that Sasuke impression, boys? That was so bad. That was so cringe. Oh my gosh. All right, enough messing around. Let's finish this guy off. Pause. Cartoon. Go Kakyo no Jutsu. And that didn't even finish him off. Finally, I got like one cool voice line and it didn't even work, bro. All right, Jeremy's there. Did I say there? I meant to say down. You guys get the gist. Let's move on to the next boss. This next one's gonna be at Green Zone, and this is another one of the bosses that just got added to the game. Technically, this boss over here used to be Fajita. Let's see what he is now. And he is some guy that I've never seen before. Orbitus. Yo, Orbitus is crazy. Like look at this guy, bro. Where's Fajita? Now we need somebody good to put this guy in his place. Ooh, Gaara. I'll take that. Now it should be pretty self-explanatory what abilities we get with Gaara. Obviously, we get the Sand Fruit, ladies and gentlemen, and that's it. But of course, literally, he did all of these moves in the anime. Sand Coffin, Sandstorm, bro. He did a variation of all these type of abilities in the anime. So we're 100% using everything we got. What the heck? What the heck? Yo, wait. Not only did they update the new boss, they gave him the new gravity moves as well? Yo, hold on, bro. We gotta be on our toes. This guy actually may be a tough one. He may be a tough one. That's insane. I was not expecting that. They updated the gravities. Like, look at that. They upgraded the meteors. Yo, that's insane. Hold on, we gotta put this guy down. He's a problem. I thought they just updated how the boss looks. I didn't think they actually gave him the new gravity fruit. This could actually be a problem. Hold on, bro. We gotta put this guy down. Get him in that sand coffin. Let me hold this. Let me weave all this. Bro. The AoE on these is a lot better than it used to be. No worries though. Bro. He's cooking. Bro, he's literally spamming these meteors. But it looks like they're fairly easy to avoid. All you have to do is just walk back and you should be good. So you know what? That's actually not too bad. I almost had a heart attack though when I first saw that. Come on, Orbitus. Why are you spamming like this? You just want to be difficult, huh? Knock off Fujitora. He's almost done. And one more to go. Oh, bro, I'm getting hit by all of it. All right, I guess that wasn't it. There we go. Finally, Desert Blade. Yo, look at my health right now, bro. I got so low in that fight. That was the first difficult boss we've had in a while. But luckily, we had your boy Gaara to take care of the mess. He cooked. I believe in the list, we have all good characters left, so it's pretty much smooth sailing from here. And next up, we get King. This is actually a One Piece character. And I had to get a little creative with this one, boys. But trust the vision. Now, we can see this is King right here in One Piece. He has wings and a very large sword, and he puts out fire type abilities and also wing attack type abilities. So hear me out, ladies and gentlemen. We have Eagle Fruit and we have Dragon Heart. This ability right here, Turtle Catastrophe, he did this pretty much exact ability against Zoro in One Piece. And Eagle is just for the pterodactyl type attacks. Like he did something like this. I believe he did something like Wind Burst a little bit, and generally those type of attacks. So yeah, that's what we're working with here, boys. Let me know if I cook down below in the comments, bro. I try my best. And don't question why I'm still Gaara. I just couldn't find a good King cosplay, bro. What the heck? Why is my ability just stuck in the air? Okay, there we go. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and throw Draconic Blitz in there too, bro. He did that against Zoro as well, or something like that. Okay, I'm starting to think, what if Dragonheart was based off of what King did in the anime, bro. When you think about it, it is kind of similar. You throw on some other Eagle abilities in there like Bone Crusher, Internal Catastrophe, yes sir. Oh man, this man Don Swan's over. He's cooked with. He's cooked with, bro. Go ahead and transform to second phase, Don Swan. Go ahead and transform. Yes, sir. About to pack this guy up. About to pack this guy up. No diff. We're about to no diff him. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me lock in. Let me lock in. All right, hold on. Boom. Oh, my health. Yo. This guy's not here to play. And we died. That's very unfortunate. But nothing like a nice little comeback, right, boys? Nothing like a nice comeback? Yes, sir. King takes that easy. We're already down to 3 bosses left in second seed. Next up, Smoke Admiral. And his opponent, Sung Jin Woo. Hey, man. I say I cooked on this cosplay, bro. This is one of the best ones of the video. And as for the actual build, it's actually fairly easy. We're just going to go with Shadow and Cursed Dual Katana to represent his little blades. Specifically with the Z ability. Actually, no, we're going to go ahead and throw the X ability in there. We're just going to use the whole kit, bro. Sung Jin Woo's honestly so OP in the manhwa, bro. It's like he probably could do all this, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Let's go ahead and make this quick. Let's pack this boy up quick. We don't got time to waste on Smoke Admiral, especially not as someone like Sung Jin Woo. He'd pack this guy up easy. Arise. Yeah, I cooked on that one, bro. I feel like there's gonna be someone commented down below.
Yo, this guy's so cringe. Why does he keep trying to make anime quotes?
I'm trying, bro. I'm just trying to make it funny. All right, though. Smoke Admiral down. That man's done. He was no match for the Sung Jin Woo or a Sigma Rit. Okay, let me stop. I'm getting too brain rot. Next up, Winter Castle, Awakened Ice Admiral. You know what? Actually, hold on. I'm gonna try to fight this guy as Sung Jin Woo. Let me switch back to Shadow real quick. Okay, hold on. He's got me frozen. We're gonna try to fight this out as Sung Jin Woo without even upgrading my stats, just to see how strong is Sung Jin Woo really. Hold on. Let's avoid that. Some rebellion. Ooh, we're cooking. Okay, he's getting me a little low. No worries. Get that health back. Give me that back. Matter of fact, get in here. Get stuck in this. You can't escape. You can't even escape, my boy. You can't even escape. Uh-oh. Hold on. Do this. Straight into this. Matter of fact, give me some of my health back. Oh my gosh, yo. The Sung Jin Woo build is actually cooking. That was seconds and we defeated that boss. Now, on to the next. I had fun with the Sung Jin Woo cosplay, but it's time to go. We've more than cooked enough with Sung Jin Woo. Let's see what we can cook with next. All Might. Yeah. All Might, my favorite fit, man. Sheesh. Now, it should be pretty obvious what we get with All Might. I mean, in Boku no Hero Academia, he don't use no sort of like power-ups, no weapons, no nothing. Just straight hands. So we use God Human, boys. And that's all we get, because that's the All Might way right there. Pummel them with straight brute force. Detroit Smash. That's not at all how Detroit Smash looked. But yeah, use your imagination, man. Holy, hold on. Are we getting packed? Are we actually losing? Hold on. Time to lock in. Actually, I've not upgraded my stats in so long. That's probably what it is. This guy's a level 1500 boss, and I'm running level 700 stats. All right, new and upgraded All Might in the building. Let's get it. Let's see if you still pack me up like this. Pack him with hands. Yes, sir. Already at half health. Oh my gosh, he summoned the Sea Beast. You know what? All Might would take this with ease. Don't matter. You can summon 100 Sea Beasts. I'm still gonna win because I'm gonna go beyond plus ultra. Weave that. A true hero fights through it. Oh, I'm about to die. No. A true hero makes it through anything. Never give up. Never back down. You know, I got this. Come on. And Tidekeeper is down. Yo, we literally won that with like a tickle of health, bro. We were so close to dying. Hey, as All Might always says, go beyond plus ultra, man. I had to lock in. Final second C boss down. 1 more C to go. 7 more bosses left. Let's head there. Mr. Captain, bring me to third C. First boss in third C. We got Stone. But I can't fight him as All Might. We gotta switch. There's actually some ones I've been wanting to use. That's a start. That's a start, bro. Pain. It's crazy because that was literally the one I was thinking that I wanted to use, which is insane. Unfortunately, though, I'm out of Roblox, so I can't do the cosplay for this one. So we're just gonna have to do it as is. Gravity Fruit. Now we all know what Pain's ability in Naruto is. He had a few abilities, Planetary Devastation being one of them. Chibaku Tensei, otherwise known as. We got Almighty Push 2 and a few others. This is basically Almighty Push right here. Use your imagination. Almighty Push. Ooh, yo, we actually pushed it far. Hold on. This could kind of be like the little suck ability one of the little Pain clones used. And I'm not gonna lie, we're getting a little creative with this, but let's just say that's one of the abilities too. Actually, that is one of the abilities. We just have to get this gravitational meter up full. Planetary Devastation. Yeah, look at this, boys. Little meteor coming from the sky. Sheesh. Except that's not how Planetary Devastation works, but y'all get the gist, bro. Y'all get the gist. I was hoping to save the Pain character for a little later, but you know what? We're already in third C, so what am I saving it for at this point? Here we go, boys. Here we go.
Oh, planetary devastation. This is the pain way, ladies and gentlemen. Exactly how he did it in the anime. Look at that. Straight beautiful, straight beautiful. Let's see how the damage is, though. Okay, the damage is pretty good. Damage is pretty good, too. All right, now that we've seen that, let's go ahead and speedrun this. Enough messing around. Enough messing around. Let's hit him with this. Let's hit him with asteroid crash. Straight into gravitational prison. He's going to have to hold both of that. That should kill him. That didn't kill him. Okay, hold on. This will. There we go. First boss down. 6 more to go. And next we have another newly added boss, or at least, well, I guess it was 4 months ago. It's not new anymore, but we got Hydra Leader. Blox just had a trend recently of replacing all the bosses. Only 10 anime characters left. Which will we get next? Sonic from One Punch Man. This is interesting. Luckily, for some reason, I had a cosplay outfit of this guy just waiting around. Let me say, I cooked. Now, obviously, it makes sense for Sonic to have abilities like this of the blade fruit, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, how the heck did I just get stuck in there? What? Okay, hold on. We all know what Sonic does in One Punch Man. It's abilities that are honestly very similar to what the blade fruit here has. So that's exactly what we're gonna use, boys. And we also got a nice little katana, which honestly isn't gonna help us much. Actually, hold on. Let me go ahead and do this. Yes, sir. Hold on, we're actually cooking. Boom. Weave that. And I'm not gonna lie, this is boring. It was a little fun at first, but not having that much stuff this late in the game means we're gonna be fighting these bosses for a long time. And I'm also about to die. That's not good. Oh my gosh. Whose idea was it to add this character in the list? It was my idea. I'm hating my past self right now. Hold on. Maybe we can win this without dying, though. Yeah, we're not winning this without dying. We're not winning this without dying, bro. Hold on. Maybe I can. Hold on. We're actually cooking. He's under half. Let me start weaving all these abilities. Come on. Just a little bit more to go. Finish him off with the katana. And he's down. Sonic for the win. Next character, Todoroki. Oh, I actually have the perfect build mind for Todoroki. So first off, we have the cosplay right here. You know what? For the fighting style, we're going to go Dragon Talon. For the fruit, we're going to go Yeti. I'll explain why in a second. So first off, we have Dragon Talon for the fire abilities like this. And also Infernal Vortex, Prominence Burn. And then as for Yeti, we have Arctic Clap, the little frost stomp he does. Tundra Rush. Grabbing him, slamming on the ground with ice, and even Glacial Execution, bro. I could have sworn Todoroki's done something like this in the anime. Actually, he has. This build literally makes perfect sense. Perfect Todoroki build, bro, if I do say so myself. Frostbite Boulder even makes sense, too, because he could definitely summon boulders and just throw them. Hot and cold, man. Hot and cold. Half hot, half cold. Straight cooking. Let me say, bro, this girl is not faring no chance. She's barely even hit me. Night and day difference from the previous fight, man. Oh, what the heck? My enemy got stuck in there. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead and push her out. We're both stuck in here? Hey, no way. Okay, hold on. Guess we're just got to fight her like this. Bro. I'm cool with that. I'm going to pack you up like this. Come on. And finish her off with Great Ice Wall. Yes, sir. Todoroki had that down pack, bro. And for our next character, we end up getting... Ooh, this is what I've been waiting on. Aizen. Hey, man. Look at that. That's clean Aizen fit, bro. And for our opponent, we'll be fighting Captain Elephant. Oh, you're approaching me. You really think you can defeat me with such power? Little did you know, the whole time you were under my Kyokusou Getsu. Perfect hypnosis. Yo, I'm yapping. All right, you know what? Let's make quick work of this guy. In case you're wondering why I've chosen the creation fruit for Aizen, it's because, well, the only real ability we have in this game that's similar to Aizen is this. Hado number 99, Kuro Titsugi. Look at that, bro. That's literally his ability, bro. You put up a good fight, Captain Elephant, but you never had any chance. Hado number 90, Kuro Titsugi. Aizen wins, bro. Aizen wins. All according to plan. Alright. Enough with all the anime references, bro. My throat's actually starting to hurt. Pause. Next boss. The beautiful pirate. But he ain't about to be so beautiful after I'm done with him. Or at least it depends on who I get from this list. I think the last few remaining anime characters are actually pretty good, though. And we get Frieza. I'll take that. But we ain't just any Frieza. No, we are Black Frieza. Yes, sir. Here to pack up. Now with Black Frieza, we get Death Beam, Buddy Sword, like that. And then we also get Death Ball, Hell's Core, and Flame. And then we can also get Blue Fire Bullets, just because that's kind of like a key blast. Also, Prominence Burst is also kind of like a key blast that Frieza would do. Really, we could just use any of this, to be honest, bro. It's Frieza, come on now, especially Black Frieza. Like, what can't Black Frieza do? Low-key, we should get God Human too, but since I don't have God Human, we're just gonna deal with Dragon Talon for now. Hyper Annihilation's low-key kind of like a key blast, right? Infernal Vortex, this seems like an ability Frieza could do as well. I mean, at this point, we're kind of just freestyling, but y'all get the gist, bro. Y'all get the gist. Black Frieza here for duty, man. Hold on, am I actually dying? Bro, what? Yo, what is hitting me that's doing that much damn damage? Hold on, we gotta start using our long-range abilities, bro. This is exactly what Frieza would do. Start spamming all the long-range abilities, keep our distance, use strategy. Yes, sir. You stay right over there. You stay right over there, beautiful pirate. You stay right over there. Oh, we got V4. Oh, yeah, this actually kind of fits Frieza, bro. This kind of fits Frieza. Hold up. Oh, yeah, that's a whole different ball game now. This is a whole different ball game now. Hold on. Death beam. And now I think this should be our last death ball. Sheesh. Oh, never mind. Okay, another death beam will do. Yeah, I love when I get to pull out the Black Frieza fit, bro. I ain't pulled this one out in like 9 months. 4 anime characters left and 2 more bosses. And next up, we get Nezuko. Now with Nezuko, we only get one thing, ladies and gentlemen. But before we actually do that, let me go ahead and max out all my stats. All we get with Nezuko is Sanguine Art and the Ghoul Race. This is the closest or only thing that really matches her abilities in the anime. So you know what? Let's go ahead and just make this quick. Let's make this quick, boys. Longma's our next boss, the one we're fighting right now, and he's already honestly at almost half health. Sanguine Art's really cool because even if we get low, we have Bloodbane Drain to heal us up. Oh my gosh, this boss is so quick, bro. This boss is so quick. Yo, we're literally just zooming. Oh my gosh. I didn't even have time to really commentate much of anything. That's the second to last boss out the way. One more boss to go. My old stomping ground, Big Mom. 3 anime characters left. Eren Yeager, Ichigo, Naruto. Doesn't matter how it ends up, this is gonna be pretty easy. And we end up with Naruto for the final boss. I'll take that.
To be Hokage, that's my dream.
Yo, I cannot do that voice for the life of me. You know, I don't even know why I tried. Let's go ahead and just make this quick because I'm gonna be honest, Big Mom ain't got a chance in hell. Not when I'm Naruto Uzumaki. Now, with Naruto, we get Kitsune. And the reason why is because of this right here. It's basically the Jinchuriki key. Now, as I level up, you guys can see now I have 2 tails and I'm running exactly like how Naruto would. We also get Tailed Beast Bomb, Foxfire Disruption. So you know what? All we're gonna be able to use is just M1s or Foxfire Disruption. Low key, it's enough though. Hold on. Let me zoom around. I can use this. I can use one assault. Kills of Burning Agony. I could probably use 2. Yeah, he uses abilities like that. And you know what? Actually, we can take it a step further. Transformation. We could just say this is the whole 9-tailed fox transformation, bro. Let's go ahead and make quick work of Big Mom. Final boss of the video, ladies and gentlemen. And we ended up with Naruto. What are the odds of that? I was hoping we'd get a more challenging one, like maybe Ichigo or something. But hey, I'll take this. I'll take this. You know what? I'll untransform. Make it a little more challenging. It's honestly not going to make a difference. To be Hokage is my dream, and I'll get through you to do it. Naruto never said anything like that. Oh, that hurt my voice to say that. I'm not going to lie. Enough yapping. Big Mom has been vanquished. Life expectancy been reduced. She's retired. She's done. And Naruto has won. Bars. Oh, that was actually bars. That is every boss defeated in the game, ladies and gentlemen. I think this is actually a record. This is the fastest I've ever done one of these videos, to be honest.
For our first fruit, we have the newly released Rocket Fruit. Now we get 4 different abilities with Rocket. First being Missile Fist, then we get Airstrike, Rocket Crash, and Blast Off. And it's honestly one of the coolest common fruits in the game, but unfortunately, it is not in One Piece. Or at least technically. The closest thing we got is the Buki Buki no Mi used by Baby 5 here. This fruit allows her to turn any part of her body into a weapon. You guys can see she has that gun fist right there, which is kind of similar to Missile Fist, but not really. So for our first fruit Rocket, we're gonna rank it in Dookie tier because it is not accurate at all. In fact, it's not even in One Piece. Next up though, boys, we have the Spin Fruit. And as the name implies, every move involves, well, some sort of spinning capabilities. Tornado Assault, you know, another spin, tornado type thing, Air Slasher, and then of course, Helicopter Flight. It's a Dookie fruit, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this thing is useless. Nobody's ever gonna use this. Which in One Piece, it's not much different. This is called the Guru Guru no Mi in One Piece, and it's used by Buffalo. And well, the only thing we ever see him do is what you see him doing right now, which is basically just him flying using his head as a propeller. So while it is pretty accurate, unfortunately, we don't get any of these other abilities like Tornado Assault, Razor Wind, or even Air Slasher. Still though, due to this accuracy, I'm gonna put this in good tier. Moving on, we have the Chop Fruit. Now, unlike Spin, Chop is actually pretty useful in this game because it allows you to avoid being hit by sword users like you see here. Unfortunately, the moves are not as cool because we have little trash moves like this, Tackle, Dance, where you literally just like take your body parts out in barrage, and then one of the worst fights in the game, Helicopter. Now in One Piece, obviously we all know Buggy the Clown uses this fruit, and I will say honestly, it is pretty accurate to Blox fruit. So you can see right now he's flying, and then technically this is also the Chop Tackle, and Buggy even did the little Chop Chop dance move here where he like separates his whole body. So honestly, I would say Blox fruits did a really good job of getting this accurate. It's pretty much the same in anime and game. So because of that, as weird as this sounds, Chop is gonna go to the very top tier, very accurate. Next, Spring Fruit. Now with this fruit, just like the user in the anime, which we'll see shortly, it is very useless. I mean, we have mediocre moves like Knock, Spring Snipe, where you just like kind of propel forward. Spring Leap is not bad if you have something to propel off of. And then other trash moves like Spring Cannon, and then Spring Emperor, which is not bad, but you guys can see this fruit is just not that good. Which also stands true in the anime. I mean, like this user right here, Bellamy, like all of this just to get absolutely packed.
pack. Well, we can see him doing the Spring Emperor right now, and we're about to see just how useless this was in the anime, just like in the game. Bro did all of that just to get one tapped by Luffy. Insane. So yeah, it was trash in both the anime and the game, but in terms of accuracy, I would say this one is just as good as Chop. Every move from the anime looked the same in the game, so it's going right there in the very accurate tier. Bomb fruit next. Now this fruit, as the name implies, turns you into a bomb man. So like anything you do just explodes everything. Bomb grab, explodes, self-destruct. I mean, as the name implies, you're literally just taking your own health to do a crazy explosion. We also have this little mine ability where if an NPC steps on them, it explodes. Now, the bomb fruit in One Piece was named Bomu Bomu no Mi and is used by a guy named Mr. 5. And basically, he was able to turn anything he touches into his body. We can literally see him flicking his own booger against this guy. And this is also bomb grab there, him technically doing bomb grab. But yeah, this guy, Mr. 5, didn't get much screen time, so he literally only used like 2 moves. I think it was the booger flick and the bomb grab. Pretty disgusting. But yeah, since he was such an irrelevant character, unfortunately, we never saw him do explosive jump or even self-destruct. But due to him having little to no screen time, the only moves we actually seen him do was targeted bomb and bomb grab. So that means a landmine, self-destruct, and explosive jump was pretty much just Blox Fruit's freestyling. So I'm gonna give this one a decent tier. Smoke fruit, which is actually our first Logie of the video, which for those of you that don't watch One Piece means I can't be hit by NPCs that don't have hockey. You see, it just evaporates to me and doesn't touch me. For the abilities, however, we have a couple different decent ones. This is actually not bad. I mean, Smoke Slam, pretty decent. Smoke Blast, we have a long range ability. Smoke Liberation, also not bad. Good for combo potential and farming. And last but not least, we have Smoke Bomber, which is actually not half bad of an ability. You can farm with this decent. Now for the anime counterpart, we have the Moku Moku no Mi used by Smoker himself. And I'm gonna just be honest, this fruit in One Piece is absolute garbage. It's not even exciting. Anytime man comes on screen, he just loses. I mean, this man has just taken so many L's. He just comes up just to get packed. But even so, Blox Fruits did a really good job. I'm gonna put this in accurate tier. Spike fruit next, you know what I'm saying? Look at that thing. Now, unlike the smoke fruit, you will never catch me eating this fruit. I mean, the abilities are just straight dog water. It doesn't really excel in anything. Like, it's just mid at all aspects of the game. But in One Piece, it's called the Toge Toge no Mi, and the abilities are kind of nice. I mean, you guys can see, you can punch through walls. She can like become a hedgehog and do some spike ball ability, which is actually not that bad. And then there's also this weird ability where she just becomes like super buff. I don't even remember this happening. How come we didn't get that in Blox Fruits? Instead, we just got this, a Spike Barrage. Like, this is so bad. I mean, they didn't have much to work with, but Spike is gonna go straight in decent tier behind Bomb. But hold up, boys, this next fruit is finna cook, and I mean that literally, because we got the flame fruit. Sheesh. Now for this one, we're taking it one by one. First up, we have fire bullets. You just shoot out a bunch of little fireballs. Then of course we got the anime counterpart where he throwing out them things. Sheesh. Next up we got Prominence Burst, a big blast of fire, which we can see clearly him doing here. Bro just straight up broke an entire ship with that. Like, that is insane. Flaming Vortex, charge it up, and a whole damn like flame tornado, which in the anime I think was honestly very beautifully done. Got a building being chucked at him and bro just destroys that entire thing. Like this is insane. Last but not least, we have Hell's Core, the little fireball of destruction. And of course, here my boy Ace using it on the final showdown against a Blackbeard, bro. Damn near like a fire spirit bomb, bro. Just holding it like this. That is so clean. This is the best one we had so far. Like, you definitely cooked with this Blox Fruits. Be dumb to put flame in anything other than at the top of very accurate tier. Sheesh. That is only 8 of the fruits out the way, ladies and gentlemen. Would you believe we have 31 more to go? Let's go ahead and speed this up. Falcon fruit next. I don't know why anyone would ever want to eat this ability. I mean, who wants to be a falcon? Like, you get mid abilities like wind burst, bone crusher, just grabbing people. All the moves look pretty much the same. Now, just like in Blox Fruits in the anime, I mean, this fruit was just not that good. Didn't really get much screen time. Although I will say in the anime, they kind of cooked better than Blox Fruits. Like how come we didn't get no beast type transformation like what he just used there? Overall though, I mean, it is pretty damn accurate. Blox Fruits ain't have much to work with. Bro used total like 3 moves, but they still managed to get it down packed. It's going in good tier. All right, up next we have another Logia, the ice fruit, one of my favorites in the game. Whether you're PvPing or grinding, this fruit actually offers a lot. I mean, you have crazy stun like this, stunning your enemies for multiple seconds over. Good damage with this, also allowing combo potential. You can go skating if you want, man. Create a wall of ice, or if you absolutely feel like it, just freeze anything in your path. One of the most broken fruits in Blox Fruits. And the same can be said in the anime, where Kuzan, the user of the ice fruit, or Hiei no Mi, he is honestly one of the most busted characters in the anime. We can see here he's using Ice Age to freeze an entire sea beast here.
Like, who does that?
And of course, we got Pheasant Beak, where he throws out the little ice bird, just freezing anything in his path. Of course, we can't forget the little ice stomp here either. Like, sheesh. Now, Blox is missing a few abilities that Kuzan used in the anime, but overall, we got majority of the same abilities. So for that, I'm not gonna give it in very accurate tier, but we're gonna put it in accurate right under smokers. Fruit number 11, the sand fruit, which looks like a grilled cheese or some sort of cheeseburger, some sandwich. Similar to the ice fruit, also a very good PvP ability. We have multiple stun moves that lock the enemy in place, especially something like this. Sand Coffin, Sandstorm also locking him in place. We also got a flight. And last but not least, Deep Sand. An ultimate just sand explosion thing. And in the anime counterpart, it is used by the pirate Crocodile, who is a former warlord of the sea. And we can see this ability in One Piece was cooking. Sheesh. We got that tornado there, just destroying anything in its path. And we even got the ultimate ability right here. Bro throws that into the ground on the sand and just creates just a cater. Hey man, if you ask me, I would say Blox is definitely cooked. The only thing is, I don't know where they got Sand Coffin from. That man Crocodile never did this. But I'm gonna put the cheeseburger fruit in the middle of accurate tier. Actually, I'm gonna put it at the top. Sheesh, they cooked with that thing. And next up, we have the Yonko himself, Darkbeard's Dark Fruit. Now, I'm not gonna lie, you could not pay me $1 million to eat this thing. But despite how ugly it is, the abilities are pretty good. I mean, we have an ability that just like sucks people in, pause. Another one that like just keeps them in place. One that teleports you to them. I think I remember Blackbeard ever doing that. But this next one I think will ring some bells for y'all. World of Darkness, a ball of just darkness. Now for the anime, I just want to say Blackbeard is a straight menace. With the Dark Fruit, he actually does get a buff because it nullifies Devil Fruit users. It's low-key OP. Like look at this right here. He's able to pull in Ace with the pull move just like we saw in Blox Fruits. Grab this man's and punch him. Even though Ace is an elemental. Overall, fairly accurate to the anime, except we do have two moves that just don't exist. Like Blackbeard never just straight up just teleported. I'm gonna put Dark in good tier buffed up. Moving on, next up we have the Diamond Fruit. Now this is a pretty useless fruit in Blox Fruits. I mean, the first ability is Encrust, which just gives you defense boost. And I mean, the other three abilities are not really special, like Beaming Tackle. Like, what is it? What is that? Diamond Hail. And then get this, the final ability, Solar Flare, they just straight up yoinked that from Krillin. Now in the anime, funny enough, the guy that uses it, his name is Diamond Jozu. But the actual Devil Fruit is called the Kira Kira Nomi. We can see him literally tanking a hit from Mihawk right now due to his Diamond Encrust. So the defense is obviously really good. And that's about all this fruit is good for in One Piece. Just being a big wall of defense and diamond. So you got to give Blox a little credit. They didn't have much to work with, but they did get the one thing right, the Encrust. So we're going to put that also in good tier, under Dark. Next up, we have the Light Fruit. This is going to get interesting. Now, this is a fruit you're going to want to use in Blox Fruits if you like running and spamming. Like, look at this. Stay up in the air, spam your abilities. You never even got to get close to anybody. No risk to you. And if you ever do get low, fly away. But I will say this man, Kizaru, when he uses this fruit, he looks clean with that, bro. Look at this. There's mirror kick right there. And when this man pull out that Light Blade, sheesh, this is just clean. Other than that, not much else to say about it. Man's specialty is running and keeping his distance. But you gotta admit, Blox Fruits cook with light. All the abilities look damn near the same. We're putting this at the top of very accurate, just behind Flame. Look at that bounciness. Look at that bounciness. For the next fruit, we have Rubber, the MC of One Piece. So they better cook with this. Now, this is actually one of the very few fruits that has an M1, meaning if you click your mouse, it does an ability. And that right there was Gum Gum Pistol, which is obviously one of Luffy's most iconic abilities. I mean, there's no way Blox could get this one wrong. They did have to be trying to get it wrong. Next up, we got the Slingshot. Shoot out and grab towards something, slingshot yourself forward. Of course, in the anime, he calls this Gum Rocket. Clings towards something, propels himself forward. We got the iconic Smash, and this one in the anime is heat. Look at this. This man packing up people. Sheesh. I would not want to get hit by that. Next, we got the Rubber Rush Barrage. Another one of Luffy's most iconic moves, known as Gum Gum Gatling in the anime. It's almost like I'm just watching Blox Fruits right now, except I will say Blox Fruits did this one better. And then we have the Transformation. Yep. Segundo. And of course, we got it in the anime. Such a clean transformation, man. I think we can all agree Blox Fruits got this fruit down 1-to-1. I'd be brain dead to put this one anywhere other than the top of very accurate. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than that. Everyone was on point. This next fruit, though, I don't know about this one. The Barrier Fruit. Another fruit that I don't really ever want to use. I mean, just look at these abilities. Barrier Wall. Like, look at that. Surprise Attack. Barrier Prison, which all of these moves take forever to come out. And on top of it all, we have a move that just
spawns stairs. Like, who wants to do this? Which, to be fair, is pretty accurate to the anime. Here we can see the barrier user here using barrier wall to block an attack. And obviously we get to see it used again here. Unfortunately, the barrier fruit doesn't have much screen time, so we really only see like 2 or 3 moves ever be used, a lot of which Blox Fruits does not have. So it's garbage in the game, and in the anime it doesn't get showed much. We're putting this one, I'm not gonna lie, at the bottom of decent. Fruit number 17, the ghost fruit. Now, to be honest, this thing looks like no fruit. It looks like a damn like block with a paper bag in front of it. Now, this fruit recently just got reworked. It used to be called the revive fruit. So they changed the name and they redid every single move. Like, the moves are actually pretty fire now. I mean, shivering possession, you kind of just shoot through the enemy and stun them. Spectral release, you scream out, also stun them. Cries of the Underworld, also a very fire ability. I mean, just look at these effects, boys. And then you get to summon 3 of you. For some reason. I don't know why. Now in the anime, the revive fruit is used by the pirate Brook, and you can see here he's using the soul detach ability, the shivering soul ability, which is what we saw earlier. And unfortunately, this is the only ability Blox Fruits actually has down. I'm pretty sure they reworked the revive fruit to avoid copyright, and if you ask me, it looks like they did a good job because this fruit looks nothing like the one Brook has anymore. So I'm gonna be honest, man, I can't put Ghost anywhere other than Dookie tier. It is just not a fruit in One Piece anymore. Moving on though, we have the Magma fruit, one of the strongest, most dangerous abilities in One Piece. And the same could be said in Blox Fruits. I mean, just look at this spam. Magma shower here, great magma storm here, volcanic storm here, and if they ain't dead with all that, you just get all your moves back really quick. And you can also ride on a magma fist or magma hound type thing. I don't know why. It's a little weird. We all know who uses this in the anime. We have Admiral Akainu, and bro just pretty much destroys and punches through everything in his path, especially Ace. Man turned him to a donut. But you see here we have the Magma Fist, which we saw in Blox Fruits. Then we have the Magma Shower Fist, which we also saw in Blox Fruits. Bro's just shooting out a ton of them. Of course, we got the Hound Fist here, which we just saw. We kind of rode on this one. I don't know why we rode on it. Why did you do that, Blox Fruits? He did not fly on it. All in all, though, we can see this thing is pretty damn accurate, Blox Fruits. I would have to give this a 9 out of 10. We putting this straight in the accurates here. Up next, we got the Quake Fruit. If you like causing a lot of destruction and just overall crazy screen shake, this is the fruit for you, boys, because look at it. Boom, screen shake. More screen shake, another screen shake move, which actually summons a whole sea wave in front of you. Yeah, I think you gotta get the gist. Now in the anime, this fruit was used by the Yonko Whitebeard. You can see that man punching the air, also causing a lot of IRL screen shake. But I'm not gonna lie, boys, I think the anime got this one. Like, they just make Quake look so epic. Bro is literally tearing the air right now. Like, how is that even possible? Bro got the little Quake punch ability here. Like, I would not want to get hit with that. Look what he does to Akainu's face here, bro. Look at this. The man's literally just flattens him out like a pancake. Getting hit with an ability like this is absolutely diabolical. Yeah, the anime made this just look so much more epic than it is in game. But it doesn't mean Blox Fruits did a bad job. I honestly think this is solid. It's not very accurate tier solid, but you know what? I think I'll put it in accurate below Magma. Next up, the fruit every Blox Fruit player loves, the Buddha fruit. Not really much to say about this one. Nobody really uses the Buddha fruit for its actual abilities. You kind of just transform and spam with a fighting style or weapon. And then there's one other ability I see here and there, Heavenly Impact, a big shoot. And then there's one other ability I see players use often, Light of Annihilation, kind of just shoot a beam out. Now in the anime, this is used by Fleet Marine Admiral Sengoku. You see that man becoming big? Pause. Unfortunately, we've only seen him literally do one ability in One Piece, which is this ability right here. Bro, like, is in the air. It does like a little palm punch. But I will say this one move he did literally just straight up decimated the entire people he was facing. So it's pretty menacing. So Blox Fruits didn't have much to work with. I mean, all they had to work was just the transformation and that one impact. But the fact that they freestyled with all this and ended up making it look this good, you gotta give them credit, boys. You gotta give them credit. So I'm gonna put the Buddha fruit in good tier, at the top actually. Next, we have the Love Fruit. We got a couple of different cool abilities with this one. First one being Heart Shot, Cupid Zone. Use your irresistible attraction, bring anybody towards you, stun them a little bit. Besto Friendo. You summon a person. I don't know. I don't quite know why, but you do. And we got Flamingo Flight. Just pull out a bird out of thin air. Now, I'm just gonna be honest. The user in the anime is Boa Hancock, and Blox Fruit's adaptation is not close at all. Like, it is just not close. It's just not love. What Boa Hancock does, she does these arrows, she does little wave beams, and she turns people to stone, which is not what Blox Fruit does at all. She even goes physical with it, doing a barrage of kicks, and then every person she kicks, she turns to stone. It's really fire, and Blox Fruit is not like that. Now, I ain't saying Blox Fruit's adaptation is bad, it's just not like the anime. So to be honest, I've got to put love in the dookie tier, boys. I'm sorry. Up next, the spider fruit. I would literally never eat this thing. You could pay me $1 billion, I still wouldn't do it. We got some pretty decent abilities with this one, being able to literally just fly like you Spider-Man, trap people in prisons like this, snipe them if you want to with long-range snipes that are damn near infinite range, and you even got a cool ultimate. Long range, does crazy damage, and just lasts a long time. Let's see how accurate this is to the anime. So we can see in the anime, Doflamingo, which is the user of the spider fruit, he has this ability here, which we just used, this long sniping ability. So that's good. We see that's there. We also got the ultimate right here, which is like the god string. He turns all the buildings around him into string, and then he just shoots a bunch of it out. Oh my god, that sounds crazy. I'm not gonna lie, out of context. Y'all get what I'm trying to say though. Then obviously we got the bird cage as well, one of his most iconic moves. And then we also got this man Doflamingo literally just flying using his strings. I can't even comprehend that. So I'd say Blox Fruits has spider pretty down fact. I'm surprised they did this good. Spider fruit, we're gonna put that below ice inaccurate. Up next, we have the sound fruit, another one of the more recently added fruits in the past months. And while this is a very nice fruit, I mean, we have some beautiful visuals with this. I mean, just look at this. Very nice abilities, very high damage, and just overall good practicality in the game. Despite that though, it is not in One Piece. It doesn't exist. According to the wiki here, it says this is the first fan-made fruit to be added to the game. The original concept was created by this guy here. So because it doesn't exist in the game, well, it automatically has to go at the bottom of Dookie Fruit right next to Rocket. Although many people speculate that the sound fruit was based off of this guy's fruit, Scratchman of Pooh. However, I disagree with that as they're not similar at all. So even if it was based on this, it's still staying in Dookie tier. Phoenix fruit, yes sir. Also, why does fruit look like the little apple emoji of the phoenix? Now, Phoenix fruit in this game is known for its healing capabilities, using the moves Regeneration Flames. You're able to heal yourself and any potential teammates you may have. We do have a couple other abilities with this one, such as this, flying forward and just smacking people in their face, Cremation Flames, where you shoot out a bunch of flame balls, Flaming Exodus, take your opponent up, slam them down, and then obviously we got the full Phoenix form, which looks very good, I might add. But is it accurate to the anime? We can see in this clip here, Marco is clearly using the half form transformation, so that's accurate so far. And he does the little blast move here, so that is pretty accurate as well. So far, it's looking nice. And damn, did he just destroy the whole ship? Oh, no, he didn't destroy it. He pushed it back. So it looks like the damage on this in the anime is not that crazy. He's mainly succeeds in healing, it looks like. And of course, we got the Ring of Healing, bruh. Yep. So far, this is looking pretty accurate. Like, look, it's literally healing the person right here. And then we got the blast ability here. So far, Blox Fruit is all moves for all moves. Straight up packing that man up with that blast. Sheesh. And it wouldn't be Phoenix without the full transformation. Yo. I ain't gonna lie. This is what it looks like in the anime, and this is what it looks like in game. That to me looks like straight 1-to-1 the same. Phoenix may not be the most used or best fruit in Blox Fruits, but in terms of accuracy to the anime, it's up there with the best, so it's going in the very accurate tier. Rumble Fruit. I'm excited for this one. The fruit I personally main and use on a day-to-day basis. We got 5 different moves: Lightning Beast, Thunderstorm, Sky Judgment, Electric Flash, which allows you to dash around, and lastly, Thunderball Destruction. You're basically throwing a lightning spirit bomb at these boys. Now, the person who used the Rumble Fruit in the anime was a guy named Enel. He considered himself to be a god because, well, he had these like crazy lightning powers and nobody could touch him. And I don't even blame him for thinking he was a god, because before Luffy showed up, literally no one was standing up to this man's. But overall, Rumble, even in One Piece, is one of my favorite devil fruits. It's just dope in the game and in the anime. And honestly, Blox just killed it. Y'all can see how accurate this thing is. The only move we never see Enel do in the anime is Thunderstorm here, but other than that, every other move on point. So I'm putting Rumble in the middle of accurate. And in case you're wondering why I skipped over the Portal Fruit, well, here's the thing. The Portal Fruit does not exist in One Piece. Now, technically, Portal is based off of this guy's fruit, which is the Door Fruit. However, it looks nothing like the current Portal Fruit. The Door Fruit used to be in Blox Fruits, though. You can see he can warp between one area and open between another area. So he can just like straight up teleport to locations. And another cool ability Blueno could do is also go into his own like door dimension, which technically you can do all of that with Portal in Blox Fruits. Like you can go here, you can teleport to different locations, you can even go in your own dimension like here. but it just doesn't look like the actual door fruit at all, which they did on purpose to avoid copyright. So obviously the portal fruit is going in Dookie tier. We're almost at the end of the legendary fruits, but next we have the pain fruit. And let me just say, do not eat this fruit if you're bad at the game. Just trust me, it's not that good. Abilities are also not that visually appealing. Like, let's just go through them real quick. Paw nuke, torture, heavy pain, and pain barrage. Yep, not the most exciting moves that is. But I will say it is pretty accurate to the anime. Bartolomeo is the user of the paw fruit, and as you can see right there, he can teleport just like how you can in the game. We also have the paw Z ability, which is the heavy pain. It actually goes through multiple people in the anime. That's kind of crazy. And of course, we got the paw barrage here. Fun fact about these, apparently the paw projectiles are the speed of light. I don't know. I don't know if that's true, but hey man, that's just the owner. And then obviously we got the Ursa shock. Sheesh. I would not want to get hit by this thing. Like, you would literally die if you got hit by this. Like, just don't try to take this thing head on. And last but not least, we have the torture ability. So despite the fact that I don't like paw, it's not the best fruit in the game. They got it down packed in terms of accuracy. So pain is going straight in S tier for accuracy. Last legendary rarity fruit of the video, Blizzard. I never really use this fruit that often. It's not because it's bad. I just think it's kind of boring. Pretty bland abilities. I mean, nothing really too special to it. Abilities are just kind of meh. All of them look pretty much the same, except one being bigger than the other. We do get this cool Blizzard Domain ability, though, which is a big AoE of just Blizzard. In the anime, the person who uses the Blizzard fruit is this girl here, Monet, who is now deceased. But you can see she is summoning, well, a bunch of snow and Blizzard. She has the snow fruit is what they call it in One Piece. She can summon snow at will. This ability here, we don't see in Blox fruit. She's like grabbing them with solid snow. And I will say, just watching through this clip, the way she uses the Blizzard fruit in One Piece is vastly different than how they did it in Blox fruits. Like, she just did like a snow like prison there. This is pretty accurate though. This looks like Howling Wind from Blox fruits. She's kind of stunning Nami in the Howling Wind, but she also does this cool little transformation thing that's not in Blox fruits. I think that could have been something cool to add, but they decided not to. And this to me looks like Blizzard Domain. Definitely not the most accurate we've seen. I mean, Blox fruits just kind of like freestyled for a lot of these moves. Not too impressive with it, not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to put it in the top of decent tier. And now we're moving up to the final category of fruits, mythical category, starting with gravity. After this, we'll have 10 more fruits left. Let's go ahead and eat that thing. We're literally eating a moon rock by the way. Similar to the pain fruit, I wouldn't eat this fruit unless you're good at the game, because the skills are really nothing to jump at. They all look kind of mid in terms of effects wise. And this fruit is bad for both grinding and PvP. Well, in PvP, it can be used pretty good, depending on the player. All the abilities though, pretty much revolve around either summoning meteors, pushing somebody, or keeping them in place, which if you ask me is pretty accurate for the anime. Here we have the user of the gravity fruit in the anime literally creating a meteor of his own with buildings using the gravity. And this move right here looks like gravity obeisance to me. That's got crazy aura. Like, he's got Luffy running away from that. And of course, we got his final attack, the ability to summon a damn meteor from outer space. Like, how do you even deal with that if you're not Mihawk? Now listen, I may not like gravity in both the game and the anime, but I'd be dumb to say the game isn't damn close to being the same as the anime. We're putting this at the top of accurate tier. Now, this next fruit's gonna be a bit interesting. We have the mammoth fruit. And if I remember correctly, the only thing we really have in the game that's in the anime is the transformation. You can see here in the anime, he's transforming, except his transformation looks like a real actual mammoth, like from the ancient times. Whereas ours looks different. Like, we got armor and spikes and whatnot on ours, so it's not that accurate, but this is still a mammoth. And the only other thing I can think of, because Jack didn't really use that many moves, is this roar right here. And that right there is the only thing that's similar from the game in One Piece. Jack doesn't do any of these moves here. Like, these are just pretty much fan-made. So for Mammoth, I'm gonna have to give it decent tier. I actually just lied to you a second ago, because the only thing we got for a T-Rex as well is the transformation. We can see in the anime here, X-Drake is currently fighting Bartholomew Kuma, and he just transformed into the T-Rex fruit, an ancient Zoan. Now, apart from the transformation, there may be one move you can consider to be One Piece, and that is Hunter's Rage right here. You grab him, and you grab his neck and slam him down. In the clip here, you can see X-Drake grabs him by the head, and I guess you could kind of consider that the same move. But I'm not gonna lie, the T-Rex model in this game does not look that accurate to X-Drake's, and none of the moves are similar except for one. So I'm gonna give T-Rex the same ranking as Mammoth. Next up, we got one of mine and majority of Bloxers players' favorite fruits, the dough fruit. So first up, we got the dough punch, where if you M1, you can see a little dough fist comes out. And if we look at this clip here from the anime, we can see this ability is somewhat similar. Here's Katakuri, and he throws this little dough fist out. Next up, we got the missile jab, the most spammy one, throwing a little fist. And we can see in the anime, Katakuri is doing the exact same thing. Damn, that's accurate. Next up, we got the scorching donut and the piercing clothesline. which hits, throws him up, slams him down. And as you can see in the anime, Katakuri is doing the roller donut, and then he switches it over to the piercing clothesline, grabs that man Luffy, swing that man around town, bro. I would not want to be hit by this thing. This is looking so damn accurate. They might have to even rework this fruit, bro. I'm scared they'll get a copyright. And then, of course, last but not least, we have the most spammy of them all, Dofus Fusillade, which if we look in the anime, looks too damn accurate. Look at that man Luffy. How is he even surviving all this? Nah, man. Do actually got it 100%. We're putting this at the very top of very accurate. Not a single move was off. But will the shadow fruit be the same? Now, I'm going to be honest. There's not really much shadow has that resembles the anime. Gekko Morio's ability in the anime is kind of using his shadows to possess and control people. And so the only thing I think that could maybe be accurate to the anime is Corvus Torment. You can see I kind of get big there and kind of explode. And in the anime, he's sucking up all these souls. And he literally expands like 10 times his size by sucking up all the souls like what you see right here. But even so, Corvus Torment doesn't really look like that. So I'm going to be honest, I'm going to put this one in Dookie tier. Venom Fruit. First things first, we got poison daggers. You just shoot out a bunch of poison darts. And in the anime, this is exactly what Magellan does. He shoots out a bunch of poison darts at Luffy at pretty much the same rate as what we see in the game. Like, look at that. That man just rapid firing them things. Next, we got Noxus Shot. You shoot out 3 little venom demons, which we can see done in the anime right here. So far, so good. Third move, we have this move called Toxic Fog, where you just poison any enemy that stands in this AoE area. And we can see in the anime here, Magellan's doing exactly that, bro. Breath high as hell, bro. Look at that. And then the only other move that's really similar to the anime is the transformation. You basically turn into a venom demon and all your moves get upgraded a little bit. And obviously in the anime, Magellan is turned to the venom demon himself here, transforming. And this is what the demon itself looks like. Sheesh. Now, in terms of accuracy, Blox doesn't look exactly like that, but I'd say the demon is as close as they could have gotten without them just getting straight bopped by copyright. This deserves to go straight at the top of accurate if you ask me. Just 5 more mythic fruits to go through, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost there. Next, we have Law's Fruit, the Control. Now, just to start off, first things first, we have Room, which obviously Law does in the anime. He needs to do that to use any of his abilities. And then next ability, we have Levitate. You can basically move anything within your room, which we can see he does here. He literally takes this Marine's head off his head, and man's just throwing it around like it's a damn ball. And then the last thing we got that's similar to the anime is whenever you're in the room, you can teleport anywhere in the room. And as we can see here, he's doing it against Big Mom right now. He was just in their fist, and then man's just teleporting around. Fortunately, the last 2 abilities, Echo Knife and Gamma Rush, are not really shown in the anime, or at least they're not shown the way they are in Blox Fruits. They're completely different abilities in the way they're used. So in terms of accuracy, I'm gonna have to give Control a decent tier. Up next, we have the Spirit Fruit, Big Mom's fruit, the person he was just fighting. Now in Blox Fruits, it doesn't have much from the anime because this was reworked due to copyright reasons, but we do have this, Wrath of Ra. You shoot out Prometheus with a fireball, and we can see from the anime, Big Mom does just that here. She's got Prometheus, and she fires him out towards Marco. We also have this here, Sky Ruler. You hop on one of the little spirits, and you start floating on them. We can see in the anime here, Big Mom is clearly on top of Prometheus, literally just standing on top of the cloud. We also have the ability to summon homies by pressing M1. We can summon trees, pigs, frogs, little tree mushroom things, which you can see Big Mom has the ability to do as well in the anime. She just summoned a bunch of homie trees here. And this last attack is a bit of a stretch, but for end of times, you could say Big Mom kind of used this in the anime. You combine both your spirits into one big attack, like that, which Big Mom kind of does in this scene here, but it's not the same at all, so it's a bit of a stretch. But you can see here, that's the beam right there. I want to put Spirit Fruit in the middle of good. 3 fruits left, and next up we have the Dragon Fruit. Now with Dragon, first things first, we have Heat Wave Beam, which obviously Kaido, this is one of his main abilities. We have Blast Breath. And the only other thing we really got that's similar is this, the transformation, which we can see Kaido transform here. His skin is turning blue, man's transforming into the full dragon, which I'm gonna be honest is not that accurate to what we see right now. I mean, this dragon is pretty outdated. So it pains me to say this, but we're gonna put dragons here at the top of decent, but maybe that'll change once it get reworked. Leopard Fruit, boys, second to last fruit in the video. Now the interesting thing about Leopard is all of these moves that we have in the Leopard move kit is actually not really Leopard himself, but Rokushiki. Finger Revolver is Rokushiki. Spiraling Kick is Tempest Kick. Body Flicker is also another form of Rokushiki. But realistically, the only thing we have to base off the anime is this. And even that is not that accurate because as you can see, Rob Lucci transforming here, this is how he looks in the anime. So the leopard model from Blox Fruits is It's all right. But to be honest, when Rob Lucci transforms into leopard, all he ends up doing is using Rokushiki moves anyways. So Blox Fruits is still 100% accurate. This is going in the very accurate tier, boys. 10 out of 10. And now we have one final devil fruit of the video, Kitsune. Now, unfortunately, the Kitsune fruit does not exist in One Piece. This is a fan-made fruit. However, there is one fruit where it took inspiration from. And the only move we actually have that's similar to the anime is the transformation. And pay close attention to how this looks. In the anime, we have Yamato's fruit transforming into this dog-like form. You can see it looks pretty similar to what we have in the Kitsune form. At least it's close to something we're gonna find similar to it. I mean, I'd say this looks decently close to the Kitsune form in Blox Fruits.
Timer starts now. Now for task number 1, our first goal is to get this thing to 600 mastery. Right now we just have 1, and obviously the more mastery you have, the more damage the sword deals. Alright, first things first, let's see these M1s. Is this like the same as True Triple Katana? Okay, yeah, it is. It's literally the exact same as True Triple Katana. Third M1, you have the little lunge. First things first, though, I need to put my stats in the right place. All right, we got melee, defense, sword. We're ready to go. How much M1 damage does this deal, boys? I'm curious to see. Per M1, 3,756. That's actually not that bad. It's not the best, but it's definitely up there. And off the first kill, we already unlocked both abilities. Dang. The first ability, we have 1,000 strikes. You know, just the usual, I'm pretty sure. Not much different. 4,837 damage. Okay, not bad, not bad. But the ability I'm more interested in is the second ability, Dark Air Slash. Let me go ahead and hold it like this. And now we get a triple slash. Damn, 14,000 damage on 3 NPCs. That's actually kind of fire. Okay, so we have a good sword to work for. That makes it really exciting, boys, because for our last task, we're gonna be doing something insane. For now, though, we gotta get this first task out the way, getting this thing to 600 mastery. Right now, we're at 90, and now we're at over 100. All right, so I'm pretty sure we should start moving on from Port Town and start moving on to a better place, something like Chocolate Land. Now, to be a little bit more efficient, we're also going to switch to Buddha just so we can bang this thing out the way. Getting this to 600 masters is going to take a very long time, but since we have Cyborg and we're in Chocolate Land, it shouldn't really be too bad. This is so fire, boys. I've been dreaming of getting Triple Dark Blade for years, man. For actual years of grinding, content, begging admins, we finally have it. We got to complete this challenge, otherwise I have to delete my account. I ain't gonna let that happen. It's about to be a long grind, boys. A long grind. Yes, sir. We got V4. This is where things are really gonna start getting interesting. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my gosh, we just killed them all with one move. All right, we're at 194 master right now, but after we finish with this group, we'll be at over 200. Just 400 more to go, boys. Yeah, this is gonna take a long time. And we just hit 250 mastery, but I've got a good idea. Why don't we test how good the Triple Dark Blade can do against every 3rd tier boss? Starting with Big Mom. I'm about to go pack this girl up, bro. I'm about to go pack this girl up. She is not about to get let off easy. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, hold on. We actually cooking. Now, I do have Cyborg V4 active, so just keep that in mind. But like, we are just mollywhopping her, bro. Look at this. Like, yo, this damage is crazy. I ain't know your game like that, Triple Dark Blade. I ain't know your game. Okay, hold on. She's actually kind of putting in her work. Oh, let me weave that. Feels so good to be back on Blox Fruits again after a little bit of a break, bro. And now that we got Triple Dark Blade, we about to start turning up, man. We about to start turning up. But I'm sorry, Big Mom. Your time is up. Ooh, she almost killed me at the same exact time, bro. That was almost a double KO. First boss down. Let's fight a few more. And what better candidate next than Longma himself? Let's see how this man fares against the Triple Dark Blade powers, bro. We both masters of swords, but let's see which one's better. Okay. He kind of put in work. Let me show him we ain't here to play, though. I got these Triple Dark Blade powers for a reason, bro. I'm worthy. Oh. Bro's getting packed. Oh, just like that. Yo, that was easy. We have one ultimate test of the Triple Dark Blade powers, though, and that is putting against the strongest boss in the game, the beautiful pirate. Yes, sir. If we can't beat this man, I don't know what to tell you, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go Buddha just so we have the best chance of winning. You know, actually, forget that. We don't even need Buddha. I got it with Portal. We got this. Let me start doing these combos, bro. Boom, boom. Ooh, we're cooking. This is one of the toughest bosses in the game, boys. If we can pack him up, I'd say we're off to a good start with Triple Dark Blade. We already almost got him to be able to transform, boys. Oh, there we go. Second phase. This is where it starts getting serious. I'm low, boys. I'm getting low. This ain't looking good. I don't know if the Triple Dark Blade can handle it, man. No, we got this. I'm about half health, but so is he, boys. So is he. We're doing good. Let me pop V4. Might as well. And he's done. Easy. Damn, we've packed up the 3 strongest bosses in 3rd Sea. I think we've seen enough, boys. I think we've seen enough. It's time to get back to the efficient grinding at Chocolate Land. Because if we look at our timer, we've already wasted about 15 minutes. And we're not even at 300 mastery yet. We gotta lock in. This is probably gonna be the most time-consuming part of the video. I'm not gonna lie. It's grind time, boys. It's grind time. All right, we've hit over 300 mastery. 300 more to go. We gotta hit double that, bro. Double that is crazy. We've just hit 400 mastery. Now we're at 500 mastery. Just 100 more to go, boys. The final stretch. 599 mastery. And now we are at 600 mastery max for the triple dark blade. Now, if we look at our stats, we will have a plus 430 stat boost for having this maxed out. So that's a lot more damage. But that was only one of the 4 tasks that we need to complete, boys. And if we look at our timer, we've got barely 8 hours left. So it's time to move on to our next task, which is upgrading the dark blade. For those of you that don't know, in 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Sea, there's an NPC that allows you to upgrade swords and guns. And it is called the blacksmith. So if we go ahead and talk to this NPC, he'll have a list of materials that we need to complete to upgrade it. And we need 25 dark fragments, 99 dragon scales, and 99 magma ores, which looks like gives us a 7% damage boost to our triple dark blade. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, that's a crazy requirement for this, bro. Yo, I'm actually like so lucky that I happen to have 30 dark fragments for this, but we still got 2 more materials we have to grind on. And I think I'm gonna get the easiest one out the way first, the magma ores. Now, the best way to farm those quickly would be heading back to 1st Sea. All right, now that we're in 1st Sea, we have to go to Volcano. The magma ores can drop from any NPC on this island, so we just gotta get to killing, boys, and hopefully we can get the rest we need soon. I think we just need 8 more. Oh, we got 1 right there, so 7 more. All right, 7 more to go. Let's get this out the way. And last one there. All right, we're maxed out the 99 magma ores. All we have to do left is a really difficult one. We have to get 99 dragon scales. Now, these dragon scales are going to be a little tougher because the only place you can get them is in 3rd Sea, specifically in the Hydra Island. And even more specific, only from these NPCs right here, these dragon crew archers, and I think the dragon crew warriors. They have a very rare chance of dropping, boys, so this may actually take us a while. Even though we only need like 13 more, could take us hours, which is the worrying part, boys, because remember, if I can't complete all of these challenges within the remaining time, I have to delete this account, which has my triple dark blade and everything else. We can't let that happen, boys. We're not gonna let that happen. Let's keep grinding. Let's keep grinding. All right, that's like our 3rd one we've killed. Let's just keep this going. Let's just keep this going. Let's go on a little bit of a speed run. All right, boys, I'm not gonna lie. I've been fighting these things for almost 20 minutes straight, and I haven't even got a single dragon scale. If we click our inventory, we're still at 87. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, look at this. I'm gonna kill that, still none. I'm gonna kill this other one. We're still probably gonna have to get none. Look at... Bro, what is happening? This might take us longer than I thought. Finally, 1 right there. After like 25 plus minutes, we got 1 dragon scale. We're at 88. Now we just need 11 more. But since it seems like the RNG on these things are really low, I'm gonna go ahead and save myself the headache, and we're just gonna AFK a bit with Buddha. Yeah, I'm just standing in this corner. I'm gonna put on my auto clicker, and hopefully by the time I come back, we got everything we need. All right, boys, it's been a few hours, but we now finally have 99 dragon scale. But if we look at our timer, only 4 hours left. Yeah, that literally took several hours just to get that much dragon scales, boys. But we now have all the requirements, so let's go ahead and head back to Port Town and get this thing upgraded. 25 dark fragments, 99 dragon scales, 99 magma ores. Now let's craft, and we've upgraded it to grade 1. That is our 2nd task complete. We have only 2 more to go for the video. And our 3rd one is getting a blessing or curse. All right, we're at the Dragon Talon Sage, boys. I'm excited. I'm excited. I hope we can get ourselves a nice curse, maybe a good blessing on this thing. I only have 1 legendary scroll. Let me see if maybe we can get something first try, boys. Maybe we get something first try. Let's see. We get deadly level 1, elemental level 2, piercing level 1, siphon, vampiric, and that's it. Okay, so it looks like I'm about to buy some scrolls. I sure don't miss this from Blox, man. 1,500 Robux for 3 scrolls is crazy. Well, let's go to buy some. That's 3 there. That's 6, and we got 9. I'm gonna see if we can get a good blessing or curse with just these 9 before we bust out more Robux. I'm hoping we can get some with these 9, boys. Let's see. First one. Did we get any blessing from this first one? Okay, we get rage, which is unique. Not bad, not bad. Next scroll, we got 8 more to go. Strong grip, but nothing else. 3rd time's the charm, boys. 3rd time's the charm. 3rd mystical scroll, and we get only a unique. Bro, you gotta be kidding me. Okay, we got 6 more. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. Unbreakable here. No unique there.
And this one, let's go, baby, let's go. We got burning and strong grip on this. Sheesh. Let's go, boys. Not only did we get a good blessing, but we got one of the best ones in the game, burning. And I must say, this visually looking really nice. All right, that is our third task completed, and we've now gotten this triple dark blade fully upgraded. 600 mastery, upgraded through blacksmith, and a blessing. But it's time to move on to our last task, which is getting 10 kills in a public server with a triple dark blade. For that though, let's go ahead and see how much damage this is looking like. 1M1. Ooh, look at that, boys. 1M1 does 5,600 damage. First move, let's see. How much does this deal? Damn. Wait, hold up. 7,200 damage? That's kind of crazy. For our Dark Air Slash, there is 3 NPCs here, but let's see how much it does. Well over 14K. Straight cinema right there, boys. Straight cinema. I love this thing. But it's time to see how good it is in combat. All right, public server number 1. Let's find out how OP this thing really is. All right, boys, we got a guy right here. Looks like he's max level or close to it. Let's see. All right, hit him with the triple slash. Boom. Boom, boom. All right, it's about to be our first kill, boys. Oh, he got me in this. Ooh, he's trying to hit me in the kit today. We got a kit today player. It's about to be interesting, boys. Or not. Maybe it won't be. Boom, Dark Air Slash. Okay, that doesn't can break. Gotta note that. I am playing like absolute buns right now. Either that or the triple dark blades, not as good as I thought it'd be. Let's see. Okay, we gotta unrust quick. Got him here. Boom. And end it right there. First kill, 9 more to go. GG's, man, GG's. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of did very poorly in that fight, so I don't want to blame it on triple dark blade yet, but I do want to make an adjustment to my build. I think for triple dark blade, low key, that rumble could be better, or I guess lightning now. I just asked him if he wanted to run it back. This time I'm gonna use rumble, so let's see the difference. Boys. All right, let me use Cyborg C. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, that's some good damage right there. Snipe him here. And GG. Yep, just as I predicted, Rumble would be a better pair. That's 2 out of 10. We need 8 more to go. Got another potential fight lineup right here. Oh, yeah. Boom, boom. Okay, he's almost dead. Let me do this. I'm gonna get him with this. Boys. Watch. Then we hit him with that. Interrupt him there. Boom, thunderstorm. All right. Boom, boom, boom. I want to finish him off in style, boys. Wait, someone just took my kill, bro. No way this Buddha just took my kill. No way. I'm not gonna let that slide. We ain't about to let that slide, bro. 1,000 strikes. Boom, boom, boom. And finish him off with the M1. That's 3rd kill there. Technically, low-key, I got 4, bro. That guy yoinked my kill last hit. He really just took the credit last hit. Is this guy about to fight me again, though? Ooh. Okay. All right. Boom, boom. One more hit. And GG. 4th kill. Ooh, we're packing people up with triple dark blade, bro. Is he about to come out for more? Oh, looks like it, boys. Looks like it. You know, just to be fair, I'll reset out of Cyborg V4. Ooh, hold on. Uh-oh. I'm being jumped. It would appear I'm being jumped. Boom. Boom, boom. And that's 5th kill. Damn. He went down so quick, bro. Does this guy have his PvP on again? Let's see, boys. You want to turn your PvP back on, bro? I won't use Cyborg V4 this time. You can beat my 6th kill easily. Looks like he's actually down. Okay, hold on. Okay. All right. Boom. Woo. Yo, if I would have activated Cyborg V4, he would have been dead. All right. Set up with Sky Judgment. I'm getting back into the groove of things, boys. Let me use this triple dark blade. Got him there. Ooh, that damage looking kind of nice. Now let me snipe him here. All right, I guess not. I guess I'm just turning buns again. Snipe him there, and GG's. 6 out of 10, boys. We need 4 more. Let me ask this guy right here to run it back. You down on 1v1, Pedro? Actually, wait, there's a level 2,158 in there. Let me see if maybe I can snag that Buddha, bro. Anyone here down to fight? Yep, got him right there. You ain't going nowhere, bro. Buddha. I bet these people are like so confused, bro. I'm just like charging at him and throwing like triple dark slash moves at him. They're probably thinking I'm like an admin or something, bro. Triple dark slash. Knock him back. 1,000 strikes. Boom, soaring beast. You ain't the only one that can M1 spam Buddha. You ain't the only one. Die. Uh-oh. He's actually kind of cooking. Never mind. 7th kill. 3 more to go. We haven't died yet. I mean, we haven't really exactly been facing good players yet either. I think we're starting to see some of the potential of this sword. Oh, did this guy activate PvP again? The spirit user just doesn't want to give up, bro. He just does not want to give up. He just will not give up.
M1. Oh, I killed him with the M1 for the 3 out of 3. Yo, that's 8 out of 10, boys. 2 more to go. 2 more to go. Let's see if we can finish this off quick. Of course. The Buddha. It's always the Buddha. 9 out of 10. Final kill. Might as well run it, bro. Rumble v Rumble. Mirror match. Actually, I don't like the look of this, bro. I've just people surrounding me. Okay, hold on. Has Pedro activated his PvP? Okay, he did. Okay. Boom. We just hit him with a one-shot combo, boys. That right there is the 10 kill with triple Dark Blade. We've completed every single task there is. Oh, hold on. Really, bro? Really? About to jump me? Who you think you're jumping? You want some more, bro? You want some more? First one wasn't enough? 3 out of 3, easy. Anyways, as I was saying, we completed all of our tasks, boys, and if we look at our timer, we did it with 3 hours, 20 minutes remaining. Cutting it real close. But PvPKloudz is back in the building with this one, boys. Triple Dark Blade might just be enough to bring me back to the game. Let me know what you guys think about this sword down in the comments below, and comment down what y'all want to see next, man. I'm excited to get some vids recorded for y'all. And all right, we are in the brand new update. And as you can see down below, we have the brand new Pain Fruit, new icon, and a complete different moveset. Also, if we look at the shop, according to this description, it now has an M1. So yeah, this thing got a complete overhaul. So first things first, we got to do a move showcase. First up, let's see the M1. Ooh, this almost looks like a little boxing fighting style, bro. Look at that. Just straight up boxing him with the hands. I like that. Damage on this is actually not too bad either. Look at that, 4,453 damage from full M1. All right, so we're not off to a bad start, but let's check out our first ability, Fury Jab. I'm assuming this is a barrage. Ooh, hold up. That's actually pretty cool, bro. What is this? Oh, wait, hold on. These little orbs give us pain meter. Okay, we'll look into that a little more later. But as for this first ability, damage-wise, this is actually pretty insane. What the heck? 16,000. Wait, hold on. Something's got to be wrong with that. There's no way that's correct. Hold on, let me see. Yo, what the? 17,900 damage with this? Yo, who thought this was a good idea? Who actually thought this was a good idea? Starting off pretty good, but next up we got Rage Release. All right, let's see. Ooh, nice little hold. All right. Ooh, damn. That was almost like a Rokugan, bro. I kind of like that. Damage is pretty good on that one, too. We also got 2, like, little, like, pain orbs from that. Let's see what happens if we just press it, though, instead of holding it. Okay, pretty much same thing, a little less damage, and we still get an orb from that. So far, pretty good. We also got Torment Warp, which I'm assuming is the F ability. Yep, the little transportation. So that hasn't changed. Cooldown on that is actually pretty low, too. Let's check if this thing does damage real quick. Wait, oh, we can actually hold this thing? Okay, that does no damage, but I'm assuming there may be a way we can awaken that later to do damage. Agony Nuke, let's hold that. Okay, it doesn't look like holding does anything, so we're just gonna let that go. Ooh, that's almost like Kitsune AC. A little bit slower though, I think. And now we got final ability, Torching Pulse. Let's hold that. Ooh, what is this? A Gojo Red? Oh my gosh. Reversal Red, bro? Sheesh. What the heck? Oh, it has like a little pain over time effect. So those are all the base movesets, and I must say, hey, they actually cooked visually with this thing. There is another effect though with this fruit, the pain meter, and it goes up depending on if you take damage or not, or if you deal damage. Like specifically using certain moves, we get these little orbs, which give us pain meter. But it looks like the quickest way to get pain meter up is just simply taking damage. All right, though, we've seen the movesets. Now it's time to get to step 2, awakening this. So let's head over to the castle on the sea. Let's talk to the mysterious scientist, admin panel. There we go, pain. First one, Infernal Endurance. Let's click view, start research, and it looks like we have to prolong awakened stability through extreme thermal exposure. Users maintained awakened energy under lava exposure. Interesting. Yeah, I have no clue what the heck that means. We're gonna have to figure out this puzzle. All right, let me use my brain real quick. They mentioned something about lava, so I'm assuming we have to take damage from lava. To test this out, I'm gonna head over to second sea. All right, now we're at hot and cold, and I'm assuming we just have to touch the lava. Let me go ahead and walk around. Pain meter's full. Oh, wait, research progress is going up. All right, we're in the little thing. Let me just die now. And we're at 0.9%. Okay, that looks like we're gonna have to die a lot. This is kind of crazy. All right, looks like we're about 10% done now. It's gonna take us a lot longer, man. I've already died like 10 times. Now we're at 20% though. Now 50% and 100%. Damn, that took forever, bro. But at least now we're done, and this will be our first awakened ability. Let's head back up to scientist and complete. So it looks like the upgrade for this one, it increases the duration of the awakened form. Awakened formed. Wait, hold on. Was there something I was missing earlier? Well, you know what? We'll look into that later, but we can already move on to our next quest, Agony Surge. Let's go ahead and click view. And it says right here, multiple ghost absorptions increase increased destructive yield of dash impacts. Oh, wait, hold on. I think I know what to do for this one. Earlier when I used Fury Jab, there was these little like ghost orbs that kind of spawned like this. I'm assuming we just have to absorb those. Let's see. Wait, that's not making my thing go up. Okay, hold on. Maybe that was wrong. But before that even, let's go ahead and get this pain meter full and let's see what happens. Oh, wait, this is what they meant by awakened form. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Does my damage increase? Doesn't look like it's increasing at all. Interesting. Ah, I figured it out. We just got 10%. Okay, hold on. So what you have to do is you have to use the Fury Jabs, and then you have to just dash at them. And then you just dash over and over. So let's try it again. So you use this. Like that. Look at that. 20% now. We just gotta keep going until it's done. Now we're 70%, and research complete. Easy. After this, we got 2 more upgrades to go. We kind of speedrunning through these, boys. It's kind of easy. A little bit of a cake. All right, let's complete research. This one, we need 2,500 fragments and 2 magma ore. Wait, hold on. I don't have enough magma ore? What the heck? Yo, I'm actually starting to get upset. Come on, Blox. Why all these requirements? All right, I guess let me just grind on these damn NPCs over here for some magma ores, bro. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Oh, literally right there. Okay, I guess I'll take it. So here we go once again. Let's craft, complete that. And now once we equip this, F held unlocks the power of a drop kick explosion. Oh, I knew they would upgrade the F. But unfortunately for us, it looks like to even move on to C file, we need to have 400 mastery. And I'm assuming D file is 500 mastery. So that's going to be the next thing we do, get this thing to 500 mastery. But first things first, let's test out this ability, Torment to Warp. Let's test it on NPC. Let's hold that. Ooh, okay. Let's see. Damn, 2,700 damage, and we get orbs from this. That's fire. I knew it, bro. I knew the moment they added a hold to this is going to be an attack. I like that. First things first, though, let's check out this fruit notifier, and ooh, a nice sound fruit. All right, I'll take the legendary. All right, enough wasting time, though. We got to go get this pain fruit to 500 mastery. So to do this, we're going to head over to 3rd Sea, and I'm going to go to my old stomping grounds. Stomping grounds being Chocolate Land, of course. I don't think it should be too hard since they updated pain fruit. It looks like it could be actually decent for grinding now. Plus, I got Cyborg V4, so this should be pretty a breeze. Let's test this out though. Let's see how this works in groups. Fury Jab. Okay, that actually doesn't look too half bad. All right, this doesn't look like it'll be bad at all for grinding. We're at 326 master right now. So it's time to go on a bit of a speed run to get that to 500. All right, just hit 400 mastery. It's going pretty good. We need less than 100 more before we're done. 498 mastery. We're at 499 mastery. And now we are at 500. Sheesh, that took like almost 2 hours, but we done. And now next up, Ghosts demonstrate targeting improvements after electrical combat trials. Looks like for next up, we have to evaluate combat adaptability against elemental opponents. I wish this game would stop talking to damn riddles and just tell me what I gotta do. That said, I think I got an idea. Now they said we had to evaluate combat adaptability against a elemental user, so I've just got a alt account in here that has a rumble equipped. We're just gonna go ahead and kill him with some of the abilities. We're gonna see if this counts. Let's see, and research complete. That's all you need to do. You just need to kill one elemental person. Okay, easy enough. Easy enough, bro. I didn't think it'd be that easy. I thought maybe we'd have to do like multiple kills, but I guess just one's enough. Looks like my theory was right. So now we go ahead and go in here, view, complete research, and it looks like for this one you need Nightmare Catcher. Somehow I already have 4 of those. I don't actually remember ever getting those. 6,000 fragments and ectoplasm. Well, I got all those. Let's go ahead and craft. And if we equip, it looks like this. Z-tap blast pain ghost now heat seek toward enemies. Oh, that's pretty good. So if we just straight up tap this, that now heat seeks towards enemies. Those. That's actually clean. These upgrades are actually helping us out a lot, man. But with that said, we have one more to go. Final awaken ability. How hard is this? Test absorption thresholds against sustained spectral intake. It says right here, energy capacity rises proportionally with ghost absorption volume. Wait, hold on. Is this as easy as I think it'll be? Let me test this out. If I'm right, this is gonna be like super easy to actually finish this one. I'm just gonna throw out some pain orbs, and we're gonna go ahead and just let these ghosts absorb into me. 0.5% complete. Oh, so it's that easy. But since you only get 0.5 per, it looks like you have to do this thing 200 times. You have to ingest 200 ghosts. Easy enough. All right, now we're 10% done. Now 25% complete. Now 50. And last but not least, research complete. That literally took only a few minutes. With how easy that quest was, it's got me worried that the final ability is not that good, but only one way to find out. Complete research. We need 9,500 fragments for this again. Oh my god, bro. The amount of fragments we need to awaken this thing is actually kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but we gotta do it. We gotta do it. I'm busting up my wallet for y'all boys. Complete research, craft, and equip. C held will now unleash a chargeable beam. Oh, I saw this in a little sneak peek. Hold on, we got to set out. Here we go. Agony nuke. Let's hold this. Ooh, hold up. Yo, Yo, that's kind of crazy. That's kind of crazy. Definitely worth awakening, I'm not gonna lie. Also, there was one other thing that I found out about earlier. This pain meter, this right here is not actually the awakening. What you're supposed to do is when you get this pain meter full, you're supposed to get yourself to the point where you're about to die, right? And then you activate into this. Right here. Look at this. Now we activate pretty much in like a V4, like revive type thing. Let me see if any of the abilities changed. Let's do this. Oh, that's so fire, bro. But I'm pretty sure after this pain meter runs out, once you're in this mode, you'll die for good. So this is like a last resort in PvP, I guess. This is so clean. I can't lie. This is actually so clean. But this is pain fully awakened. Next step, we have to unlock the fruit skin. I believe there's 3 different fruit skins, and you can get them just like all the other ones from the summer gacha. If we go ahead and go over here, yeah, we have 3 different pain fruit skins. I'm gonna go ahead and spin just because I have 500 summer tokens right now. Let's see if we can get this first try. Come on, please. No, please, bro, come on. We ended up on damn love? That's unfortunate. That's so unfortunate. Well, that was a waste, and now we can't do another spin for another 2 hours. So it's time to go to pay to win route. We're gonna be using the official Bloxers Discord server. I just typed in general chat. Anyone got all 3 pain colors? DM, I got a crazy offer. Now we wait to see if we get anybody. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, they'd be literally dumb to decline this permanent Buddha, but if I have to, I'll throw in the permanent dragon, bro. I gotta get this video done. All right, boys, bit of a change of plans. I couldn't find anyone that had all 3, so we're gonna try to trade from individually. This guy right here, I think he said he had the sadness skin, and what he actually wanted was a little bit different. Yeah, right there, sadness, pain. All right, perfect. He said he wanted what was it, gas. He said he wanted kitsune, Yeti, and I think Leo, something like that. There we go. Let's hope he accepts. He's accepting. We're about to get our first pain, boys. Our first pain, sadness, pain. 3, 2, 1, and trade complete. W, thank you, bro. All right, now we just need 2 more fruit skins left for pain, but now let's check out how this one looks physically. Sadness, pain. Sheesh, it actually looks so clean, bro. What? About to catch them all, boys. About to catch them all. 2 more to go. All right, we got the next guy on the private server, and this guy has the torment skin, which is the most rare one. Let's get it going. And just to be fair, I offered this guy the exact same offer as the previous guy. There it is right there. Torment, pain. Sheesh, it's the most rare one. This is the most rare one. Whew. Overpay trade right here, boys. We overpaying these boys. We ain't just getting this for free. 3, 2, 1, and trade complete. 1 more skin to get left. I'm shaking. He's saying, yeah, yo, bro, relax. Relax, bro. Let's get a peep how this thing looks. Ooh, not bad, not bad. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not as much of a fan as this, but it does still look dope. It's just kind of too dark. And just like that, we found someone with the last one, frustration, pain. Hopefully he's serious. And there he is there, Noob J. All right, bad. Let's get this done. Let's get this going. Final one. Let's see if he actually has the skin. Frustration. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, bet. I offered him a kitsune, and I'm gonna add in a leopard so we still overpay. Trade done right there, boys. Sheesh. 3, 2, 1, and final pain skin obtained. Thank you, bro. Thank you. And this is how the frustration pain looks. Low-key might actually be one of my favorites. All right, enough wasted time. Let's go ahead and eat these things. I'm eating them 1 by 1. We didn't do all those overpays just to hold on to them as a collection. We got to experience it, boys. We got to experience it. Torment eaten. And last but not least, I think this will be my favorite one, sadness. All right, let's see how these abilities look. First of all, M1s. Ooh. Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, sadness is about to be my favorite. I already know. Let me see this. Sheesh. Okay, hold on. Now let's check the agony nuke. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, yo. Let me not underestimate the rest of the pain skins though. Let's check them out. Frustration next. Ooh, wait a minute. I'm actually kind of a fan of this. The nice little orangish, great, like orangish yellow. Let's check fury jabs. Okay, that's got kind of fire. It looks like I'm a fire bender, bro. Agony nuke. Okay, I can get down with this. Ooh, wait, yo, all these skins look fire. Last but not least, though, Torment. Check this one out. Oh, like a dark blood type red. All right, more of like vampire sanguine type vibes. I feel it. Not bad, but definitely my least favorite. Enough yapping though. Y'all boys know what's coming next. It's PvP time. We've seen how good this thing looks for grinding, and I'm gonna be honest, it looks very good, but how good is it for PvP? To test this out, I think I'm going to use a simple build. We're going to go with God Human, Shark Anchor, and Soul Guitar. I think that could be our best bet. We're also going to be running it with fruit stats. All right, let's see if there's anybody out here to fight. Anybody down here to 1v1? Run a quick little 1v1. 1v1, my boy. Oh, is he actually down to? Is he actually down to? Hold on. We may have actually found somebody. Come 1v1, my boy. If you win, I'll add you. That got him right out here. All right, bet. Let's get this going. I really don't know any combos with this thing. I'm going to just like wing it and just pray for the best, man. I'm going to pray for the best. Let's go. All right. Oh, I messed it up. Let me do this.
Let me go like this. Oh, what the heck? Oh, that's the new shark man. I forgot about that. All right, bet. We got ourselves a bit of a fight going on, boys. Let me hold this. I missed that. Okay, yo, Pain's actually gonna be pretty interesting to use. Ooh, these are pretty fast though. The little Z move's pretty fast. Hit him with this. Boom. Boom. Torching pulse. Oh, that's not gonna hit, bro. Okay, so Pain's actually gonna be still a little bit tough to use in PvP. You can't just really spam it for real and expect to get success. All right. Okay, do this. Hit him with these. Throw a little shark anchor action. I'm really not cooking at all, bro, in terms of combos. I don't know how to combo this thing, I'm not gonna lie. But I'll tell you what. We're still gonna cook him. Easy. First kill down. Let's hop to the next server. We got factory going on, and that's a Buddha. Hold on. Hopefully this dude isn't out of combat. Got him right here. Boom. I'm not even gonna count this kill, to be honest. We're just gonna do what we gotta do. Woo! Killed him. Easy. Y'all can say I snuck him, which is absolutely the truth. I 100% did sneak him. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. We need to get like a real fight going on, boys. Someone that's gonna fight back. Like this here. We got a 12.8 million bounty player in here. Perfect. Nothing like a nice little fight to warm up the skills, you know what I'm saying? There he is right there. Perfect. Bro wants to fight. I know he wants to fight. All right. Boom. Sheesh. Yo, we're cooking him, boys. Woo-wee. He's also Pain too, by the way. So this is actually a really good matchup. Boom. Get him there. Woo. We're cooking, boys. We're absolutely cooking. This is 12 million bounty player right here. Looks like we're kind of getting double teamed right now. There's another guy in the background a little bit. So we do got to watch out for him. Actually, hold on. Let me not get caught away. Let me not get caught up. Uh-oh. Ooh, we're getting comboed. What is this? New Sharkman karate combo? Oh my gosh. These damn skull guitars by this other guy right here. No, bro. I'm getting double teamed right now, bro. This is crazy. Nope. You're done, bucko. What? Oh, I forgot. He has the Pain awakening. No. That's not good. Okay. We really got to lock in now. Okay, hold on. Gotta make sure we lock in, boys. Make sure we lock in. Uh-oh. Bro, this is a literal war zone. Why am I fighting the entire world right now, bro? Okay, he's about to die any minute now. His meter has to be running out soon. Yep, he just died there and I got the kill. Perfect. Okay, all we have to do is just outlast him. Fortunately, we do got another guy right here, though. And... Uh-oh. Let's throw that out there. Another kill there. Easy. All right, let's run away. I don't even know what's happening right now, but we're gonna try to make the most of it. And another kill there. Easy. We just wiped the entire damn server, bro. I'll take that. Oh, you want more, bro? You want more, bro? 2 out of 3. Well, I think we've seen enough out of Pain. I finally got the hang of it a little bit. Is this guy gonna jump me again, bro? Oh my god. He doesn't want me. He doesn't want me to leave, bro. Fine. If you want it to be this way, bro, I'll eradicate you one more time. Boom, and 3 out of 3. Hey, if you ask me, Pain is a pretty destructive fruit, and it looks like we came up with a pretty solid build. Comment down what y'all think of Pain, but I think I'm gonna wrap up the video right here. And if you enjoyed this, make sure to click on last week's video where I fully awakened the new Rumble fruit.